sweeping through the lit camp. Can we confirm, deny what's going on?
I'd rather not use the word sweeping through because it's just one guy.
Okay.
At the moment, and luckily we're at the tail end. We got like less than a week left of the tour.
Man, so you're hanging on.
We've been out for over 10 weeks, or about 10 weeks, and that's not bad. And
logistical question for those of us that have never had to do this. And obviously the...
Good morning, everybody. Hello.
Hi.
Raining out still?
No,
we're
it looks good. We're going to have a nice little day.
Oh, is it supposed to be nice today?
Yeah, it is.
After yesterday's massive amount of rain. I mean, it was crazy yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Roads closed around me. Basements flooded.
Luckies.
Scott started building an ark, right?
Did.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Started gathering 2 of every creature.
Mm-hmm.
What did I tell you about that?
Well, it's fun. I started with the dangerous ones first. And,
Yep, that's the way to do
I
it.
kind of regret it.
Always starts with the bees.
For some reason.
They're missing pets in Overland.
Yep.
It's all right. They're alive.
So I remember yesterday morning I was talking about, my wife having to take her aunt and uncle around.
Where'd they go?
So they wound up going to the Arch. So they went to the Arch and they had tickets for a river cruise, which was canceled. The river was too high.
It was too wet yesterday.
Bummer.
I said the river was too high, and my wife said, in fact, at the place they're supposed to get on the boat, the guy goes, how did you even get these tickets? They shouldn't have even been sold to you.
That's always a good sign.
Did your wife say, I know somebody?
No, she bought them online.
You're bootlegging boat tickets?
How'd you even get these?
Yeah, it was for the McDonald's boat that's no longer there anymore.
Like, we've been shut down since Sunday, I think. The river's too high.
Man, was it the McDonald's? When I was a kid, I remember the
There
McDonald's
was
boat.
the floating McDonald's. That was a big thing.
Oh, yeah, I remember it vividly because it was the coolest freaking McDonald's on the planet. You go on this old steamboat thing, and you're like, I'm ordering McDonald's, and the river's right there. This is neat. Do I remember it correctly, though? Was the helicopter pad on the actual McDonald's boat?
I think so. That makes sense.
Because I swear to goodness, I was ordering.
You mean the one? So where Gateway Helicopter Tours is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda. Is that over by Jefferson?
So it's at the bottom of the Arch.
Oh, okay, then I'm wrong.
Okay, so no.
Listen, man, all I know is I was ordering a Happy Meal, and I swear a helicopter landed 17 feet from me.
From where you got your Happy Meal?
Yeah, I mean, you're in like an old, like maybe it was a real steamboat, maybe it was a mock-up steamboat. I don't know. That's kind of how I remember it. But when you go out onto the side and then kind of towards the front deck, if I remember right, there was a helicopter pad right there on the boat. It was either on the boat or it was on a barge that was next to the boat.
You may have dreamed it.
Because you could eat out there.
Yeah, you could eat on a backside, and there was a second floor that you could go up, and it was like the old school white railings. And
Yeah, they say that was probably the most unique McDonald's out there.
I'd say.
Like, pretty famous.
it was cool. I remember it. It was.
And it was the same McDonald's fare you'd get anywhere else.
Same goods.
I wonder why it closed.
Probably people didn't participate.
No one's going to the Riverfront.
For McDonald's?
Well,
they should bring that back for just a nostalgic pop-up. Could you imagine?
A floating McDonald's.
For one weekend only? It'd be sold out in a heartbeat.
Yeah, the one takeaway from the aunt and uncle were like, the Mississippi is dirty.
Why is it called muddy?
That's the one takeaway. They enjoyed the Arch. They said that was cool. But they said since it was raining, like the windows were kind of fogged up there. So when they got to the top.
Yeah, I was wondering, are they going to be able to see?
They got up to the top and they were like, they really couldn't see much.
Oh, cool.
And my wife said you're up there for 3 seconds. They kind of rush you along. All right, that's it. You go up in the pod.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
The last 2
Good
times.
enough.
You been out to Denver? You been out to Colorado?
No, I've never been to.
The last 2 times I've been to Pikes Peak, and I've been there half a dozen times. The last 2 times I've been taking the family up to the top, and you're above a cloud. You can't see anything.
You can't see anything?
I can see more down at the bottom of the
She said they really couldn't see much, and they really did rush you. Like, all right, all right, that's good. You've seen enough. Get out, back in the pod.
Yeah, I really want to know if my brain did that with the helicopter McDonald's combo, or if that's.
I can't imagine if people are eating and they're landing helicopters.
It was delivery, I think.
It was a different time.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we're talking about those little bell choppers or whatever.
Yeah, not a big.
Yeah, it's not some Apache helicopter.
Yeah, not
coming
Marine
down.
One.
Right.
Yeah, but
No, I understand. These the tourist
McMarine
helicopters.
1.
McMarine.
They wound up going to so they went to the Arch grounds. The boat ride was canceled. They wound up going to the Foundry for lunch, and they came home and they enjoyed it.
Good.
Good.
Good enough. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, good enough. Their wheels up at 10 o'clock today, back on their way to New York. But no, I'm like, you guys are never coming back here. So you did it. You did it. You checked it off. You checked it off. You went to the Arch. You did the St. Louis thing.
Perfect. Never again. You know? Don't have to do anything else.
Yeah. That's it. You're good to go.
Somebody said, yeah, I think there was a helicopter pad there. I should know. My mom beat my ass there when I was a kid, and a helicopter was landing as it happened. So that's my core memory.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's nice.
The pictures don't show it.
Don't show the chopper, the
chopper.
the pad. Maybe it was next to it on a barge or something. But either way, I mean, you were ordering McDonald's, and there was a helicopter coming for you. It was cool. It was cool. It was like an 80s movie.
Because wasn't there a Hardee's next to it as well?
Hardee's
did they try doing
floating
that?
Hardee's?
I don't
Or
remember.
Burger King. It
There
was
was only
something
room
like that.
for
There was a
one.
They
second one.
floated out a Burger King
Yeah,
to
there was
compete with the
another-
floating McDonald's?
There was like two of them, I thought.
That is something the king would do.
Just a John boat. With a cooler full of.
With a cooler full of Whoppers?
And
That's it.
free crowns.
That's it.
Heard
That's
that.
it. So while they were all doing their thing downtown, it was my daughter's birthday yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I now have officially 2 teenagers in my house.
Ooh, and a daughter teenager. This is a
Yeah.
big deal. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
So I
here
got
it
a
comes.
15-year-old and a 13-year-old now in the house.
Yes.
So it's easy now.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's been at quote unquote mandatory cheer camp for the past couple days. Mandatory cheer camp. And this is for school cheer.
Yeah, serious business, man.
Serious business, guys. So I thought, who am I kidding? I didn't think. My wife said, hey, go get, like cookies and stuff for the girls as they come out. As they come out of the cheer thing. And, for the girl's birthday. And I said, you know what? I'll do that, and I'll go get flowers. I'm going to get flowers. Got a nice bouquet of roses. And I was in the cheer facility when they all came out.
Great.
They sung her happy birthday, and I handed my daughter the flowers, and she said, what am I going to do with these?
Wow.
Shove those right back in your ass, Dad.
In true Rizzuto
I am
fashion.
1,000% telling the truth on that. What am I going to do with these?
You picked the wrong week to give flowers, dude. That's all I'm saying.
And you said, great
I said,
point.
just take them.
Let's not do this again.
Go beat your brother with these
I literally
bouquet of
said,
flowers.
just take them. Because she handed them back to me.
What am I supposed to do with this?
That's amazing.
She is you. She's
What am I
you.
going to do with these? I don't know. They were nice red roses.
Gorgeous.
Like a gorgeous bouquet of red roses. She was smiling when I was out there.
Very sweet.
And I had the treats for the kids, and they were all coming out. Happy birthday! And she got the spirit stick for the day.
Awesome.
The cheerleading spirit stick, the MVP of the day because it was her birthday. Mm-hmm. And Dad's there with roses. Quote,
For some reason.
what am I going to do with these?
Yep.
I love it. That's awesome.
Did she put them in a vase whenever everybody got home? Where are the flowers right now? Just in the
on
trash?
No. Yeah, we walked out. They're right in the garbage. No, they're in a vase on the
nice.
kitchen countertop.
They made it.
They made it home.
All right.
They made it home. But I did have an interesting interaction prior to that at the gas station on Long Road in Edison. Very nice gas station over there.
It's the shell with the wash.
It's the wash. I don't know. I don't think it's a Shell. It's a nice convenience store, gas station. So with a big canopy because it was pouring out yesterday. Mm-hmm. So this was around, let's say, 1 o'clock, pumping gas, and a woman walks up to me as I'm pumping gas. Now I'm always on high alert.
For sure.
I'm always on high alert now at gas stations. I've heard too many things. Too many horror stories.
Yeah.
So I quickly go into a karate stance.
Cool.
And I realize this woman is is not here for nefarious purposes, so I thought.
Was she taller than you? Like, was it her build made her intimidating?
No, just anybody walks up on you.
Okay.
Just anybody walks up on you. I'm thinking, is this woman going to distract me as somebody else, goes in my car? I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Takes all the CDs out of your passenger
Whatever.
seat.
That's right.
You like Avenged Sevenfold? Huh?
Yes.
Anyway.
You're not going to find it here.
Anyway, no, she was not there to rob me. She asked me, she had the sob story about her mom needing adult diapers.
I'm sorry. What?
Wow.
Yeah.
She walks up to you. You don't know this person.
No.
Does she know you're Riz from
No.
the Rizzuto Show?
She said she was from out of town.
Okay.
So let me tell you.
But
a
you look
story.
like a guy that has diapers.
She said her mom needs adult diapers, and she didn't know where. She was looking for a Dollar General or a Walmart.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
I
Well,
said,
you're in luck.
Walmart. There's a Walmart.
The longest strip mall in
Longest
the
strip mall
USA.
longest strip mall in the USA. You are
Is about
here.
In Chesterfield?
29-minute walk that way.
You are here. There's a Walmart. There's a Target. There's an Aldi. There are plenty of stores.
World Market? Dude, that whole strip is amazing. Can we be real?
There's whatever you need. It's a stone's throw away. I don't know if she was by car or walking. She didn't seem wet, so I think she was by car.
Or that diaper was very absorbent.
But it was a random, like, hey, my mom needs adult diapers. She was almost in tears, it looked like.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's okay. And then she asked me for money, which I did not have any cash on me.
Right.
$0. $0. Nothing.
Right.
Not even change in the cup holder. Nothing. I had nothing. I said, I'm sorry. I really don't have anything.
To which she replied, "Here's my Venmo."
Yes.
No way. No way.
And you said,
That's it.
I don't have Venmo.
She gave me her Cash App and her Venmo.
See, this is why I only do
Wow.
PayPal. For this very reason. I'm not doing anything else. PayPal was the first. I'm sticking it
She
for life.
hit me with the
PayPal
Venmo
owns
Cash App option.
And hand to God, what did you do?
I said, I'm sorry. I'm
He said, I ain't got no Venmo.
You go, I just bought my daughter these flowers.
No, I just said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have anything.
You gave her flowers too, and she's like, "What am I supposed to do with these?"
I gave her a
All right,
rose.
I'm 0 for 2.
You're like the bachelor at the gas station.
Giving out gas station roses. That's a bachelor I'd watch.
And then I thought about this. I've been thinking about this for the past.
You feel bad?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Generosity, regret.
I have generosity, regret. But I was just so taken aback by I have a Venmo and Cash App.
Yeah.
Which are free applications to get, right? You don't need to put anything in those applications to get, right?
Don't you have to have a bank account and all that
Right.
crap?
Yeah, that you do. You have to connect a bank account.
Or a credit card or something?
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
If you want to put it in the bank, I think you can have like a Venmo, a free floating account where the money stays in Venmo. And
Can you?
Yeah, but how are you going to get diapers with a Venmo?
You're not.
at
You're going to
Walmart?
probably Venmo your drug dealer.
That's right.
Right. You got to cash out. Because I was like, this is weird. Is this a new way of begging for money?
Yeah.
Probably.
Wait. What
They're
do you
not
mean-
new.
Yeah. What do you mean new way? It seems. You talking about the diaper story?
No. The diaper story's fine. It was probably a cover for something.
You mean Venmo?
Yeah, Venmo,
Oh, yeah.
Cash App.
Yeah, this is a new thing. They'll tell you if you don't have cash, they're like, "Well, I got Venmo." And you're like, "That's good.
Good for you.
Buckaroo."
But then I was somewhat regretful. Like, oh, maybe I should have.
Help this person.
It's tough.
Well, maybe also you were listening to your gut and
My gut was like after the diaper story, I was like, that's so random. Okay, and it wasn't kid diapers. It was my mom needs adult diapers.
right.
How old is this person?
She had to have been in her 20s.
Okay.
The move is like, this is a good test move. Because I've done it to them before. When people ask for weird stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? There's a Walmart down the street. Follow me down there. And I'll go in and I'll buy them for you.
This is not the man
Yeah, I'm not
that is
doing
going
that.
to be doing that.
But
I
you
believe
don't
it
have
for
to
you,
do it.
But
The
not
thing is,
for
you
this other
don't.
person.
It's an empty gesture
right.
99% of the time. Because they're gonna be like, nah, It'd be easier if you just gave me the money and I go,
Gotcha.
Boom.
nah,
Caught you.
you're gone. You're out.
Or if you say, hey, I'm going to run to the drive-thru and get you some food.
Yeah.
What would you like? I'll get you anything you want off
That's
the
that's
menu.
the typical one. The diapers is a little out there.
Oh,
But
I've
usually
seen
I'll be
that
like,
one.
hey, there's a gas. I'll go inside and buy you a sandwich right now. It's easy in a gas station. I'll go buy.
I've seen that one backfire, like to give somebody food and them throw it back at you.
Well, but I mean, but there's, again, we're talking about the minority. There's the majority of people out there that do need food, do need help, and will be grateful for the diapers that you
Yeah.
want to go to Walmart and get. Like, you know, we were talking about this yesterday, like focusing on the minority people that screw this for the people actually in need of
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
That's why I
Yeah, the
keep-
scammers.
I don't want us to all grow
scammers ruin it.
cynical, more cynical as a society.
You just go,
with
man,
that thought.
my Venmo, it's Riz Rules, and it's locked right now. I have to have money come in for it to unlock, and then I can give you some. So why don't you just send me 20 and I'll send you 50? And then have her send you 20 and then just see how that works.
I did the. I'm sorry. I did the hand reach out too. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Like, I was like, there's a Walmart right there. You know what we need. Then she hits me up with the Venmo Cash App. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There are people that need help, but in the city, I'm not sure it's a minority. Because I see the same people pulling the same grift day after day in and day out in the same neighborhoods.
Oh, yeah,
There was a dude that used to walk around in the Central West End with a old tattered VA bracelet on. He needs to have the same story every night. I just got out of the VA hospital. I'm a Navy vet. I need to... And I'd be like, what was your rank?
Oh
What?
no.
I was a sergeant. They don't have sergeants in the Navy, buddy. Bye.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like he had the
meant
same.
barge.
There would be the same there would be like the same 5 people running the same grift on everybody.
Yeah.
Well, remember there was a guy down at the Loop, like back in the 90s. And I think it was RFT or somebody. It sounds like something that RFT would do. But they were like kind of watching him for a minute, and they followed him. Like every day, they realized, oh, this dude's doing the same thing on the corner, and then he's getting in his Cadillac, and he's going home. And then they talked to him about it. I think it was like maybe it was one of those gotcha news segments.
Elliot David.
Yeah, yeah.
paid for
And they
it.
followed him. They're like, hey, you've been doing this, and he goes, yeah, and I make about $85,000 a year. And
Yeah.
and he was like,
Cash.
He was not ashamed of it. He's like, yeah, this is what I do. I go out there and I ask for money, and then I go home.
There's
I
a
do just
special
fine.
place for those people. Like, there's people that are like, I saw a thing the other day. We're like 2 degrees, all of us, from being homeless ourselves. Like, all of us think like the privilege, like we're privileged and we're lucky. And honestly, if you haven't ever had to be poor or make crazy decisions to be on your ass, like we all don't think about that. Like, we've all had a great life, even from the poorest of circumstances. Your parents rallied and you and your brothers didn't have to like be on the streets ever. Like, that's amazing.
I don't know. I'm
You're
skeptical.
close.
I'm skeptical a lot now. The latest thing is having your kids out there with you.
Yeah.
Last year at Captain Jim's fireworks, I remember I saw a woman and her 2 babies. It was a father, a mother, and their kids on that, like in Alton as I was rolling in. It killed me. I went and got $60 out, and I gave him $60 because I was like, I cannot, because it was so hot, and they have their baby out there, and I didn't care if I was swindled or not. It was like,
There's one here. Sometimes Olive getting on to 270. It's a woman,
kills
a
me.
guy, and a kid.
Yeah. I will always try to give those people something. Even if it is a scam, I'm like, oh my God, they got this kid involved who has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do to just
Sometimes you have to
get them
just
off
do
the
it.
streets.
It's that old. I don't remember what philosopher, but you have to let go of the outcome. You just have to do it, because a lot of people try to weigh what is this money being used for.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna bless someone, you have to.
You just gotta let it go.
bless them.
Yeah. If you're gonna do it, just do it, and be like, this might be the biggest crack rock you're ever gonna smoke. But hey, have a fun time.
Yeah.
You got to kind of let go of the. I like to keep like granola bars and waters in my car, especially in the summer, because
Same.
I'll do that because at least then I know especially if it's kids, and I'm like, at least I know there's a chance the kid's getting some sustenance.
Right.
And it's not that the kid's being neglected. I'm not saying that just because somebody's standing out there with a kid means they're being neglected, but it lessens the chance of that happening.
Yeah, people are saying the Venmo Cash App thing is not new.
Yeah, it was,
Apparently, a
No.
lot of people have been doing this.
it's
Yeah,
really
I've heard
interesting
it.
that you're getting fleeced like that though, in Chesterfield. You know what I mean? At that gas station. Too.
That particular gas station.
Like that's not on an island or anything, but you know what I mean? That's not a hub right there at that corner. I mean,
No, but it's a smart spot if you're trying to Get a couple extra bucks.
Well, now they're trying to like outlaw homelessness and make it a crime. And I was thinking about this because it just breaks my heart because there's people out there that just have had bad luck, made poor decisions, but can't get ahead of it. And now they have nowhere to go. And I was thinking, this is a real thought from last week from my brain. I was like, okay, maybe I could go buy one of those pop-up sheds and I could find a way to see if there's an ordinance in my zip code. If I could put a shed in my yard and if I could help one person at a time have somewhere to go.
Like a halfway house kind of thing? Like,
Yeah, I'm sure your neighbors are going to love that.
yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't.
I'm sure
but
your neighbors are going to love
but
you taking people.
this is
in
the
6
thought.
months in, I'd be curious how much you're loving it.
Well, no, that's what I thought too. I'm like, would they be safe? Like, you know, there's all sorts of stigma around it.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people on the streets are drug addicts.
Sure.
Have mental issues.
Absolutely.
That you are not capable of handling in your yard, in your fabricated shed.
Listen, this was a true thought that I had, and I was like, I wonder
Sure.
how much it would cost.
You're
how would I
sweet.
get electricity
You're
to
a sweet
it?
person.
Wonderful thought.
But-
Wonderful thought.
But and then you have things like
Shelters have trained staff.
I know they do. Okay, my husband works with shelters, so like I am on the forefront. Not the forefront. He's on the forefront. I'm the secondary lieutenant of knowing about this, and so it's like people do need help. And the idea that now we can't even put. I was pissed off about this last week too. Why do we not have? And this is the reason they don't want unhoused people sleeping at benches for bus stops.
Sure.
Why can't we put a damn rooftop canopy enclosure, however you want to build it, on every damn bus stop in this city? That's how you know that we're not putting any money into anything. I saw a woman just waiting for the bus the other day, blaring sun, hot as hell, and she's got to just sit there. And I'm like, can we not just put something over people just to take care of our citizens? Like, we don't care.
Like
about
awnings?
anyone. Like an awning, just for somebody using public
Okay, I see what you're
transportation.
saying.
And they don't do it because they don't want people sleeping there. They don't want anybody comfortable.
And there's a fix for that too, because like all the cities that have the roofs on it, you know, if it rains or if it's hot, like our city,
Right.
They have a bench where you can't sleep on it. It's
still
like
build
Oh, they have
those.
the bars.
It's,
Yeah.
it's,
Oh,
it's
we're
like a
still
bar.
building
They have the
those.
bars
For
where
sure.
you can't.
Yeah,
you
they put
can't
those
lay
little
down.
spikes on the seats. So you,
You can't lay down.
But you see what I'm saying? Like they could provide a roof while not providing a quote unquote
For sure.
home.
Yeah.
But who knows, man? I don't even. I don't
Somebody's
even
got
know.
to buy all those steel plates that they put on Kings Highway. They could turn those into canopies.
Listen, and your heart's in the right place, but I think putting a homeless shelter up in your yard.
And not a shelter. I'm just saying, like, what if I could
halfway
partner?
house.
Because trust, the shelters in our city are overflowing already, and now with the new legislation out there that is making it illegal to be homeless, there's these people are going to either off themselves, they're going to go to places like, you know, they're going to start migrating out to go under a bridge where nobody will think that they're there. It sucks. And so I think you got to step up for your community. And that was a true thought that I had, and I'm still working it
Well,
out.
where City Park is now.
How many unhoused people you guys dealing with out there in Ellisville and Wildwood?
Not many.
Not many. No, there was. Do you remember? Because we used to travel that way to work every day. Where City Park is now, there was the overpass.
Okay.
There was a whole
that was a hub,
tent
dude.
city for homeless people.
Yeah, and remember we had that one guy above the maintenance garage.
Oh, yeah,
Where
it's-
we
Oh
parked?
yeah.
He was there
Yeah.
for 2 years.
just down the street a couple blocks,
Listen-
there's one of those little spots with the canopy over it, and I see a guy
As far as
napping there all the
scams
time.
go now, there's the. Have you seen this one, Scott? There's somebody playing a violin,
Oh, the fake violin.
the fake violin scam.
Yeah, that's been going for a bit.
That's been going for a bit. Where somebody's like has an electric violin.
Yeah, they're busking, but it's I don't even. You can't say lip syncing. What is it? It's a fake bowing,
Fake playing the violin.
fake
It's
picking.
like going
or-
to the Taylor Swift show.
Whoa.
What? Don't bring that heat over here.
Oh,
They tried to kill Dave Grohl last week for saying the same thing. Do not bring those Swifties over here.
no, I'm a Swiftie. I can say it.
Yeah, I've seen that. They and the crazy thing is when you see that, like they're used to getting called out for it by musicians or anybody that goes by, and they don't care. They'll just wait 5 minutes until you're gone, and there's another batch of people on the corner at the bus stop or in the subway, and they'll just keep on going.
But I mean, if they're entertaining and they're having fun, at least it brings something different. It's like, sure,
You think so?
why not?
Well, because maybe there's some people out there that are really trying to get their talent out there and need the busking for real and have the talent.
And so they're hogging the prime real estate.
Yeah,
huh?
now they're getting hosed by the fakers.
Okay.
I mean, you got to have like a permit, dude. For in like London and New York and different places, there are literally designated places painted on the halls, through the subways, and you gotta have a permit for section 610 or
Listen,
whatever.
I love a good bucket
drummer.
A bucket drummer.
Bro.
I love a good bucket drummer.
Mm-hmm. You get a good bucket drummer, and it is awesome.
When we were in New Orleans,
you get the wrong
there were
one.
a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the bucket drummers. And I'd watch. I'll throw a couple bucks in
those
the
are
old
shows.
buckets.
Those are
like that.
performances.
Hey, heads up if you're in the Wright City area. Police searching for escaped prisoner in Warren County. So Warren County is Wright City. And this is a story from yesterday. And please somebody update me if they got this guy or not. Authorities say that a prisoner's on the loose. This is from Fox 2's website. The escape occurred at a rest stop just off 70 when the prisoner just ran away. According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol. A patrol spokesman said the active search in the area ended for the night around 12:30 a.m. Tuesday morning. So this guy escaped on Monday.
Okay.
The guy is 35-year-old Stephen Woodson. Authorities say he was wearing a white T-shirt, black pants, multiple tattoos covering his face, arms, and back. He also had a colostomy bag.
Oh.
So law officers say authorities got a call Monday night just after 8:30 from a private transport service. You got one job. Who was taking this guy from Douglas County, Nebraska, to the Orange County Jail in Hillsborough, North Carolina. So how long is that drive? That's got to be a haul.
Nebraska to North Carolina.
So Douglas County, Nebraska to the Orange County Jail in Hillsborough, North Carolina. I guess they had stopped off at the rest area in Wright City.
It's a 21-hour drive.
21-hour drive.
Holy cow.
How do they do that? Did you work in prisoner transport, Rafe?
He looks like it, but
He was
no.
in one.
Were you
I had
ever
been transported as a prisoner before. So technically, yeah, I didn't get paid.
My dad's cousin was the bus driver in The Fugitive.
What?
So they got
movie?
In the movie, yeah, he was.
So if you're
killed after
transporting-
about 4 minutes of screen
If
time.
you're transporting a prisoner and it's a long distance like that, I'm assuming you got two drivers, right? You're not stopping. You're not stopping to sleep anywhere.
Yeah, I would assume.
I would assume you got two drivers for a 21-hour drive.
You had one job.
You had one job. You had one job.
And
Investigators say that while stopped at the rest area, this dude jumped a fence, was last seen running eastbound on Veterans Memorial Parkway in the area. Gone. See ya.
So keep an eye out for a zebra.
So again, he was wearing a white shirt, black pants, multiple tattoos covering his face, arms, and back, and a colostomy bag.
hey, I hate to say this, but I mean, the fact that he's not wearing some orange or some striped thing, I mean, isn't that kind of one of the many points to that type of uniform on a convicted felon? On a prisoner, especially being transported
stands
across
out?
the country. Yeah. So you can't
And the
hide
other-
because you're in orange stripes or whatever?
Isn't the other one just kind of an off-white? Like, you could kind of tell it's a county outfit or something.
Yeah, but
when
they
you
just
see
had
it.
a white T-shirt and black pants. He just described 47%
I was wearing
of
that
St. Louis.
yesterday.
Yeah. Well, and then and I'm ignorant
were you
of
in Wright
this,
City?
but how often do colostomy bags have to be
Emptied?
emptied or renewed?
It's a good question.
Got me there. Probably not as...
I think you just empty them.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they had canine out looking for this guy. Hey, as of this morning, I read nothing about this guy being caught.
They've shown his face a time or two on TV, so that's a bad sign probably. Still
He
going.
was being transported to North Carolina after facing several charges in connection with a break-ins at multiple storage units. In North Carolina, the charges include felony breaking and entering, possession of a firearm by a felon, and financial identity fraud.
Listen, man, he finds one, over-the-road truck driver or something that's sympathetic to convicts. Phew, gone. Cat's in Alaska.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then it said whether he was cuffed or not. How the hell did this happen?
And this is not the first time we've heard of this.
How? How did this happen? Well, nothing beats the story of last year where the guy just walked out of jail.
Right.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. And you imagine it like again like the fugitive. You imagine it that there's like a cage in the back of a bus, and they got a Hannibal Lecter mask on,
Right.
and they're strapped to a dolly.
Yeah.
And they're stood up like this. So like how could they get out between here and Nebraska?
So like wheeling them.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's
I mean, this is not-
that's how you visualize it. But no, he's dressed like he's going to watch his buddy play softball.
Again, it's not a murderer.
Right.
So it's
Or
a guy.
cannibal.
It's a guy that is in connection with break-ins at storage facilities.
Well, clearly he broke out. I mean, they should have taken more precautions because he's breaking out.
Again, you have a company that specifically does prisoner transport.
I wonder what they talked about for 21 hours.
3 out of 5 stars for this company.
Yeah, 2 stars.
I am worried, though, because I just got a storage unit out in Wright City a couple days ago.
You did?
Dadgummit.
See, this is where Lern's fabricated shed.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
in my he's in my yard.
Becomes a home.
Prefab
I
shed.
didn't want to say anything. He's very nice.
I'm good with cats.
He broke into my house and stole my cats. Thanks.
Somebody in the chat said the 2 guards are in their 70s. Come on, are you serious?
No.
Are you serious?
Let's not be ageist.
Why
Are
not?
you out of your mind?
First of all, why not? Like
I don't know. I'm just trying to take the. I'm trying to take the devil's
biology
advocate
kind
all
of
of it.
counts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It does.
I want my
biology
prisoner
does matter.
transport people to be nimble, sharp.
Dude,
Oh, really?
I'm 43. I can hardly water ski.
I don't know, man. 70-year-olds are just running everything these days. So, 70s plus. So, why not this?
Yeah,
Is that a
listen,
Love's over there? If that's a Love's gas station off 70 in Wright City, what's over there? Is that a Flying J? Maybe a Flying J.
Could be a TA. Any one of the big 4.
Either way, if you're in the Wright City area, or well, who's to say he's in Wright City?
Yeah,
still?
who knows? If you're in the United States at this point.
If you have any info, you're asked to call the police immediately. Airbnb's been in the news recently. I think they're involved in some kind of lawsuit
What's going on?
Why?
because of the way they handle the situation when a camera is found in a home.
Oh, the way that Airbnb does?
The way that Airbnb handles it, and CNN did a pretty big deep dive. I'm out with Airbnbs. I'm out.
What? I'm not. I freaking
I'm staying
love
at a
them.
hotel. I'm staying at a hotel. When given a choice, I'm staying at a hotel.
I'm staying in an Airbnb.
Yeah, we've probably had an 85% success rate. It's been good. It's been good. They're not all perfect, but you know what? Neither are hotels, brah.
I'm really surprised
Now,
to hear that because
I
I
know-
like to be left the hell alone when I
know
travel.
what?
And you're with your family.
With an Airbnb, it's like you got to take out the trash. You got to do this. You can't do that. You know what? I'm just gonna go to the hotel.
Yeah, you pay for the convenience.
I'm gonna go to the hotel,
As a trade-off.
and
I don't mind doing it all.
they're gonna take out the trash for me and make the bed and everything.
At the expense of you sleeping in a bed that 10,000 people have done really dirty, nasty things in.
So nasty.
I'll put the T-shirt over the pillowcase.
Better not be barefoot on that carpet. You know what happens on that carpet?
Oh, dude.
Not me. I don't know.
That's for real. The foot
wanna
test is making me Airbnb all the way. Not to say okay, yes, hundreds of people have also had their feet there too, but the carpet at some of the hotels that I've been staying in lately are so gross.
Yeah, man.
Can we do away with public carpets just in general?
yeah.
So
Public
hardwood
carpets
floors
are out.
everywhere?
Hardwood
It is
floors,
so much better.
linoleum,
I'm with you.
a
It's
tile.
so much better.
Not a
It's
bad
so much
idea.
better. They can actually put some bleach on the damn floor.
I wear my boots to the shower.
That's what I'm talking about. Gross, dude.
I'm barefoot in the shower.
You're
I'm not
good.
No,
even
carpets
crazy
are
about
gross.
carpets in regular houses.
Say what?
I'm not even crazy about carpets in regular houses.
Yeah,
I looked
yeah.
at a house last weekend, and there's carpeting upstairs, and I was like, there's got to be some hardwood under here. I took the vent off, peeked into the carpet, subfloor, and I was like, dang.
Okay, you know what? I'll get to the Airbnb thing
Okay.
in a second.
What else you got?
No, but I was thinking what are some things you do in a hotel room that you never do at home?
Oh man, I can't talk about it.
Non-sexual.
Non-sexual.
Yeah.
Well,
First of all, wear a robe and slippers, right?
Right. I do. I wear a robe and
Do you?
slippers at home. Yeah.
but eat a full meal in bed.
Eat a full dinner in bed.
Make a grilled cheese
I had
sandwich on
prime
iron.
rib last time we stayed in a restaurant. I just ate prime rib in bed while we watched the Friends reruns.
No, I feel like the robe and slippers at a hotel, I feel like it's a wasted opportunity if you don't.
Yeah, it's fancy.
And the only thing I can think of that I do in a hotel that I don't do at home is sleep in the middle of the bed.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much the only time I'm alone. So I just go, poof, look at this. I'm in the middle.
I'm a king.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
You know what else you do? You fill an entire
that.
bucket with ice cubes when you only need 4 cubes. I'm going to take the whole bucket. Read the Bible.
Dude, I haven't gotten hotel ice in a long time.
That's another thing I don't want a part of.
No way.
What, reading the Bible?
No,
No, the ice. Bible for sure. That's the only time I'm around a Bible, so I'm going to check it out.
Anywhere.
Blast the AC until it's 58 degrees. All right.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Watch cable TV for a lot of people, because
yeah.
so many
you
of
have
us
to
just
do that.
stream at home now.
That is true. Cable is so interesting. What a different world. I forgot how it was. I mean,
It's
I
kind of
lived
more
with-
peaceful.
I lived with cable my whole life, and now I'm going, wow, so that channel only plays ridiculousness. Wow, that channel only plays House Hunters. Wow,
Yeah.
that channel only plays this. It's just freaking marathon channels.
Yep.
That's all it is, which I kind of don't have a problem with.
Pretty sure that's how I ended up finally watching The Notebook. Was just being in a hotel room and being like, it's on.
There it is.
I know about it. I've never actually watched it.
It's a great movie.
Turns out, been bagging on it this whole time. Pretty good movie.
That's how I really got into the show Cash Cab.
Hey, I want someone to love me like Noah.
Ben Bailey. Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
I want to kiss somebody in the rain.
Who doesn't?
Me too. The best.
I know, the whole Airbnb thing, there's a list of rules. You got to be out by a certain... listen, I know there's a checkout time at the hotel, but before I check out, I don't have to take the trash out
Are you somebody
and
that,
run the
you
dishwasher.
somebody that takes advantage of hotels? I find myself doing that.
Oh, yeah.
on occasion.
What do you mean
Steal
take
the
advantage?
soaps.
Well, we were at this place in Canada a couple weeks ago, and we were looking for a place to eat, and this hotel was attached to like another hotel, both brand new, but one was like the poor folks. It was the Holiday Inn or something like that over where we were. And then the other side was the who knows what something suites. And it was like apartments and much better hotel. Well, they get free water over there. So I just went over and I kept getting free water for the band and then just taking it back. And then you go over there and you go, hey, do you think I could have water? Like, which part you staying? I was like, oh, I'm not sure. Just, can I have a water? You just,
Yeah.
That's what your issue is.
I don't know. There are amenities. There are amenities.
That's what I'm saying. You like taking
Sure.
advantage of the amenities
Yeah.
in hotels, and
Of course it's-
you probably tiptoe around everything at somebody else's
All
house.
part of it. Yeah, well,
Because
you're still in somebody's house.
right. So you're super conscious about making sure that everything is like perfect. Like you leave a hotel like a hurricane came through. You
Yeah,
leave,
but you leave an Airbnb, you're like, I don't want to get another fee tacked on.
right, or a bad
because-
review.
because
Hotel
I didn't
can't review
recycle
me.
correctly.
Yeah, a lot of people like a hotel because it can't review you.
I wasn't supposed to use the steak knives. I didn't read that in the fine print.
You know what? It does make sense that I love an Airbnb and you don't, because like I love to clean, and so I love having a review where they go, oh my gosh, you went above and beyond. I mean, the whole house is just completely cleaned after.
But they still charge you
I've
for a
stayed
cleaning
there.
fee, which I love.
I know, and they shouldn't, because I'm going to clean it anyway.
It's
you know?
hilarious. I saw, an article of this
Psycho.
guy get charged a fortune.
You're a psycho, dude.
I am, man.
You like interaction.
She just rents
too.
Airbnbs to clean them.
And
she
I
doesn't
also-
even need to go anywhere. She's just like, I'm going to rent this and I'm going to spend the weekend cleaning it.
That's true, but also, to get your money's worth at an Airbnb, do your laundry, man.
yeah.
Like, we went to Denver, and my mom got this great hookup at an Airbnb that we were all staying in, and I was like, I'm going to do all of my laundry before we leave, and that way I don't have to do it when I get home. Folded, pressed. When I got home, the easiest transition back to
When
real
we
life.
stayed in Wisconsin a couple Christmases ago, when
Yeah.
we went skiing up there, we had to do a towel wash because that was in the Airbnb rules.
Oh, you had to do a towel wash.
Oh, yeah.
You know the unlock of the century, though, if you start staying in hotels for a long
What?
time and you got to do a load of laundry or something, you talk to them. They usually have like a deal or something with a wash and fold. Where
Really?
sometimes they will even pick it up for you. But let's say you got to walk 5 minutes. You walk down there, $20, $25. They wash it and fold it, fold it
Yeah,
like it
that's the
was
best.
brand freaking
Listen,
new, bro.
Airbnb is a racket. There it is.
I'm pro
There it is.
and you're anti. That's
You
fine.
ever done a wash and fold?
What do you mean? Like at a hotel?
Well,
laundromat.
just at a laundromat.
I've always just
you
done it
just drop
myself.
off a pile of crap.
No.
It's
And they
awesome.
give it back like it was stacked for sale. Like
Yeah,
it's,
your suitcase will be full, and then you do that, you take it, and somehow all that fits in like half your suitcase.
Oh,
It's
dude.
folded so
Never
perfectly.
lived.
what a fresh feeling
Yeah.
that is.
Well, here's the deal with Airbnb.
You want to feel like a king or a queen.
That's the way to do it.
So this was from CNN, and their headline is "No Room for Privacy: How Airbnb Fails to Protect Guests from Hidden Cameras." And they say it was another lawsuit brought by another victim whose fun-filled vacation turned into a voyeuristic nightmare. A woman was secretly recorded undressing at a rental property. Her image is stored on a computer of an alleged sexual predator accused of spying on unsuspecting renters for years. Now, yes, this does happen in hotels, too. Anybody watch that documentary about the guy that ran that motel that had the hidden...
Oh, yeah, wasn't he walking
hidden
in?
walkway and was recording women? He had like a hidden walkway behind the rooms.
Wasn't he walking in to the rooms as well? He would like unlock the door and walk in.
He would do
watch them?
weird, crazy things, and it happens at hotels. But this story here is how Airbnb handles when they find out that there was a camera hidden in a room.
They asked for the footage.
You would think. What do you think Airbnb should do? Call the police, right?
Yeah, there should be an
They don't.
investigation. All right, we'll do that. Change.
They don't. Airbnb, one of the world's longest short-term rental companies, had seen this sort of scenario before. Typically, the company seeks to settle hidden camera cases quickly and confidentially. But CNN says this one kind of played out differently. An Airbnb representative was testifying in court, and it was a court-ordered deposition, offered a rare glimpse into the company's hidden camera problem. Airbnb has generated tens of thousands of customer support tickets related to surveillance devices found in Airbnb rental properties over the last decade. The Airbnb employee said that when a guest complains of a hidden camera, the company doesn't, as a matter of practice, notify law enforcement. Not even if a kid is involved. The company may, however, reach out to the hosts, the owners of the rental property. They'll do like an internal inquiry, and they will give them time to almost destroy the device.
Wow.
Before the renter goes to the police.
Sounds like there's some red tape there because, I mean, Airbnb they're not an owner of that property.
Yeah. I wonder
So-
what Section 230 like
The company.
protections they
This
have.
is what CNN says. The company may, however, reach out to hosts about complaints as part of internal inquiries. A move law enforcement experts say could hinder criminal investigations because it gives suspects time to destroy the device.
Well, why are people not calling the police immediately, and why are they contacting Airbnb
That's
first?
what I would do that first.
Yeah.
I would obviously call the police.
Especially
first.
knowing this. I mean, if they're not doing jack about it, I would just be like, and then that investigation will be opened immediately because you'll have to prove that it was actually there and like you didn't plant it there, because that could be the other side of this where people start planting cameras trying to get people in all sorts of trouble and get lawsuits,
Here's more issues with people hiding behind Section 230. So Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act in 96, which probably needs to be updated, protects Airbnb from liability arising from content created by third parties. Airbnb has used Section 230's protection to shift the burden of complying with local laws and lease agreements onto the users listing short-term rentals. In Airbnb Inc. versus Boston, the court considered whether Airbnb was shielded by Section 230 from monetary fines for accepting booking fees for transactions posted by the website's users that involved booking apartment rentals where they were prohibited by city ordinance. So,
Well, this whole thing is like, hey, Airbnb doesn't contact the police. They contact the host, who then has, before the police arrive,
Time
to get in there, get the device.
So call the cops.
So a CNN investigation found that Airbnb consistently fails to protect its guests despite knowing hidden cameras are a persistent concern within the industry.
dude, years ago, and I've told this before, my wife and I stayed at this place in San Francisco. First and only time that we stayed in a place where other people were renting the other bedroom in the same place. That was interesting. There's a mother and a daughter, and they were there to visit a college. And then me and Mallory are in this other bedroom.
That's so weird.
And the owner was there and came in and like introduced himself. So we're in this house. It's like a rooftop, badass place on the wharf, right? And these two are over here. So we're trying to like stay out of the shared living area. So now we're just confined to this bedroom. And I swear, we were both laying there and look up and there's like this red light in the corner. And she's like, "Is that a camera?" I was like, "I don't know, man. It might be the Wi-Fi thing. I'm not sure." And honestly, we were so tired from traveling or whatever. We're like, whatever. But pretty sure it had to be something. It was not Wi-Fi. We looked at it the next day and we're like, "That's not a router." I don't know what that is, but it was like a light, and there was something else, and there was wires that were going into the ceiling of the closet. And then when we wake up and we come out, we see the gal and her daughter, in the living room, just kind of quiet and awkwardly sitting there. We come in, and then the guy's in the kitchen cooking breakfast for everybody.
No thanks.
Interesting. Super interesting.
Now,
cool.
Lern, let me ask you this question, and all of you have stayed in Airbnbs. How do you know the person whose house it is on the up and up?
How do I know they're on the up and up?
Yeah, how
What
do you
mean?
know they're not like a sexual predator or...
I don't.
Because the
When-
company's website...
Reviews.
The company's website, so Airbnb's website tells people they should not rely on their background checks to identify, quote, all past criminal convictions or sex offender registrations or other red flags.
Yeah, I mean, it's the human condition, unfortunately. I mean, if you stay at a hotel, how do you know that everybody that's walking around working there isn't a convict or a predator? You just don't.
It's different staying at a hotel than somebody's house.
But it's, I mean, I guess.
If I stay at a La Quinta,
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it depends on the hotel.
I mean, you're taking the same precautions for your own safety,
if
though.
I stay at a Marriott, that's a lot different than staying at Joe Smith's house.
Yeah.
Who listed it on Airbnb for really cheap. And they said even if Airbnb finds out that a user has a criminal background, murder, terrorism, rape, child molestation, that is not an automatic disqualification under the company's policy.
Well, what the hell are they even checking for then? What's happening?
How much money you're making, probably?
I don't know. I'm always taking a precaution. It is weird staying in an Airbnb. Let's just air that out. It's always weird because you're like, ooh, are they going to come murder me? I've seen enough movies. What was that movie where it came out like 2 years ago?
Barbarian?
The Barbarian movie. That freaked me out, but I already had those thoughts, especially as a woman traveling, like going through my brain.
What's that movie?
It's where this woman, she's
you haven't
eating.
seen that, dude?
Oh,
No.
It's so good.
Watch it tonight.
Yes.
It's called Barbarian?
Yeah, I think
It's
it's an
worth
RAS.
the
Moon,
watch.
find me the Rotten Tomatoes on that.
Rotten Tomatoes 92%.
Oh, all right.
It's good.
7 out of
Yourself
10 on
some.
IMDb.
It
Good,
is
dude.
a wild
It's
ride.
wild.
Anyway, that woman's, I'm not giving anything away, but the woman stays at an Airbnb and she's waiting for a boyfriend or a friend or something to come stay there with her. She
It's
checks
double
in.
booked.
It's double booked. And so this guy shows up and it's odd. And it's the terrible scenario for anybody who's staying in an Airbnb or VRBO. And then it gets crazy from there. And I always think, oh, this is probably going to be like Barbarian. And so, I always have that precaution. I do weird stuff staying at hotels and at Airbnbs, like chairs against doors, or I figure out like where could the psycho come in. I'm already overthinking the whole process.
There's the
Well, this looks
Barbarian
awesome.
official trailer.
Oh, please, can we?
This looks great.
Go back to go to the beginning.
Yeah,
of it.
Bill Skarsgård.
Go to the beginning of it, right?
Skarsgård. He's a guard.
Here we go.
There we go. Give me some audio.
What do you mean? I got audio.
Can
man.
you max the screen too so people
I got-
watching
I
on the
got no
webcam?
audio here.
Yeah.
This is 476 Barbary, right?
Yeah, I'm renting this place.
I booked it a month ago.
Are you sure you have the right place?
Yeah. What am I supposed to do?
Why don't you come inside and we'll call these idiots?
Airbnb situation. Hot guy. Hot woman
Why don't you just
coming
crash
out of the
here?
rain.
Oh,
The monkeys playing in the background?
Yeah, what could go wrong?
I don't know if you got a great look at this neighborhood, but I don't think you should be out there by yourself. It's dry and there's a lock on the door. By the way, I'm Keith.
Tess.
You take the bedroom and I'll sleep out here on the couch.
What a gentleman.
What a gentleman.
What a gentleman.
Yes,
Takes a
girl.
picture of his license.
So she's the creep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Scott.
She's stealing his identity.
What a punk, man.
Yeah, she takes a picture of his
You
license.
can't trust these identity
she's
thieving
sleeping.
women.
She hears footsteps. Oh my gosh, what could it be? The door is open.
Oh, she locked it though. We saw her lock it.
I know. Where is Keith? Some never leave. Basement. Keith.
There's a rope. She's pulling a rope.
Oh my gosh, it's a trap door.
Wow, that's cool.
Door.
Where
probably
does it
sex
go?
dungeon.
Oh, it's from the
You
producers
wish.
of It. Yeah, you wish there was a sex dungeon down there.
What's behind the door?
It's Keith.
that Keith?
He's down in the hole.
Keith's in a cave.
Why is he down there, that silly goose?
Keith?
Never-ending stairs.
Oh, and the ring.
Ominous music.
Yes. She's got her phone with a flashlight.
This is called Barbarian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, you must have slept with this guy.
Oh, there's Keith hiding.
Oh, he's a
Looking
minor.
little different. Oh, man. There's a room with a camera.
This process might seem overwhelming, but with a little practice, it can soon become a pleasurable experience.
is this?
So it looks like big Airbnb,
This is perfectly natural.
What is this movie?
Oh, it's good, dude.
big Airbnb, hit it from your algorithm, man.
Dude, you're
What
gonna
do?
feel like you're watching two films because it's good. About halfway through, you're like, oh, this is an anthology, and then you find out the two things are connected. It's wild.
Hey, so, okay,
Justin Long's in it too. They didn't show him in that, but he's really good in it.
so I wonder. Speaking of two films, and this actually kind of looked like what's that? Remember Parasite?
Yes, I
That
haven't
felt
watched
like-
that.
Holy smokes!
Really?
You saw this and not Parasite?
Because it came out right as COVID was happening, and I was like, I can't take it.
You gotta
Parasite's
see
the
Parasite.
Korean one, right?
Yes,
That's the
Parasite.
one that won. Didn't that win an Oscar?
It had
Oh, yeah.
to have. It
Is it
should
all
have.
subtitles?
I guess so.
Okay.
This
good,
guy
though.
expects me to read.
Hey,
By the way, Barbarian is on Hulu for anybody who cares.
Hulu.
Sweet.
Hey, listen,
Okay.
and who knows what the stats are and how close they are. Okay, so not everybody's perfect out there. I'm sure there's some creepy Airbnb owners, right? But for the most part, like I said, we're batting probably 850 on Airbnbs. What about? And I'm not saying anything bad here. Don't take offense.
Go ahead.
What about some of the overnight folks at some of these hotels I'm staying at? I'm not staying at the nicest places, okay? And they have access to my room.
Right.
They're already on the premises.
Honestly,
Who knows what they're up to, man?
flight attendant TikTok has screwed me for life because the ladies and the men that work as a flight attendant, they show you how you have to rig a hotel lock.
Yeah, right.
Because people can get in so easily with hangers and
Yeah,
crap.
I've seen that.
But all I'm saying is, the general rule is it's all going to be fine, right? Okay, but if we're going to crash on the Airbnb owners over here,
I'm not crashing on
don't
anybody.
forget, man. I've met some
Don't forget about
really
Norman Bates.
interesting overnight hotel guys.
I'm not crashing. I'm just telling you. This is the thing.
And what are they doing? Have you ever gone down? You ever not been able to sleep? It's 3 a.m. and you go down to the hotel desk for something. Well, they're not at the desk. Where are they? What are they
Right.
doing, man?
They're
They're in the
downstairs
bar
in
with
that-
the ghosts.
They're always behind some door. And what's back there?
I'll
Right.
tell you what's going on.
That's what.
What? No.
Now it's Joe time.
That's what I'm saying.
Greg Warren makes a point about that. His new hour, he's talking about he goes, you pretty much deal in night. He's like, I don't pay for 3 days in a hotel. I pay for 3 nights in a hotel. Then I go down at night and there's no one. I'm unconscious for 8 hours. You're supposed to be guarding me.
Yeah, it's true.
You
It's
know,
what I'm
It's
saying.
very true.
essentially. And he's like, you go down there and there's just nobody. It's just a ghost town. He's like, I guess I get all the free Advil I want.
Right, exactly. Maybe
gotta
one
ring
out
a
of
bell.
100. Maybe 1 out of 100 are creeps. But
Have
I'm
you ever
saying-
stayed in a little tiny boutique hotel? We did in
Yes.
Montreal, and it was a really
Yep.
good idea because you walk up the stairs, and on top of their counter there in that little hallway, there was just stacks and stacks of
Pornography.
old,
Awesome.
yes,
Playboys?
just right out there. No, movies.
Oh.
And,
No way.
And it was the kind of hotel or boutique where you go up and there's only one bathroom on the floor.
Yep.
So you have to share it down the hallway, and it was awesome.
We had something
It was a
similar.
great experience.
We
Go
had
to
something.
Montreal.
We had something similar in Paris. And dude, a boutique hotel is just a classic Airbnb with
Yeah.
somebody on the premises.
Yeah.
It's the
I
same
love a
thing.
boutique
I'm
motel.
just saying, everybody be careful, okay?
Thanks.
Well,
Airbnb classic.
you ever stayed at a place where the guy's clearly living there? I've had
Oh.
to do some of those as a stand-up comedian traveling on nothing, where you go ring the bell at night, and then a guy just opens the door and there's a bed behind him and he's clearly wiping sleep out
cot.
of his eyes.
Yeah. There was
You're
a
sleeping on a cot.
I mean, it's just like a room. They're just sleeping in the first room will be behind the desk.
back in the day, the Ven in Herman, it's been updated and I think has new ownership now, and it actually looks awesome. But back whenever it was kind of run down, this has been 20 years ago, that happened to us. We went down to ring the bell, and the guy came out, and he was buttoning up his shirt, his hair was a mess, and there was a
jammies.
bed in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Oh, dude, I forgot. In Southern Illinois, there is a school that they converted into. Somebody converted into like an Airbnb hotel kind of thing, where the classrooms are now bedrooms. So you stay in the math class or something.
First grade.
And
That's
it was
cool.
freaking sweet, right?
Yeah.
Now, but this is on the wine trail down in Shawnee. And so my wife and I were deep on the wine, and we're staying in, Mrs. Smith's class or whatever. And no kidding, the bed is right here. There's a chalkboard in front of you.
That's awesome.
Dude, it's wild. And the guy that was checking us in, I think he owns it, was telling the
So it's a
history.
theme, yeah,
yeah,
it's a
history,
theme thing.
telling the history of the school. This is a legit old school, right? And he was like, you guys are the only ones here tonight, so just know that, and blah blah blah. Well, of course, like I said, we were on a wine trail, and at that time we were drinking, and we had drank a lot of wine. So, in the middle of the night, we were like, well, if we're the only ones here, let's explore some of the other classrooms. We hear this is kind of a cool place, right? And we're going around and we're creeping around. It's dark, and who knows what floor we're on and whose class we're in now. And boop, the lights go on, and that cat's there, man. I've never been more scared in my life, dude. And this is a dude that's like 6'7", and he's standing like this.
Now it's Joe time.
And he's looking at us like, what are you doing here? And we're hammered, trying to play it off like, hey, man.
Hey, we're not doing anything.
What's going on? That guy could have killed me. I could have been buried underneath, a chalkboard.
That does not happen in a Motel 6.
Okay.
All right, do you think this, just one more thing before we move on, do you think this is a big deal? New topic. A couple has been getting heat for allowing their pet dog to sit on a restaurant table as they ate their meal.
I imagine this is a toy model dog.
So
like
if
a
you
little
walked
chihuahua.
into a restaurant,
Bottle dog.
if you walked into a restaurant and this is a Mexican restaurant, and you go, okay, gonna take my seat, and you see at the table next to you somebody with their dog on the table.
Beehole
Goodbye.
on the table, dude. Because when
Goodbye.
they sit on the table, it is beehole down.
That's right. That
Yeah,
was my
man.
first thought. So there's a picture making the rounds online of a couple eating at this Mexican restaurant while their small dog is sitting on the table next to them. Now, a lot of dog lovers have commented on this picture, and the dog lovers are like, letting a dog sit where people will eat is nasty.
Yeah.
One said, quote, dog owner here, that's effing moronic. I don't want canine butthole germs
There you go.
in my burrito, por favor.
Yeah, that's
It may taste better.
I want
Bilingual.
human butthole germs in there.
That's
Por
it.
favor.
there's nobody on this person's side. No way.
I think the chair is the final place. It's like, that's even cutting it too close. It's like, all right, your little pug is sitting on the chair. He's cute. He's not going to move. Fine. That's where our butts go. But that's it. And some people have a problem with that. So
Another said, I love dogs, but what kind of idiot puts their dog on a table where people eat? I bet this couple doesn't pick their dog crap up from sidewalks, too.
And have you seen the table? It's not. It's like against the wall, so it's not very wide. It looks like about a foot wide, and that dog is like scoot as far over to the wall as possible so it doesn't
Yeah.
fall off. And it looks like a. But I think you'd be okay with it, Riz, because it looks like a Bichon.
Oh,
it's a
good. A
Bichon?
Bichon.
Yeah,
Better.
even
So probably
worse.
peed all over the place,
Even
too.
worse. Never mind the beehole, the paws. Like nobody's putting their shoes and their feet up on the table either. This dog's walking around on its feet.
Oh, he licked him.
And now feet and beehole, and it's going to shake and its fur is going to go everywhere.
The other conversation was, people think they could take their dogs everywhere. There are certain places you cannot.
I had my long-haired Chihuahua on tour with me for multiple
Dang
tours.
hippie.
And never would I have taken him into a restaurant. Never. Never.
what about patio?
Patio, if he was allowed, sure.
Yeah, there are places where, on a patio is great. Big Chief up in Wildwood, you could take your dog. They
But
put dog bowls out there.
I don't think I even want to put
water
my
and
dog
stuff.
on a chair because, it's just not okay. I would have either had him on my lap or on the floor.
You know why? Because some people are not cool with it.
Yeah, because, the restaurant shouldn't be cool with it. I should be
Some people are not cool
told to leave.
with it.
With what? Dogs?
Yeah.
Dogs where you eat.
It's bad owners, too, man. We used to allow dogs on the patio of the restaurant I worked at. We had like 5 tables on the sidewalk, like sidewalk seating.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can sit out there with your dog. But there's inevitably bad owners who are like, yeah, my dog's a great social dog. And then the dog is a nightmare.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Or just like what happened that we got a complaint and had to stop was like a dog just like went up and ate someone's filly right off of their...
Did he do it slowly, like his mouth?
No, they
slowly?
just like were on the like they had them on like one of those retractable leashes, just not paying attention, not watching their dog, and the dogs just like went down the line, just started eating off everybody's plates.
Well, it's a smorgasbord
Yeah, we
for
used to
them.
bring Cat the dog to Big Chief in Wildwood, and you could put the dog under the table, and it's fine. It's on the patio. New dog, we wouldn't do that because new dog does not like people. Most people. So, yes, we don't do that.
I'm just like you, Papa.
That's why you like it so much.
Now people are giving this restaurant heat. Like, why did you allow this?
Right.
And the restaurant's like, listen, this picture was taken before we told this person
Right.
to get the friggin' dog off the table and get the hell out of
Right.
to get the hell out of here.
People jumping to a conclusion.
Somebody carrying in some Chihuahua or Bijan or whatever, the first instinct that the restaurant has is not going to be, they're going to put this thing on the table. No one would ever think to do that. This is a crazy person.
This is a main character syndrome.
This is an entitled crazy person.
And there was one person on here defending it. It's like, I reckon they wipe the tables down after somebody gets done eating.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather your dog be comfortable just getting to lay on that cold ground? And
I don't know. And yes, don't put your dog on the table.
All right.
And there's one more thing before moving on. We were looking at the weather for next week. It's supposed to be hot, like really hot next week.
Gnarly, like 3 or 4 days of 105 heat index in a row.
Heat stroke can hit anyone in the summer, but dogs have an even higher risk of heat stroke.
Yeah.
They only have sweat glands in their feet, and their main way of cooling down is by panting, so it's easy for dogs to overheat. So according to the chief veterinarian at Petco, dogs with these 4 features are most susceptible to heat stroke. So listen to this if you are a dog owner. Number 1, flat faces. Dogs with short snouts tend to have narrow airways, so it's harder to breathe and pant.
Pug, bulldog, French bulldog, Pekingese.
Long hair. It's like wearing a sweater. So a summer haircut might be in order for your long-haired dog. Young and old dogs, they're more at risk than dogs in the prime of their life. And dogs that are overweight or have other pre-existing conditions. Even breeds without those features can get heat stroke, but the veterinarian says that the ones at the highest risk are bulldogs, boxers, pugs, Boston Terriers, Shih Tzus, Chow Chows, Huskies, and Golden Retrievers.
All the cutest ones. Watch out.
Yeah, the top signs your dog is too hot are excessive panting, drooling, deeper rapid breathing, weakness, vomiting, and looking disoriented. So always have water available. Don't leave them outside for too long. Make sure there's shade. Don't do the midday walks.
And get the little booties for the dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for that black
Hot
top.
asphalt.
Yeah, never leave them in the car, obviously, even if it's parked in the shade. There you go.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, now this.
Hey, real quick, somebody else brought up, we were talking about Barbarian and whatever the other movie was. Did you guys watch that Bad Times at El Royale?
Oh, yeah, with John Hamm.
John Hamm.
Yeah, that's a good cast.
It's a heck of a cast. That was a good one. You guys would like that. Thanks for the suggestion there, Jim.
All right, Teamers, remember that brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Hit up happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6 for $4 pizza, burgers, or wings. Tomorrow, I'll be at the Hot Shots in Wentzville from 6 to 8 with Hot Ones and Stella Artois. Your chance to win some great prizes if you come out. From Labadie, Missouri, Brittany Young is out. Grew up in Labadie not too long ago. Brittany's a longtime listener of both The Riz Show and The Point. Loves starting her mornings off with the gang as often as possible. Loves all the conversations that take place in the show. Agrees with most of my opinions on topics. Is a fan of all the individual personalities that make The Riz Show, but if she had to choose one person as her favorite, it would be me. That's finally right. Me, guys.
Yeah, nice.
Brittany Young from Labadie is our Team Riz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It is 7:09. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Looks like we've got a right lane blocked and a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a crash 270 southbound just after Page Avenue. Your point forecast, spot showers possible, high of 87. Right now, it's 68 at the Point Studio.
What's funny?
Just a message that came in.
Wow. Crap on Celebrities next. What do you got?
Rockstar medical update. New music galore. Forgiveness. Is that still a thing? And we're going to do it. We're going to go around the horn and find out who we're all voting for in the upcoming election. But hold on to your panties, bud, because it's not going to be what you think, you total psychos. Calm the hell down.
What?
Wow.
What? All right, we got that. We
The
got
message
yours.
says, in regards to the last hour, Lern thinks hotel carpets are gross, but wants a hobo bang shack in her backyard.
That's right. Make it known.
Crappy birthdays, porno birthday, all that and more next in your Grab on Celebrity. Stay there.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
So yesterday, hope everything's all right in your basement, but what about your roof? You don't know what's going on up there. Maybe there was water getting underneath shingles, behind walls. When was the last time you had your roof inspected? Maybe you've never had anybody up there to look at your roof. You should have the Happy Roof Company up there just for the peace of mind. We had some bad storms roll through this past spring, like Memorial Day weekend. Bad hailstorm in my area, and there was some roof damage. Thank God the Happy Roof Company went up there to check it out. Do you have roof damage and your insurance company already paid you out, but you need a roofer that's going to give you an estimate? Call the Happy Roof Company. Do you need help with that insurance paperwork on your damaged roof? The Happy Roof Company can help you out. Did your insurance claim get denied, but all your neighbors got new roofs except for you? Call the Happy Roof Company. Leaky roofs, old roofs, damaged roofs, ugly roofs. The Happy Roof Company should be your first call. They're local, headquartered in Sunset Hills. If you call today, they'll have somebody out to look at your issue within 24 hours. They do residential roofing. They do commercial roofing. Over 50 years combined experience, roofing, siding, and gutters. A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Give them a call, 314-665-3001. 314-665-3001. Online at thehappyroof.com.
I'm so excited to be back here at Point Fest 2021, and for the very first time in person after multiple FaceTimes. Josh from Bad Flower, dude, you're really
Hello.
here.
You're a real person.
You are a real
I
person.
thought maybe you were like a computer-generated deepfake.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
I mean, I do feel like an avatar most days of the week, so I think that's the case.
And you look like an avatar in person. Like you look like an avatar version of somebody's real self, but that's your actual self.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going for. First and most important conversation or question of the conversation, how are you? Just vibe check. How are you feeling today? How are the emotions? It's Point Fest.
Good. I've been so stressed out. We're preparing for our headlining tour. Our album comes out in 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like so much that has to happen around that. And I stupidly take on so many things on my own and I don't ask for help. I'm like, no, I want to do this. I want to do the lighting for the tour. I want to design the stage. I want to do all this stuff. And then go time is happening. I'm like, I only have two hands. I have to sleep a little bit. I don't know what to do. And so I'm in that phase right now. So I'm like thinking about a million different things. I'm trying to stay focused on our interview and what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But like, what else do I
Right
have to
now you're
program? What
already-
did I miss? What's going to mess up on stage? What do I have to do?
Well, I heard
Is
you
my
guys
dog
sound checked
fed?
already. Yeah, so the sound check went great, it sounded like.
It did.
So you feel prepared there. That's good.
Yeah.
Is somebody taking care of Maggie? Speaking of your dog, is
Yes.
your dog taken care
Yes,
of?
my dog is taken care of.
Okay, absolutely.
But I still think about it.
Right, like before COVID, you were able to take.
We all know that home values right now are sky high, and that means you have a ton of equity. And I'm sure you've heard that the market may have peaked. So it's a great time to think about selling, except for there's two things. You do realize when you get your new home loan, you're going to have those higher interest rates. And the big deal, you're just not ready to move. Well, I have some great news. Truehold's new sell and stay program, it's ingenious because they're going to buy your home right now while its value is sky high. And you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. And Truehold, they're going to make you a solid cash offer, not some lowball offer like the others. This is a legit offer, and it's based on your home's current value. And the cash, it's yours to do whatever you want. If you want to travel, go and travel. If you want to pay off some bills, you can use it for paying off bills or securing your retirement. Again, The good thing is you get to stay in your home with a comfortable lease, and Truehold, they're going to cover your property taxes and insurance and even your maintenance. So see how much Truehold will pay for your home today. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
It is a very, very big day in the land of Red Hot Chili Pepper fans everywhere, and I am so unbelievably honored to be joined today by Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea, St. Louis is saying hello to you.
I love St. Louis, and I fondly miss the raucous nights, Mississippi nights that we used to have over there. And hello to everybody. Love to one and all.
Man, it's really great to hear your voice, but also, too, it's wonderful to have a new Red Hot Chili Peppers album that is out today, and John Frusciante back in the Chili Peppers. Flea, can you kind of talk to us a little bit about how he got back into the fold with you guys? And I know that you guys had maintained a friendship even when he wasn't in the band. Were you guys still jamming and playing together when he wasn't a Chili Pepper?
We occasionally jammed, and we always were friends, and we get together and talk. And, it was difficult, too, because he left, and we got someone else to replace him who was his friend. And it's sort of like, when you break up with a girlfriend and then you start dating their friend or something. It's like being in a band with someone is a very emotional and, close experience. So it was... our relationship has always been intense. But I remember I think there's a lot of things that led up to him coming back all the way around. But I remember one particular evening, he and his girlfriend were over for dinner with me and my girlfriend, and we're having dinner, and he and I were like off in a room talking. And I remember I just kind of said, like, I never really touched on it, even though I would think it. And I said, John, I sometimes I really miss playing with you, man.
Yeah.
And I said it. I couldn't help it. I just burst into tears. It was so emotional for me to say it. And he looked at me, and I saw him do the same thing. Like, we're both looking at each other, and he's like, me too, And in that moment, I was just like, oh, man. I was just like going to Anthony like a few days later, and I was like, I think John would come back, And just kind of opened that conversation, and one thing led to another, and next thing you know, we made that decision.
Wow.
All together. And it was very difficult to part ways with Josh, who's a beautiful person and a great musician, but it was the right thing to do for us, because sometimes I think there's things, people are just born to do certain things. And John Frusciante was born to play guitar in the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and man, that dude is such a profoundly beautiful, deep musician, and I treasure every moment we play together.
It's really wonderful to have you. Flea, I can just legitimately tell that your homeboy is back in the band, and you're just doing things that you love, and it's wonderful to me. And as a matter of fact, I read a quote from Rick Rubin where he said, when you guys got back into the studio with John, and I think you were at Shangri-La, which is
decided to buy a house. Good for you. Build some equity. Stop renting. If you are thinking of buying a house, your first thought is, I should probably call a realtor. No, what you should do is you should probably call Kevin Putney first. Kevin Putney at the 123 Mortgage Team. See, look, a mortgage is like a fingerprint. So Kevin Putney is going to find the mortgage that fits your needs, your exact needs. Everybody's mortgage is going to be different. So my loan's going to be different from, Rafe's loan or King Scott's loan, and their loan's going to be different from, you get it. So Kevin's going to put that puzzle together, find you the exact loan that fits your needs. He's going to tell you how much house you could afford. So then you call the realtor. Then we look at houses we could afford. And if there are multiple offers on the table, you're good to go. You're qualified. You're approved. Next thing you know, boom, we're moving. He's got all sorts of programs, too. First-time homebuyer programs. He's got down payment assistant programs. He's a good dude. He's local. He'll work with you wherever, whenever. He's going to treat you like a human being. A lot of these out-of-town banks, they'll treat you like just a number. Give him a call, 314-862-0123. Online at 123mortgage.com. It's Kevin Putney, Equalizing Opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
Ever found yourself in the middle of your daily deuce and thought, I wish this was funnier? Today's your lucky day. Welcome to the Number 2 Show. I'm your host, Rafe Williams, stand-up comedian, plus-size male model, and co-host of the Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point. What is the Number 2 Show? Well, it's me on the toilet talking to you on the toilet, just like it sounds. In each episode, we'll plunge into riveting topics that'll have you rolling in the stall with laughter, so much so that it might freak out whoever's sitting next to you. But I say, hey, lean in and make a friend.
Back to the program, phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833, the Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Riz, the socials at RIZZ Show, your emails, RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. We'll play Do It Bitch. I believe this is the official tiebreaker match for Do It Bitch.
Okay.
So what are the two teams? Rafe and Lern?
Yeah.
Versus King
Cousin
Scott and
Brothers.
Moon. We'll play Do It Bitch. Give away some fabulous prizes later, including tickets to go see the Struts, tickets for Highly Suspect, sold-out show at Del Mar Hall, and we got tickets to go see Pops is for Lovers, featuring Hawthorne Heights, Thursday, Anne Boleyn, and Armor for Sleep. Pops, a couple weeks away, Saturday, July 27th. So we're talking earlier about the floating McDonald's.
Yeah.
Ray found a whole Reddit thread on what happened.
It was wild. I went down a rabbit hole over here while you guys were talking.
From the 93
And I
flood?
apologize. It's not good radio, but my brain was about to explode.
Okay, so the floating McDonald's, when did that cease to exist?
Tell us.
It was after the flood, way after the flood, right?
Doesn't say when, but it says up to September 2021, this person has followed its progress. And I don't know if this is real or not, but it looks real. They have like an aerial shot of the floating McDonald's in Iowa, in Burlington, Iowa, as of 9/17/2020, and it's been bought and renamed the SS McRib. It says the SS McRib was spared the breakers and purchased by a shady ex-cop from Boston who's unbelievably named Jimmy McRib.
No.
Amazing.
No way.
Jimmy McRib?
No way.
By the way,
I want it to
opened-
be real. If not, it's still funny.
It opened in 1980, closed in 2000.
Yeah, closed in
There we go.
2000.
So it's still being used as a headquarters for suspect activities. His criminal enterprise appears no more sophisticated than stealing items from evidence and selling them, as well as the Canal Street counterfeits from his paddle streamer. It's obvious, quite profitable, and he's maintained and enhanced the former St. Louis Riverfront McDonald's into a machine of war.
Yes.
The ship's location can be tracked on Twitter, and I personally fenced a number of items in the main ballroom of the SS McRib a few years back.
Get out. It's not real.
Has to be.
Hey,
You know what? Your Viking funeral is going to be off of this ship.
Dude.
By the way, it was not the only one. There was one in Vancouver in the 80s.
I know. I saw that, too. It's like abandoned. You can go just floating there, abandoned like a ghost ship.
Totally abandoned. It's called the McBarge.
The McBarge.
My wife sent me something. It was an article about Burger King did have one as well, and during the flood, it broke off and smashed into the bridge.
No way. So the Burger King?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happened to that one. I knew there was two of them down there.
Real question. Is the Filet-O-Fish more fresh on one of these?
I would
doubt it.
I would think Grimace is out there with a rod and reel.
I would hope so.
I feel like,
Or would you eat anything out of the Mississippi?
I feel like they found Grimace on the bottom of the Mississippi. He looks like a creature that would like be a bottom feeder at the bottom of the Mississippi. The authors did meet Jimmy McRib and said, the SS McRib is a welcome sight on any riverfront. It always has a huge collection of counterfeit watches and goods available. It's worth a man's life to request a McRib from the Captain Jimmy McRib. He will threaten you, and he is dead serious. Any McDonald's pun will send Jimmy McRib into a towering rage. As an aspersions can cast the quality of McDonald's food will send him in a tailspin of depression, pain, and shame. I did not know this. After completing a particularly profitable transaction, I made a quick that I was, quote, I'm loving it. Jimmy McRib went ballistic. His veins bulging, already porcine pink face turning purple. He threatened to kick my balls out.
No.
McBarge.
No.
Yeah. It's still funny.
It's still funny.
Someone
yes.
took
It's
the
a good-
time.
It's good McDonald's, floating McDonald's fan fiction.
It is. I just love that it's out there. There's a floating McDonald's fan fiction.
I
page,
love that.
and it is long.
Dude, so here's a picture of it from the 80s. Like,
Yeah.
This is the McBarge. One of the cool parts was was walking on this bridge over the water, and you park on that slope, on that nasty slope right by the river water.
Sure.
It was.
I can't believe this thing was open until 2000.
It was so cool.
I feel like the only thing that kept it afloat, no pun intended, was it was just like the bing bang of the field trips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, you go to the Arch.
Go to the Arch, you go to floating McDonald's. Like that was the field trip in the 90s.
Yeah, you go to the
class
Arch.
was going.
You go to the Arch, you do that thing, you see the Lewis and Clark exhibit, and you go eat at the McBarge.
Yeah. It was really neat.
Huh. Yeah, not there anymore. Decommissioned. I wonder where it actually is.
It's
Like,
probably infested in some guy's property.
It was just a barge with a bunch of crap built on it, so I'm sure it was just torn down.
Oh yeah,
probably
so
remodeled.
Yeah, the other one, this McBarge up in Vancouver, was like a boat. It was like a legit thing. Do you see that? I mean,
It kind of looks like the
you see
Admiral.
the abandoned one?
Well, you know, they sink those things and make them into reefs. I wonder if it's I wonder if it's at the bottom of some body of water.
I thought you meant one of those things you put little ornaments on and hang on your door.
You know, all the reefs and the big money.
No.
Look at the difference. Here's the one in Vancouver. It's like a totally different thing.
Yeah.
It's a huge.
All right, today is July the 10th. Back in the day, 99 years ago in 1925, the Scopes monkey trial begins in Dayton, Tennessee. John Scopes was eventually found guilty of teaching evolution at a public school and fined a whopping $100. 45 years ago, 1979, St. Louis's own Chuck Berry sentenced to 4 months in prison for tax evasion. He underpaid $200,000 on his 1973 tax return. Another St. Louis connection, 43 years ago, 1981, the John Carpenter cult classic Escape from New York was released.
Nice.
Starring Kurt Russell as Snake Plissken. Yeah. A convict sent into Manhattan to rescue the president from the island's maximum security prison, filmed in St. Louis.
Yeah, what city could we go to that looks like a
hellscape?
A hellscape futuristic prison.
Mm-hmm.
We need to do it cheaply, so we don't have a. I think I know just the place.
Because wasn't it down on Washington?
Oh, there's stories of like
And
where
the
they
bridge,
filmed.
right?
Okay.
There's a lot of history.
It's very cool.
with the filming of that.
Kurt Russell never looked hotter, by the way. Like really, the hair, the eye patch, the cut off
The
sleeves,
whole thing, man. He was awesome.
the bullet. What do they call those things?
Bandolier.
The bandolier. Whew.
35 years ago, 1989, the great Mel Blanc, the man of 1,000 voices, died in L.A. at 81, along with all the Looney Tunes characters like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Speedy Gonzales, Foghorn Leghorn, Yosemite Sam. Mel Blanc was also the voice of Barney Rubble and Dino on the Flintstones. Why did I call him Mel Blanc
I don't know.
first? It's Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc.
You're fancy, man.
Mel Blanc.
You're thinking of that store you go to, the Mont Blanc one.
Mont Blanc. 29 years ago, 1995, Hugh Grant appears on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno to address his prostitution scandal and shifted the power balance in the late-night wars for good. Now, do you know the story behind this? So the interview, Jay Leno and Hugh Grant. The interview is less famous for what Grant said. Spoiler, it's lots and lots of British stammering. And more of it being like a watershed moment in the Leno-Letterman battle. So Hugh Grant, if you don't remember, was busted roughly 2 weeks before the interview for receiving sexual favors from a prostitute in Los Angeles. And he was with, what's her name?
She had a cool name.
Oh.
Sweet Brown.
Yeah, was that it?
I think
It was
so.
something like Chocolate Divine is what I was
Or
thinking.
it's Divine Brown.
No, Sweet
Maybe
Brown sounds right.
Maybe it was Divine Brown.
Who was he? He was dating.
He was dating Elizabeth Hurley.
That's right. And man, she's top notch gorge.
Yeah, he screwed that
Divine
up.
Brown.
What a cool name.
Let's see.
So Hugh
You're
Grant,
right, Divine Brown.
So Hugh Grant was dating Elizabeth Hurley, was caught with a prostitute named Divine Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 weeks later, he goes on to Leno to talk about what happened. His first major studio film, 9 Months, was set to come out on July 14th. And that was a big movie for him. So he goes on Leno to talk about what happened. So despite the controversy, that booking for Leno marked the first time that Leno's Tonight Show beat Letterman's Late Night in the ratings.
Dang.
And it was a lead that would never go away.
You're welcome, Jay, said Hugh.
It was a lead that never went away. 25 years ago, 1999, the U.S. women's soccer team won the World Cup, beating China on penalty kicks at the Rose Bowl. To celebrate, very famously, Brandi Chastain took off her sweaty jersey to expose her very sweaty Nike sports bra.
Hey, do you remember what Grant paid for the
Delon Brown?
Yeah.
How much?
Says right here, $50.
Oh, that's a good deal.
How was Elizabeth Hurley dating Hugh Grant?
On his defense, that's a good deal. Let's just say that.
How was she dating him?
I'm sorry, but he's not that good looking, and
he's got an accent.
He was
I guess like that's true.
Yeah, but
handsome
she's got
guy.
the accent too. So
I look like in this.
To her, he doesn't have an accent.
oh yeah, they're both just talking to each other.
To her, there is no accent.
Dude, he's
she's
a heck of an
also
actor.
British.
I mean, he seems like a catch. Other than
a dalliance or two with a prostitute.
A lapse in judgment here.
He was like
He's a rom-com guy,
rom-com heartthrob guy.
Floppy-haired. So July 10th of 1995, he did the interview. 9 months, which was probably one of his biggest movies, was set to come out 4 days later.
Dang.
That's why he went on Leno to go do the thing. And 15 years ago today in 2009, Sacha Baron Cohen's Bruno was released.
Was that good? I never watched that.
Bruno was
good. It was good. I mean, it was what it was. It was him as like the gay fashion guy. I mean, it was a shocking.
That's the one where there's
things.
wang all through it, right? Isn't there a bunch of wang?
A lot of dong. I
Is
think
there
there's
lots
a lot.
of dong?
Lot of dong. Right up your alley.
Yes. I only
mean,
watch
that's a
things
weird
with
way of
dong
saying that.
cameos,
Well,
as we
separate.
That's a very weird way of saying that. All right, that's what happened back in the day. All right, it's time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
Let's get entertained. We'll start with this. Queens of the Stone Age have announced they're canceling the rest of their July tour because of Josh Homme. He had to return to the United States immediately yesterday for an emergency surgery. Now, the band did not reveal why he had to have this surgery, only saying that every effort was made to push through and play for their crowd, but that is no longer an option.
He's a cancer survivor.
He is. He was diagnosed with cancer in 2022. He had a successful operation to have that removed. So could be linked to that or possibly
Hopefully
something
not.
else. We love him. Hope he's doing all right. Pearl Jam just had to cancel a handful of shows because of an unspecified illness. This has been a few weeks ago. Well, it turns out it was Eddie Vedder who was one of the people who had this illness, and it was so bad that he felt like he was almost near death. He said it was extremely uncomfortable, got frightening. It felt like chest bronchitis. It felt like maybe you couldn't breathe and maybe you couldn't get through the night and you'd have to go to the hospital. And he says, I realize how precious life is, how lucky we are all to all be living on this planet and play incredible music. But he didn't really go into detail about what the hell was wrong with him either. So I wish these people would start telling us if we're going to have to hear about it. This was just announced yesterday. Seether and Skillet are teaming up for a fall co-headlining tour. They're going to be coming through St. Louis Music Park on Thursday, October 3rd. Those tickets go on sale Friday.
Skillet.
Skillet.
What was their big song? Monster?
Aren't they a Christian metal band?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Highly Suspect have shared another track from As Above, So Below, which comes out on July 19th. Here is a little snippet of the song called The 8th of October to August 17th.
Energy up.
Energy up.
So the name of the song is The 8th of October to August 17th?
Yes.
That's my birthday.
See? They did this for you. Okay.
Thanks, Highly Suspect.
AWOL Nation have released an acoustic version of Panoramic View from the Phantom 5, which is due out August 30th. Here's what that will sound like.
All right, this is AWOL Nation. Here we go. Great.
Energy up.
Okay, well, what about this? Here's comes a banger for you. I don't have any song for it, but you know this song because you probably put it on your Spotify playlist because we all did. It joined the Billions Club, and I think it's because of the Fall Guy movie, put it back on our maps. Kiss's classic song, I Was Made for Loving You, has hit 1 billion streams. So congratulations to them.
And that's a song the band actually hates.
Right.
You know,
Gene Simmons does not like that
I
song.
saw Snoop Dogg come out and, talk truth. I was going to say trash, but truth about Spotify. And he's like, I got 1 billion streams. And I asked my money guy, what does that translate to? And he said like 40 grand. 1 billion streams.
Isn't that crazy?
40 grand.
The Billions Club started in 2020, which includes all of the songs that Spotify, they started this playlist for the Billions Club. So if you want to check that out, you can follow that Billions Club playlist on
That's
Spotify.
when Kiss went disco with that song.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Gene Simmons hates when he has to do the do 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 do.
I like that song.
I
do too.
I love it.
Do you know that song?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, you don't know that song?
No, I do. I do. It's one of those where when you hear it, you go, oh, cool song. Oh, that's Kiss?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Kiss?
That's Kiss.
Guys, I'm going to continue to be a downer. Rest in peace to Joe Bonsall. He passed away yesterday at the age of 76 after a 4-year battle with ALS. He was a longtime member of the Oak Ridge Boys. And the Oak Ridge Boys, they sold more than 41 million records, won 5 Grammys. They were inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2015. Here's a little Elvira, if you maybe never have heard of them or need a little refresh. Gosh damn it!
I do know this one.
There it is.
I didn't think I knew this guy.
I think I got your number.
There it is. There you go.
Dead.
Should have played that for whatever, Flogging's Homer or whatever.
Flogging Homers. All right, this is Oak Ridge Boys. R.I.P.
to Joe Bonsall.
Okay, here we go. Why?
Joe,
It
guys,
just doesn't play me right.
That you have
It's
you have
Elvira.
hate in your heart for that song just by hearing that?
Just when I hear it, I'm just like, I don't want to be here.
What? The dude was part of the
something
Grand
about
Ole Opry.
No. I had nothing against the guy. I'm just saying, like, when I hear that song, I'm like, I don't need this.
What are the
don't
big
like
Oak
Elvira.
Ridge Boys songs?
I'm not alone.
And I looked that
I'm
up.
pretty sure I may have caused this because I sang My Baby's American Made last week when we were talking about American songs. I brought up the Oak Ridge Boys, and look what happened.
This show really does have a
I'm going to
problem.
beat all the emailers to it.
Never mind the ALS he's been dealing with for 4 years.
That's right. It was us.
What so what's their
American
big
Made.
song?
They got
Give me
Y'all
another
Come
one.
Back Saloon.
Give me another one.
Great
so
song.
I can be positive. That's not my
I could
thing.
hear the country dirtbags
doing that one. Oh,
and Mark
yeah.
Roth, great bassist, doing pop bow bow.
You're right. Maybe we do it. At,
Leave the door cracked. That's all I'm saying.
We'll do it at Ballwind Days.
We'll leave the light on for
and
you.
Eureka Days.
Guys, Joe Rogan's next and third Netflix special is going to hit it live on August 3rd. It will be live at 9 p.m., following in the footsteps of both Chris Rock's Selective Outrage and the roast of Tom Brady. His previous Netflix specials included Joe Rogan's Strange Times in 2018. And then Joe Rogan Triggered in 2016. In movie news, DreamWorks Animation confirmed that the long-awaited fifth Shrek film will debut in theaters everywhere on July 1st. Here's a little promo clip of what that will sound like.
Okay, it's just Smash Mouth. Okay.
So
That's all we're doing to promote Shrek is playing
That's it,
Smash
just
Mouth?
playing Smash Mouth.
Wow.
But guys, Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, they're all on board. They're going to reprise their famous roles as Shrek, Fiona, Donkey, respectively. Antonio Banderas is also going to be the feisty
Antonio.
feline.
Antonio Banderas and his, how you say?
How you say, you look
show.
radiant tonight. Yes. So again, exciting news. The fifth installment of Shrek will be here July 1st next year.
I was reading. I know you said the Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, the sequel.
It's going to be all the original cast
I am 100% on board then.
Plus Antonio Banderas.
plus Antonio Bennett from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So
You're saying
I feel
Mescal,
it.
Paul Mescal, not Paul Pascal.
Paul Mescal. Yeah, no, Pedro Pascal is in
Too
it.
many
too.
Yes.
cows. Too many cows.
I was like, wait a minute, are they like related? They're not.
I'll watch.
Wow. He looks cool as heck, though, dude.
But this does, watching the trailer, has the same look of the original
Yes, this
Ridley
looks-
Scott.
Oh, this looks great.
It looks great, doesn't it?
This looks great.
I'm just saying, Pedro Pascal, he's
Time
done a
out.
lot of things. Let's take a break.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. I need your opinion on this. Will Smith still has 8 years to go before his 10-year Oscar ban for slapping Chris Rock in the face is over, but he's trying to allegedly get that sentence commuted early. In Touch magazine claims that he is begging the Academy to lift the ban, in part because he apologized, but also because of the success that Bad Boys Ride or Die has proven that he can still get out there and sell some damn movies.
No.
So should he
No.
be, is the 10-year ban good enough? So at 10 years, you think this is all right?
Yeah,
We're all
10 years is
forgiven?
good.
Okay.
You walked on stage and you slapped somebody
Right.
at the Oscars.
Live on television.
What if Chris Rock accepts the apology?
It doesn't matter. This has nothing to do with the sentence that was cast down for the crime.
So it's 10 years solid.
10 years.
Chris
serving
didn't ban him,
Yeah.
so
Right.
Chris can't unban him.
I don't think Chris Rock has forgiven him.
No, he hasn't.
Even if they were best buds, like, do the crime, do the time.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say 3 years on good behavior.
No.
Whoa.
3 years.
You know that Roman Polanski have an Oscar?
It doesn't make it right.
Chomo. He just slapped the dude. Come on. Let the sentence fit the crime is all I'm saying. Like, it's not like the Hollywood's parsing out some of the creeps they're letting sit in the audience that are convicted of horrible, horrible things. So, like, Will Smith, at least he did it in the broad daylight. I'm not saying what he did was right.
Right.
I think 3 years on good behavior is fine. If Chris Rock accepts his apology. I think 10 years was a little overboard.
Guilty. 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 Guilty.
10 years. Guilty.
Lena Dunham has dropped out of the Polly Pocket movie after 3 years of developing it and writing the
damn
script.
it.
I was actually looking forward to this because I enjoyed playing with Polly Pockets when I was a kid, and the Barbie movie was so cool. And so, but I also respect that her decision for dropping out. She said that the way Greta Gerwig put her stamp all over Barbie was incredible, made her realize that Polly Pocket just wasn't for her. And they had everybody cast for this. Lily Collins was set to play Polly Pocket. Mattel says the movie is still in active development, so you got the brand on board. So it could still
What was
happen.
Polly Pocket? Was that, she came in like a little shell?
A little shell that, snapped, and when you opened it, it was her little world, and they were these itty bitty little chokeable toys that
And it
you
had
could.
a very memorable song for the commercials.
What was the song?
Something about as simple as Polly Pocket. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is Polly Pocket.
I love that you said it was memorable and then immediately couldn't remember it.
That's okay.
Well, I'm still in
Ticketmaster says users' contact and payment card info could have been stolen during a data breach anytime between April 2nd and May 18th. They had a statement out that says, "We are fully committed to protecting your info and deeply regret this incident occurred." It's been reported that hackers, a group called the Shiny Hunters, claimed responsibility for the breach, and they were trying to sell the info to the dark web for about $500,000. Now, while Ticketmaster says it's offering free credit monitoring through TransUnion for a year, customers are also asked to call a 1-800 number if you see any suspicious activity. So we'll have that on the blog for you. And finally, guys, it is an election year.
Yes, it is.
And at this point, maybe you'd feel more secure voting for a cartoon character for president than the two reigning champs of their parties that are duking it out at the golf course. So Ranker.com put out a list, and so they got a poll going of the cartoon characters people would most likely be voting for in November. So if you had to vote for a cartoon, and this goes for every cartoon imaginable, who do you think is part of the top 10? And we're going for brains, brawn, and beauty.
For me, it's easy. Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny came in.
I feel like he can get stuff done.
Yeah, really, he's got some authority.
He's got savvy.
He's respected.
He is well
A
respected.
little directionally challenged, but I feel like he put some people in his administration.
Riz, you're
straighten that out.
completely right on. He came in at number 8 of the top 10 people voting for him.
8?
Yes.
Bugs at 8. Don't say Mickey.
Mickey's not in the top 10.
Good.
Oh, good.
Oh, disturb me.
Yeah.
Who else is smart? Think of smart cartoon characters.
Velma.
Velma is number 5.
She would figure stuff out. She'd lose her glasses about halfway through a press conference, and they'd be problematic. She'd step on them. But after that, she does figure. She solves the case every time.
The brain.
The brain from Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
He's on the list, but not top 10.
I don't want him as president.
He's kind of evil.
He's evil.
How about Pinky?
Pinky's not on here.
No, Pinky's an idiot.
Okay.
Which
Stimpy.
Stimpy, great one. Not top 10, though.
No, Ren would be.
I know.
So angry.
Not Beavis or Butthead.
No, they're not on the list.
I will say
Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson on the list, but not top 10.
Lisa.
Yo, Maggie. Yeah, I was gonna
Lisa
say,
would be-
Lisa Simpson is number 2. People would vote for Lisa, and she's super smart, so that makes sense.
Okay.
Inspector Gadget.
It'd be funny to have Porky Pig, just somebody with a speech impediment.
And no pants.
Oh, no. That'd be Sylvester the Cat.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody with a speech impediment.
You guys are missing some superheroes, a papa, and a couple of dogs.
Superhero.
Batman.
Batman is the number 1 cartoon
Yeah,
character
buddy.
that people would vote for to be president of the United States.
I never would have thought Batman as a cartoon.
Which is actually on brand because
Vote for the
he's
rich
a
guy.
billionaire.
Yeah.
He's got a secret lair nobody knows about.
He's got the money.
He's got the money.
got the
He's
money,
got a
got
weird
some
identity
connections.
we don't understand.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I'll give you the
Justice.
Is Yosemite Sam on that?
No, he is not. I'll give you the
Got too
top
much
10.
of a temper.
So coming in at rounding it out. So Scooby-Doo was number 10, Snoopy number 9, Bugs Bunny number 8, Optimus Prime number 7, Papa Smurf number 6.
AI, we welcome you.
Velma at number 5, Spider-Man at number 4, Superman at number 3, Lisa Simpson at number 2.
Optimus Prime is not eligible. He's not a natural born citizen.
No, yeah.
Neither is Aquaman.
And your number 1 president, your next president of the United States of America is Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Batman.
Somebody said Aquaman?
Nah.
He's from Atlantis.
Speedy
Superman's
Gonzalez?
from Krypton.
Yeah, Superman's from Krypton.
Well,
Show me the birth certificate.
Yep,
Yeah.
we'll start that again. Anyway, that's your
Man's
crap
gonna
on
start to
celebrities.
show me the birth
By the way,
certificate.
I think today is a registration deadline for voting, so look into that. Thanks.
Rock the vote.
Celebrity
No,
celebrating
I'm
birthdays.
with P. Diddy would vote or die.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Vote or
Remember that
die.
whole thing? Vote or die? Oh,
Celebrities.
you don't remember P. Diddy with his vote or die campaign?
I don't think so. When was this? 90s? 2000?
Early 2000s.
No, I don't remember that. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. The star in the live-action Dora the Explorer movies, Isabella Merced, is 23. Jessica Simpson is 44. Thomas Ian Nicholas, who's that?
Oh, from American Pie.
Kevin from American Pie. And yes, Henry Rosenbagger from Rookie of the Year is 44. Adrian Grenier is 48. Sofia Vergara is 52. Thomas Ian Nicholas, by the way, Nicholas was at our Punk Rock Disney show.
Does he live here?
No. He was on tour. He does a couple bands. Like
That's
the Thomas
amazing.
Nicholas
He's in a
band,
speed metal. He's in a speed metal band.
and he's in a punk band.
That's the guy from Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
He's so cute. And you were like, yeah, he was at Punk Rock. I'm like, what?
Is he, he was the one that was with
Tara Reid.
In real life?
No,
In American
Oh,
Pie.
right. Sofia Vergara is 52. Gary LaVox from Rascal Flatts is 54. Neil Tennant from Pet Shop Boys is 70. Arlo Guthrie is 77.
Oh, that's that.
The
one always
Thanksgiving
played on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
About the waitress.
Alice's Restaurant.
Alice's Restaurant.
Yes, restaurant. That's it.
And Robert Pine, that is Sergeant Joseph on Chips. His son Chris Pine plays Kirk in the new Star Trek movies, and he's in the Wonder Woman movies. Robert Pine is 83 years old.
Old Bobby Pine, huh?
Bobby Pine. Bob Pine. Hi,
today's
Bob Pine.
today's porno birthday is brought to you by Patricia's Where Fun and Fantasy Meet. It is Sarah Siobhan. And today's birthday girl has been in 326 fine films, including Alien Ass Party, Ass Destroyers, Inc., Babysit My Ass 2, a movie called Bush 4, Dark Meat 6, The Lesbian Neighbors, Occupy My Ass, Sexually Broken 27, and Who Can Forget a Role? And 2014's That Ass in Yoga Pants 2.
Occupy My Ass was a really interesting
I remember that
take on
movement.
Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah.
I remember that movement.
Yeah.
Sarah Siobhan is 40 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with some of your emails. It is 7:53. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. We have a right-hand shoulder block due to a crash 270 southbound just after Page Avenue. Further south from there, there's delays 270 eastbound between 44 and 40. Average speed about 20 miles an hour. Your point forecast, spot showers are possible. High of 87. Right now it's 69 at the Point Studio.
Dude, this sucks. Hey, welcome back to the farm. So a couple weeks ago, a storm blew through and knocked a big-ass tree down. So I got a tree that I need to kind of get rid of, or at least saw down a little bit. So, of course, I got the pro, Mark from Colonel Landscaping, with me. So, Mark, not only
Yes, sir.
do you put trees in,
Yes, sir.
but you take trees out.
Yes, sir. Full service.
So you see what we got here?
Yeah. So I think it might have been dead before it fell.
Yeah. But who knows what kind of wind blew it over? We just came down here and it was felled.
Yes, sir.
So we need to cut it down. We need to kind of haul it out of here. So
We'll cut it into some manageable pieces.
cut
get
it into
up to the
manageable
road, and go
pieces
from
and then
there.
just haul it out to somewhere, a burn pile somewhere. So what should we do?
We're gonna get it into small enough sections, move it in by hand, since we're on a pretty steep slope here, we're not getting anything else down there, so it's going to take a little
elbow grease?
A little hauling ourselves.
How old do you think this thing is, or was?
It's 60 plus.
60 plus years old?
Oh, yeah.
Some bad storms roll through. Are you prepared for unexpected power outages? Maybe you got a freezer full of meat and that power goes out for an extended period of time. That meat's going to go bad. Well, Hoffman Brothers has the perfect solution for you. Their reliable interlock kit. Now, when the power goes out, you need a solution that's quick, it's safe, and it's cost-effective. An interlock kit from Hoffman Brothers lets you use your portable generator to power your home safely and efficiently. With an interlock kit, you get the peace of mind knowing your essential appliances will keep running during an outage. Imagine keeping your fridge, your deep freezer, your lights on, all without breaking the bank. Don't wait until the next big storm hits. Improve life in your home with Hoffman Brothers Interlock Kit. The expert team will handle the installation, ensuring your family's safety and comfort. Call today for a free estimate. 314-664-3011. That's 314-664-3011 or online at hoffmanbros.com. Hoffman Brothers is an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
All right, backstage at Point Fest, and for the first time playing our fantastic festival, a rock and roll band that we have come to like quite a bit in the last 6 to 9 months. Gentlemen, it's great to see you from Bad Flower. Welcome to St. Louis and welcome to Point Fest. It's great to have you.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
So I want
talking into the fart mics.
Talking into the fart mics, absolutely. The first thing that I just want to like kind of cut straight to it. The song Promise Me we're playing right now, and I love it.
Thank you.
Like, I absolutely love it. When we play it, I honestly feel like it jumps out of the speakers and just, I don't know, man, I think it just sounds great, but it definitely sounds different than the first two singles before it. I'm assuming that was a purposeful move on you guys' part.
I think if it was up to me, Promise Me would have been the first single. But there were tactics involved and as to why we went and did it in the order that we did. And I'm glad that we did it in the order that we did because Ghost was such a huge success. And then Heroin, we didn't expect to also be such a huge success. So it was cool to sort of like seal that and now come out with our song that is way less on the rock side that everybody knows us to be. Mm-hmm. And it shows more of who we really are, which is a more diverse group.
Right. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Promise Me went #1 at Active Rock over the weekend.
Heroin
went number one.
I was like, it did?
There we go. Hey, already screwed up this interview.
Yeah, no, Heroin is currently number one.
Just went there. The reason that I say that is because on the alternative side of things, Promise Me is the one that we are playing right now.
Totally.
But you know, when you see those kinds of things happen, when you see, you know, the song move up the charts and see people start to play it and really react to it, as a young band, I just cannot imagine that sort of feeling.
Yesterday, and he said something really nice. It was one of my favorite compliments. He says, "You have such a zest for life." And I do. I have a lot of energy, but I also like my downtime. I like to go to a spa. I like to get massage and facial. And when I saw over in Ellisville that they were building up this amazing experience, this 10,000 square foot immersible experience called Woodhouse Spa, I had my eye on it the entire time. I'm like, I can't wait to get in there. Went in there for a massage a couple weeks ago, and man, you walk in, you are fully relaxed. The staff, they're going to take care of you. There's just such a, you know, the lights are dim. You go to your own little waiting area. Your massage therapist brings you back. You're completely indulged and relaxed by the time you leave Woodhouse Spa, and you're not going to want to leave. They also have couples massage, maternity massage, the tranquil stone massage, and they have rituals too, which is something I didn't know anything about. They even have something called a signature meditative mood soak. It's incredible. It's the next thing I'm going to be doing at Woodhouse Spa. So if you are in some need of getting some relaxation, the grand opening July special, 20% off any service booked for July, Monday through Thursday. Call them now, 314-690-7222. Tell them Lern told you to go get some relaxation.
It's a nerve-wracking day. Why? You guys and Queens of the Stone Age, back-to-back interviews. I'm already a high-strung person. Whew. I can't wait to have a beer when this is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
You don't need to worry about us.
Well, yeah, but I do though, because see, here's where the rub is with me and bands that I really like. If it's a band that I'm about, I can power right through. But then when it's a band that I really dig, then there's a bit of that fanboy stuff that starts popping out, and that's what I'm trying to control. So here, I'm bringing it down. I'm going to do my best professional interview as I.
You're doing very well so far.
Together, we can all do this.
We can all do this. So I had the fortune of seeing you guys on Saturday. I was in Austin at ACL. And I want to talk about this. I got to talk about this. Because I know you guys had troubles. I guess it was with pedals.
With cables and amps weren't turning on, basically, yeah.
But from where I was standing and watching from my vantage point, it was a flipping phenomenal show. Like, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh, thanks.
So when you are, a few days away from that, this kind of already answered my question with your facial expressions, but do you look back at that and go, whew, I can't wait for this weekend and us able to do it again? Or do you go back and go, you know what, this song was messed up, but we powered through for the rest?
I kind of, when stuff goes wrong and breaks, I almost feel like, I'm almost like, see, it can go wrong. And what we do is real,
Sure.
We don't play to a backing track or a click, and we just plug in and go. And when that breaks, it's proof that that we are taking some element, some sort of a risk up there.
Yeah.
And also, I think as well, when stuff goes wrong, it forces you to go in a different direction, and you have to dig from somewhere else that you didn't think you were going to have to. So I think, in the case of ACL, like, part of me was like incredibly frustrated because people would come to see us and shit was breaking. But on the other hand, the songs that we did manage to make stuff work for, I felt like I had this kind of whole new energy to them.
Absolutely,
it's exciting. It's like you want to see people on the cusp of losing their minds, which I certainly was at the time.
I saw a band once kick over a whole entire like amp bed, or amp rack thing, and it was one of the coolest things.
I just want to be sharp. I want to be at my best. I want to take on the day with gusto. But there was a time when I'd get up, I go, ugh, dragging ass, and that'd be the whole day. Listen, I understand you're tired when you get up, but when you're dragging ass all day, there's a problem.
Yeah, and a lot of guys reach 30 or 40 or 50, and they're like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to feel this way.
That's
and they
it,
kind of this defeatist attitude.
Over the hill thing is garbage.
That's not how you're supposed to feel. Look around you. There are plenty of people that are hitting their goals, looking their best, feeling their best, and performing their best. That's where you let Mentality Health help you out. Mentality Health is there for us to make sure that we are getting the most out of life every single day, every week, every month, every year. And they have 2 locations to make it easy. You and I both go to the West County location.
Yeah, Chesterfield and South County. Maybe it's testosterone you need. Maybe it's peptide therapy for anti-aging. Maybe you're having problems in the bedroom, so you need the tadalafil. Or it's a weight loss thing, and they got semaglutide for you.
Yeah, when you went in there and got your customized treatment program, within a week you said that you were sleeping better than you had slept in 10 years.
Yeah.
That's huge. If you want to hit your goals, go to Mentality Health. West County and a South County location, make it easy for you. Get all the info at mentalityhealth.com.
This is Rizzuto. Not only is he rich.
Coming up in just a little bit, your chance to win some prizes. Do it, bitch. I guess this is
a rematch.
Well, yeah. I guess you guys are tied because it was King Scott and Moon a couple weeks ago, and you guys lost.
Yeah, we lost. And then the last time, the Great Wheel decided the rematch. And we came back. We won.
Yeah, they won.
So now it's 1-1. Let's
just
settle the series once and for all.
Today, do it, bitch. Time to settle the score.
Mm-hmm.
5 innings.
By the way, I requested that Moon shoot in my right cheek on Monday because I thought that was the cheek that had all the trauma. And that was not what was real.
What do you mean?
Well, if anyone missed this story,
You looked in the mirror and you had the wrong cheek, didn't you?
I didn't realize the reflections reversed. No, last week, I had a metal straw in a cup, and I sat it on my driver's seat. And I told myself as I got out of my car, don't forget. Don't you dare forget. And then I went to Peacemaker, had a cocktail, and I came back, and I sat down on the metal straw.
Oh, man.
It was almost awful. And so I asked, I thought it was my left cheek. No, it was straight up the right one.
Did I hit the...
No, you didn't.
Oh, God.
But it's looking like
beat up,
a war-torn landscape back
when
there.
you lose this time, I'll make sure to shoot your left.
It looks like the opening scene from Saving Private Ryan.
It is pretty bad back there.
I don't know.
A heck of a visual there.
Thank you.
This was a debate in my house this past weekend. Now, and let's see what you guys do here. When you guys open a new bag of bread, do you eat the heel first and continue in order, or do you skip a couple pieces in?
Oh, I love that you're bringing this up because my husband will skip the heel. I'm the heel eater in this house.
Okay, so I'll eat a heel too. I like a heel. It's fine. But you don't eat it first. It like kind of traps the
That's
air
last.
in there. This is the bookend.
Okay.
You wait until it's heel to heel?
For sure.
Yeah.
But do you go for the first piece under the heel? I go almost to the middle because I'm.
I will go
do? What a
Yeah, I'm
crazy
sure.
person. Now you screwed up the evenness.
Give me that softness.
that.
Oh, he's right.
Right. What psychopath goes into the middle?
At least 3 slices deep.
I almost go for the middle.
You're disgusting.
I'm a third in line.
You're disgusting. Now your hand has crawled upon
I'm as
all the
far. I'm
pieces
as
of
far
bread.
down. I'm as far as I get my hand in without crushing the rest of the bread.
Here's my justification. I always assumed the heels of the bread were like the little moisture packet in beef jerky.
Right.
They're in there just to keep the bread fresh until they're all that's left, and then you make that sad little peanut butter and jelly sandwich when you're like, damn.
This is
Two
all
heels.
that's left.
It's the best for toast.
The heels are just facing each other, and you make that sad little PB&J that's just not going to have the right. It's not going to have the right mix.
You're truly monstrous if you're going into the.
I'm going in. I'm going in.
That is
middle.
I'm going in.
3 deep.
You're messing up the shape. You're crawling your fingers up.
You know what?
upon
That's
all
somebody
the
else's
bread.
problem.
Exactly.
Bread's a
terrible person.
triggered thing in our house because I can't have my white bread. You know, I got to buy it on the side and then it'll go moldy because I don't eat a lot of it. But we don't have white bread, and then Tim will not eat the heels. But I happen to like it, I guess. I've been conditioned to like it. And it's the best for toasting because it becomes a little bread kind of saucer, you know? And you put some butter on it, and it kind of pools in the middle.
I understand that. But the heels are always left at the end.
Yeah, and if you don't like making sandwiches out of them, you can use those like in your chili or something, you know, or like
like
croutons.
croutons.
Yeah, there's a lot of bread things because people are always like, "Well, I throw those out." Throw those out.
I skip pieces.
Can I also ask this question since we're on the bread topic? When you have hot dog buns and you've had your barbecue, and now let's say you have 3 leftover hot dog buns, do you raw dog those buns or do you just throw them away? Like, do you, because the other day.
Just eat bread to eat bread?
Yes. Like, we were eating spaghetti and I did not buy crescent rolls. And so we went into the pantry and got the hot dog rolls out. And then we were just like acting like,
Did you put butter on it with garlic?
That's poor pasta house or
That's
something.
some South County stuff.
Did you put the spaghetti in the bun?
Did you have a spaghetti sandwich?
No, I did.
But you do-
Did that a missed opportunity?
Did you do butter and garlic?
Okay, next time I will.
Yeah,
No, we
you
didn't
can
do
make garlic bread out of it.
We didn't even do that. We just ate
It's
it
bread.
raw.
It's just bread in a different shape.
Yeah.
I would have
What?
put spaghetti in it.
Made a little hot
That
dog
sounds
spaghetti.
good.
Made a little hot dog hot pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been like a chili dog
But
minus the dog.
when you do that, it sogs up all of the runny marinara. And so now you have sog dog, which
No.
nobody likes.
How thin are your hot dog buns?
No, these are the nice ones. The one with the slice up top.
Oh, split middle?
You know what I'm talking about.
What?
Why don't you?
You
Okay,
split. You
that
use the
is
split
fancy.
middles for just dipping for a dipstick.
Willy nilly. Yeah.
No, she had them for leftover hot dogs.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'd go buy hot dogs. Fill those things up how
yeah,
they're
but if you
supposed
have
to be
3
filled.
or 4 left.
I'm just saying, man.
Also, I didn't just take it and, as it was a hot dog bun, dip it into the marinara. I did tear it apart and do it.
As if that was classier.
Yeah, for some reason. What an idiot.
Oh, so you did dip. You didn't just raw dog the bun. You didn't just like
Well-
take a bun and push it into your mouth and eat it. That's what I was
That's-
picturing.
that was
I was
my
like,
first
man, you guys
picture,
are
too.
psychos,
Yeah,
dude.
that's-
What is going on in Ellisville?
Yeah, yeah.
That you guys are like, I will have the bun separately.
Of
What's for dinner? Well,
This-
we got leftover buns. Let's just eat bread.
this next thing here, I feel like this will affect only one person in this room or on the show. This news. Only one of us, possibly.
Oh, no.
It's the end of an era. Target will no longer accept checks.
I
feel like this is a Lern thing. Like you still write a check at Target.
Listen.
And so we've come to the end of the road.
If you were under the age of 40, you won't believe this, but there was a time when personal checks were all the rage.
It was
Hell
the
yeah.
worst as a cashier, by the way.
Still in my house.
Thank you for wasting all of our time.
Oh, listen, as a cashier who worked at, a supermarket, and the check came in, you have to put the check in the machine, and it would
zip
do
through.
its,
So
it would
cool.
do
Little roller
its thing.
coaster.
And, yeah, this is all before you could pay with your phone or watch. But now the world's slowest method of payment is dying out. Target just announced they will no longer accept personal checks starting next Monday.
Are you boycotting?
I am. No more Target for me or anywhere else.
I wrote a
guess.
check yesterday. That felt weird.
There are certain checks I have to write
I
for
don't even
bills.
know where my checkbook is.
Oh, I got it.
That's how long it's been.
Yeah, I'm almost
Yeah,
looking.
check Scott's room.
I'm almost looking for the opportunity to write a check here and there because I'm still using the same book, like my personal checking account from like 2 addresses ago.
Yeah.
No kidding.
There's got to be some check making company out there that's like, I don't know how much longer we're going to make it, guys. Like they're laying people
They keep
off
laying
left
people
and
off.
right.
Oh, bummer.
They used to just be churning those things out, man. You need 3 or 4 checkbooks a year.
Yeah, they must be suffering because when I had to order checks for the business, that company that you order it from sends me an email every 18 hours. Hey, you need some more checks? You want to buy some checks? You want these? You want the orange on
they
it?
would have the theme ones.
Oh,
yeah.
I just get
Dolphins.
them from the bank.
They've been half-assing it, too, because the last couple of times I've ordered the checks, I tried to do it in a different font with my little name and address and all that.
Fancy.
And it shows up, and it looks off-centered and like crap.
You know what? You get what you get at this point.
Yeah.
And they say it shouldn't upset too many grandmas because they were taking in extremely low volumes of checks anyway. They didn't elaborate on the decision, but obviously no one likes seeing someone pull out a checkbook when you're in line.
Yeah. I'll be honest, it saved my ass a couple times in college. I'm like, this is made of rubber. As soon as I ripped it out, it was like son of flubber. You could almost feel it bounce right off the thing. But I was like,
if I time this out right, I'll have money.
Or I just said, to hell with it. I'm going to be overdraft. I got $8 in my account. I'm buying $200 worth of groceries.
There you
I'm
go.
bouncing one big check. I pay the $25 overdraft. I make it up on my next paycheck, and I eat for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, and unfortunately, when I
like
was
that for a
younger, there were a couple times we had to pay rent, and I'd have to pay on like a Monday and get paid till Friday, and I'm like, ooh, man, I hope she don't cash the check. Just give me a couple days.
Would you ever do that where you put the date? Because you could put like don't cash till whatever, so you.
Yeah, you can't do
Put it
that
out a
with
little
Target.
I had an employer do that sometimes. They'd be like, hey, could you not cash this till Monday?
Oh,
It paid on Friday, and because it was a bar, so he was waiting to make like the weekend deposits.
I still.
Damn, just pay me on Monday. You can't give me a hot check. You can't be walking. I got money in my pocket that I can't access. Like you can't.
Till Monday?
You can't be giving me
It
that.
still happens. It probably happens with comedy.
believe it.
It happens with music. Like I've been given a check and they're like, "Hey man, just so you know, this is written out for January." I'm like, "It's December 7th. I can't check this."
I can't cash this till next month.
We can't have this
Dude,
on this year's taxes. I'm like, "Well,
Oh God,
you're killing me,
Dude,
man.
I've had comedy clubs, and I'm sure music venues do this too, offer like, hey, all right, I'll give you an extra 100 if you let me backdate the check to Monday and don't promise not to cash it.
Deal.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm like, yeah, I'll take that deal. Because they're doing the same thing. They're like cashing in, or they're depositing all the weekend stuff Monday morning.
Right.
That's how you know that's probably your last time in that club. Dude.
Well, there are plenty of places like Walmart that still do accept checks, but it's probably only a matter of time before they're phased out too. In a recent survey, about 1 in 5 people over 66 write several checks each month, but about half of people under 55 don't write a single check the entire year.
The checks come in handy, and somebody just mentioned this in the chat. There's still a couple businesses out there, maybe, I don't know, 5%, and maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like about 5% of businesses are still charging extra for a credit card, even though it's like an online or a phone thing. And anytime that hits, if it's a significant amount of money, I'm always like, man, I guess I'll write a check and save the 4% or the 3% that they're charging me on credit card.
I was talking about that last night at band practice, how that should be illegal.
It sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks because I want the points. I use my credit cards because I pay them off immediately, and I use them to build up points. It's like a strategy. That's how we live.
Well, and how do those places get off saying, "Hey, we're going to instill a 20% upcharge fee because you're using a card," but all these other places
they get
use
charged
a
a
card
fee.
Yeah, they get charged a fee.
But
to
all
use the
places
system.
do that use the system.
Yes.
Well, some places eat it, and some places like nope.
Some people eat it for the convenience because they'll have more sales in the long run by accepting credit.
Yeah. Right.
But it's not. I'm not going to say who it was yesterday, but like it made sense as to why they don't really need to accept credit cards. Does that make sense?
I think smaller businesses prefer to do that, so that way you're like, I'll give you cash instead.
Cash.
Makes more sense.
Today is Piña Colada Day. So happy Piña Colada Day, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It's only a drink for vacations.
Getting lost in the rain.
Would you drink a Piña Colada not on vacation?
Yes.
Really?
But I'm
You've
lush.
gone to a place and said, I will get a Piña Colada.
When I want a little
When there's
pineapple
not a
coconut
beach.
experience, yes.
Really?
When it's hot as hell outside, you're on a patio and your mom's there. Pina coladas for everybody.
Huh.
Patio and your mom's there. It's very specific.
A
rules
survey
to the Piña
found
Colada.
a survey for it found almost everyone thinks it's a relaxing drink option, but only on vacation. Not a lot of us are unwinding with one at the end of a long work day.
Well, typically I think it's because there's so much sugar. It's such a sugary thing. You're like, this is a snack. This is a treat.
How many calories? Let's ruin everybody's day. Pina colada.
Yeah, I see it as like a smoothie. It's a treat. So if I'm gonna have that on vacation, I'm like, well, I'm on vacation.
Well,
I
it's
don't
got
care about
coconut
the
milk.
calories.
That's healthy.
One cocktail, 245 calories.
So 60% say a tropical drink puts them in a vacation state of mind, but just 35% would order a Piña Colada when not on vacation. So it's really a vacation drink.
Yeah, I always avoided it at home just because I thought it was a 500 calorie treat. I was like, I don't eat that. Right.
So it was a bartender at a Hilton that came up with the recipe we use today. So basically, Hilton invented the Piña Colada back in the 1950s. A ton of cocktail books mentioned the drink as far back as the 1920s, but a bartender named Ramon Moreno came up with the quote-unquote official recipe for a blended one at a Hilton resort in Puerto Rico in 1954. So,
thank you for your service.
happy Piña Colada Day, guys.
And also with you.
Let's get to some emails. Rizzuto at 1057thepoint.com.
Emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. You know what? Okay, let's start with this one. Hey, all, with all this rain and flash floods going on, can you give a public service announcement, please, for people not to drive through water? It only takes 6 inches of water to move a vehicle on the road. If you can't see the pavement, you have no way to know how deep it is. These little currents are much stronger than you think. I say this because on Monday we lost an assistant fire chief in Columbia, Missouri. His name was Matt. He was doing water rescues all morning, most cases in which people think that they could go across the road and they end up getting stranded and in danger. Matt was on a boat with 2 rescued civilians. The boat capsized and he drowned shortly after.
Yeah, this is a tragedy.
I'm in no way blaming anyone here, but I'm just urging people to please be careful when these roads flood. It is serious stuff.
Yeah, just be careful. And there were a lot of flooded roads yesterday, and there were a lot of roads closed because of flooding. So just, yeah.
It's awful, man.
Be careful out there. Next.
Okay, let's talk to Scott for a second here. This one says, hey, listen, man. Actor Neil McDonough says he always plays the bad guy because it's easy to explain that it's fiction. Now, this is in response to King Scott, you know.
You would never play a child molester.
Right.
Yeah,
or
but I
like
said I would gladly play a bad guy.
Now, this guy, apparently, Neil McDonough, who is that? I don't know who that is. He didn't really hurt or kill those people. He refuses to do kissing or love scenes, though. Even though it's fake, he doesn't want his wife and kids seeing him cheating.
He's the blonde-headed
awesome.
guy.
Oh, yeah, okay, this guy.
He also, I think in his clause, he has to be killed off if he's a bad guy. Because I think he wants everyone to know there's no gray
He
area,
was
black and
Lieutenant
white.
Buck in Band of Brothers.
Oh,
yeah,
my
he's
gosh.
in Justified.
Yeah,
He's
that
in
guy
everything.
rules.
He's always a great bad guy.
He's also got those like piercing bad guy eyes.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes it easy for him.
But what's
to
funny
cast
is he's one of those guys that always plays the bad guy, but he's super funny and family man outside of that. So it's pretty awesome.
He stated that he refuses to perform sex scenes and kiss female co-stars because he's a devout Catholic. And because of his faith and respect for his wife, he said he was fired from the TV series Scoundrels for his refusal to perform sex scenes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This guy's a good actor.
No, he's
was
an awesome
in,
performer. No, I gladly play bad guys.
There was like a sci-fi channel, Wizard of Oz, called Tin Man. And it was actually pretty good. And he was the Scarecrow character in it. He was good in it.
So a role comes up and you're a rapist.
I guess if has the act already been done and now I'm on trial?
You have to do the raping.
Oh, no. I
You have to simulate raping.
Okay, no. Never mind that. But like, let's just say that it's like very well. I mean, you're the rapist, okay? Like that's the character's name. Are you taking the role?
I guess it depends. If there's a scene in there, then no, I wouldn't.
Okay, what if you're a bad guy and you
What
kill
if it's
people?
one of these like CSI shows?
Yeah, if it's a CSI show.
It's like CSI and like you're the guy on trial.
Yeah,
they don't show
totally
it.
do that.
I'm talking about a feature film.
Yeah, feature film. I won't do anything there's no need for the gratuitous stuff. I could.
Would you show frontal nudity?
Of course. That's the reason I'm getting in film.
But not back.
No back
We're against
nudity.
buttocks.
No back nudity, just frontal.
Hey, so let's say you're a good guy. This is a feature film. It's going to launch your career. You gotta make out with somebody.
I don't know.
And it's gratuitous. It is full
It is
time.
both
And
lips.
it's a dude.
Yeah.
And it's a dude.
No,
Yeah.
so
We're all
no-
getting to throw something on the pile.
No sex scene, but you're making out with your.
I'll just be thankful the casting directors wanted me for that, and I know that they have something down the road for
And
me.
that
so I'll
guy's
take
Pedro Pascal.
And you'll pass it. You'll pass on it.
Heck yeah, on that.
You'll pass on a makeout.
Yeah, but if it's I'd have
But
to
you'll
really
murder
pray
people.
about if it's an
It's a
attractive
Spielberg
female.
movie. It's a Spielberg
It's a
movie.
It's
Spielberg
Rachel
movie.
McAdams, The Notebook 2.
Sure,
That's
She's
right.
back.
Sure, fine. Oh, so it depends on the actress.
Your wife would think you're an
if she's
idiot.
It's Anne
attractive, it's
Hathaway.
like yeah. It's
You're-
less sinful if she's
All right, you don't have to
attractive.
kiss anybody, and you don't have to do any sex acts with anyone, but there's 18 minutes of full frontal nudity.
Yeah.
And you're having a really deep conversation.
Well, I'd hope someone has a really big screen that they can zoom in.
Oh.
It seems like you got to work out your own parameters here before
Yeah.
this stuff.
Seems
happens.
pretty choosy for a beginning actor. I'm not going to lie to you.
Do you
I like to
think,
pick and choose my roles.
when you think about full frontal male nudity in movies, do you think it's the casting director or the director or the actor or whomever who decides when they wear the fake prosthetic?
merkin?
Yeah, the merkin and the prosthetic wang. Who makes that call?
I would think the
The
actor.
It's in there with their claws and everything.
What if they have a
it's-
really
that's
ugly
what they-
penis,
That's what the
though?
key grip does.
Hey, there's major star wiener in House of Dragon.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy Dong and House of Dragons.
Megastar.
No, so you see actual Dong, like you see.
dude, major star wiener,
Everybody's.
dude, like one of the main
Well,
guys.
you see Kevin Bacon's Dong. Remember in Wild Things?
Oh yeah, dude, but I don't think that was his. Like,
No, that was his.
But I mean, can you see that it's him, or is it
Yeah,
one
he's
of them
getting
like
out of a
waist
shower.
shots like Dewey Cox?
No, he's getting out of the shower.
Well, in House of Dragon episode 2 or 3, you see full ween.
You know what? You never see
Major star
bad-looking
ween.
wiener in movies. Like, it's always Mark Wahlberg. I'm a big star.
I'm
Like,
sorry,
you
what?
always
But that
see-
wasn't his.
Wait, go back to.
There is one.
Go back to.
I'm talking
Walk Hard.
small,
One of the Skarsgård boys.
narrow,
He's
not
got an
good.
ugly penis.
Don't you remember the guy from Walk Hard?
That
When
was
he's in the hotel
hilarious.
scene. He's on the phone with his wife, and the guy is standing at his
Yeah.
face and
Yes.
says, "Hey, you want anything to eat?"
So
it's
good.
not the prettiest penis, man.
That was the perfect one.
All right, next.
Back to
it.
Scott. Let's
Next-
go. Entertainment
The movie
reviews.
Kinsey with Liam Neeson. Peter Skarsgård hangs dong, and it's not good.
and didn't Jude Law do it too? And like they say, he's got one of the smaller ones in Hollywood.
I thought he had the.
This
That is
guy,
awesome.
I think it hurt his career.
Interesting. All right, entertainment reviews still at Scott here. Well, my husband and I have been hearing King Scott mention No Country for Old Men numerous times. We watched it.
That is your favorite movie, right?
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah.
We watched it and it was so good, but the ending, horrible. It just dropped off all of a sudden. Was this a King Scott joke? I was so upset, and then I realized maybe this is a King Scott joke. Probably. What the F? Barb and Matt.
No, I mean that's
It's the whole point is to meditate on what happens. There's good and evil, and
I'll-
good keeps going,
I'll
evil
defend
keeps
King
going.
Scott on this one.
Yeah.
It's usually on lists of like the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, and if you look up the ending, there's very deliberate reasons
Yes.
that they did that, and
Yeah.
it does make sense, you know, poetically with what you're trying to say with the movie. But how funny is it? It's somebody sitting on their couch at the end
Right.
going, "King Scott just trolled us."
Yeah, they're blaming you.
I will start doing
I mean,
that.
Javier Bardem as the killer is just
He's
Phenomenal.
He's so
holy
good.
cow.
He's so good.
What a chilling take on that character. My God.
Yeah, he.
Oh,
magnificent.
And Josh Brolin's awesome in that. That's a good movie. Next.
Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. I'm a fan of the show, but my boyfriend John is an even bigger fan. He told me I needed to listen to today's podcast discussing the hurricane names. We had been on the same subject the other day about storms being named after men and women. What I wasn't expecting was the Hurricane Chris reference. Well, we live in St. Charles and frequent the dive bars around town. Most of them end up having karaoke nights. Without fail, at every single karaoke night on any given night, there is a man who goes by the stage name Hurricane Chris. And he is just that, a total hurricane.
He's big in the St. Charles karaoke scene.
They go on to say, he's just that, a total hurricane. He screams every single song, boos other singers, and it's not a karaoke night without Hurricane Chris
Get out of here,
doing
Hurricane
a KC classic.
Oh, man.
He needs shirts.
Boo on your ice baby.
Sorry for the long-winded email for such a small portion of the pod. Just thought it was too funny not to share. If any of you guys are ever out in St. Charles on a Friday or Saturday night, Hurricane Chris can usually be spotted.
So I wonder if he bounces around from bar to bar, just booing karaokeers.
That is awesome. I like
Uh-oh, Chris is here.
You better get
Hurricane
nice
Chris
in.
just struck on the streets of St. Charles.
It's got to be one of where he introduces himself really quickly too. Hurricane Chris.
Hurricane Chris.
Hurricane.
He has to, yeah.
And he just
Chris.
yells. He just
And
yells
he
the
sings
songs.
Rock Me Like a Hurricane.
Boos
Oh,
other
yeah.
singers. Always does a KC classic and screams every song he sings.
I
All
want
right.
to see him.
The famous Hurricane Chris, karaoke star of St. Charles.
Big review from Kristen there.
That's great.
Next.
Good morning, gang. I heard a tough would you rather question the other day, and I really wanted to see your answers to this question. Obviously, there's no right or wrong answer, but it can definitely get your mind going. Situation. Your significant other and your same-sex parent change bodies. So, your wife and your mom, or your husband and your dad. Freaky Friday style. The only way to get them back to normal is to sleep with one. Example, your wife and your mom switch bodies. Do you choose your wife's body or your mom's mind, or vice versa? Hope that gets the mind turning this morning.
no.
Keep up the good work, Joshua. You sick mind, Joshua. Sent from my 2007 BlackBerry.
Oh, no.
Wait, lay that out for me again.
So, okay,
My brain hurts.
Tina is in, your mom and Tina have swapped souls. So now Jackie is in Tina's body, and Tina is in your mom Jackie's body.
And the only way to get them back is to sleep with one of them.
You have to sleep with one of them. So do you sleep with your mom's body that has Tina inside, or Tina's body, but your mom's in there?
I think they're both going to enjoy their new lives.
You're staying this way for a while. I got to figure this out. Very wise. Give me some time.
I'll be right back. I got to go get some cigarettes. Wait, you don't smoke. Don't worry about that.
I'm out.
Grants!
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you
Toughy.
later.
Oh. That's a tough one.
So what are you doing?
I just told you.
Yeah.
No, you got it. They got to switch back.
I got to choose?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
man. I think it would be an easier sell to bang Tina's body with my mom's brain in it.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's got to be, like, for me, mentally.
Yep.
Yeah, but then your
I can
mom's
just-
there.
But,
with you.
I'll just be like, you have to go under this pillow and you can't say
Yeah,
anything.
you got to close your eyes. We're not going to talk about this.
I don't want you to. Just don't say anything. And
What if-
also, like, yeah, my mom's older. She's going to die first.
That's what I was thinking too.
She has to live with it less time.
Exactly right.
She has to take that trauma. She only has to take that trauma the last 10 yards.
Not as far.
You know what I mean? We're on the 10-yard line
Exactly.
for her.
These
Like,
are
she only has
all
to take that trauma to the end zone. It's 4 downs and she's out.
All the right answers.
That would probably be
Yeah,
my
I think
choice.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the way to
Otherwise,
go.
that's a rough one.
That's the way to go. But I don't.
Yeah,
drink,
you know what? I'd
and,
have to.
and I don't drink, so I'm gonna have to have some help.
You know what we'd have to do? We'd have to probably knock them out.
What?
Ew.
No, I mean like
knock me out.
no. So like give them like a sleeping pill.
No.
Yeah, that's what we thought you meant, dude. You
Absolutely not.
The punch.
When you clarified it, it didn't make it better.
No, like punch them out.
You know, like Rufio.
That's not possible.
No, I meant like drug them.
I wouldn't be able to.
Like Cosby.
You wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying,
Oh,
guys.
I'm hearing exactly what he's saying. What
I'm saying give them a concoction so they go unconscious.
I know what you're saying. They will take it. They'll knowingly take it. is
They
what
will
you're saying.
knowingly
Yeah,
take
that's what
the.
you
They will
mean. I know what
knowingly
you're-
take the
drug.
the drug.
Yeah, it will not
Drink
be.
this NyQuil.
They will not be
I'm
Cosby'd.
date raping anybody.
Right.
Someone said that.
But
It's
how
just
could
funny.
you perform? You can't.
I mean, how is anybody
Knowing I'm going to
performing
get my wife back?
at
I don't
all?
know.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, because then you got to. Now your wife is gone.
No, I'm saying if you were to put the, Tina and Jackie's in Jackie's body.
I like that she feels in my mom and Tina. For this.
Nobody else looks at it.
Yeah, Mama Moon's been here enough. You know what I mean?
Tina and Jackie's body.
Let's entertain it.
Tina, Jackie would. I think
Yeah,
this all
let's lay
reversed
out
here.
the scene.
So it's Tina and Jackie's body.
Yeah,
But you're going to go Jackie and Tina's body.
right.
I
her
think
soul's
so.
there.
So Jackie will then.
Jackie Brain, Tina Body.
Jackie Brain.
If I have to.
If you have to.
I'm not excited about this.
Yeah.
Here's me.
Tina Body, Jackie Brain will take the sleeping pill. So
Right.
she's unconscious.
She's unconscious.
So
it's Tina's body, so I don't feel weird.
What the
Right.
hell? You don't feel weird.
I mean, I'll feel weird.
Someone is
not as
unconscious.
weird.
Jackie's unconscious.
But I don't want my mom to remember that, dude.
She won't remember.
Oh, okay.
She won't remember she's asleep.
Flip the script. It's now your wife's brain, and you're just like, into the body from whence I came, I go again.
Dude. No way.
Honey, try to enjoy this. Like, that sucks. I don't want to do that.
All right, let's say Lern.
It's Greg and Tim. Okay,
yeah.
so and Greg. Oh God.
Tim's brain, Dad's dong.
Yeah, and it's Dad. So Dad died at 54. Oh God, on this day actually.
I'll give you your dad in his prime. If that's
today
the hang-up.
is the anniversary
Today's
of
the
your
anniversary.
dad passing away?
Yes. So this is a perfect.
What a would
conversation.
you rather, huh?
I know.
Yeah. No
So
crimes.
Dad is 54, and then Tim.
Tim is his age.
I don't think I don't want to. And I is the drug still the option? Like we
What
can't. That's
is
part
wrong
of the
with
thing.
you guys?
Like
Y'all are the worst.
We're taking drugs out of it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like the idea of like Dad's soul
What about party drugs?
witnessing what's going on, like, and having that brain. Like I would almost want Tim's soul, and I would just have to like
Power
plow
through
it. Yeah,
Wow.
I
So
think
dad's body.
because I would because Dad
And face.
Dad doesn't know what happened to
Dad's
his body.
body and face.
You know what I'm saying? Dad has no. He's not gonna have the memory from his body.
You are.
I am. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, but now your husband is watching you do this.
I know.
Don't forget that.
But he's supportive, I guess. I don't know. Oh God.
This is bad either way. Can we
sac-
agree on that?
Either
I'm
way.
sacrificing the psyche of the parent.
Yeah.
Sorry. You've been great to me, and here's the last favor.
Scott, what are you doing?
Somebody says, blindfold yourself and bang your mom.
Although I would say that could be a move because
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
not a
Tina
bad
would
idea.
care. I honestly don't. She'd just be like, just do it. Just get it over with.
Right.
Like, it wouldn't affect her as much as it probably would affect my mom.
Right.
But it would affect me.
Follow the soul.
It would definitely affect me.
It's going to affect you either way. It's just who you're choosing to share it with.
All right, one more.
All right. Riz, this one's for you. Hello, all and Scott. First of all, love the show. Riz, on Monday you mentioned while playing Date or Ditch that your wife has recently started taking your stance of always being early or on time to things. What was the process, and approximately how many years did the training take?
To train my wife to be on time?
Looking for tips.
What was the process, and
I changed the
approximately how many
clocks
years?
in the house.
You did?
No.
Oh.
I was always the one that was like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And there was a lot of yelling.
A lot of.
Let's go. And I would sometimes be in, and I still do this.
Oh, no.
I'm in the garage honking the horn.
I like it.
So let's just say it wasn't subtle.
No.
This wasn't subtle training you were doing.
You've never been in the garage honking the horn?
Yes.
Tim, yes. That's a husband thing.
Yeah, it is.
Like in the garage. I mean, I honk at people that are doing
just so
some
you know-
wrongs out in the streets.
Just so you know, by the time we get to the honking the horn part, we are like filled with anxiety of, you got to be kidding me. Come on.
Let's
come
go.
on. We've exhausted every movement and agitation that we can, and now we're honking the horn.
I say I've trained my wife. She's not a cocker spaniel.
I passively aggressively get in the car when Tim's running late. And I have RBF, resting bitch face, when he comes walking into the garage. So that's how he knows.
I also get in the car, and then I leave in the car.
Yeah, you leave.
I give a buffer. I'm not a monster, but she knows. And honestly, sometimes it doesn't always work, but she'll get it. She'll get it moving. She'll still be late, but she'll be quicker.
My in-laws are always late, always. And so I get where she gets it from. Or now she's very good at being on time, but it took a lot of years. It took a lot of years, a lot of horn honking in the in the garage. Oh, by the way, somebody mentioned I talked about. I think it was last week. Lern had asked, "Do I have a tennis ball in my garage?"
Oh yeah.
Do I have a tennis ball in my garage so we know where to park our car so we don't hit the wall? And I said, no, my wife knows when she's parked correctly when she hits the wall.
Yes.
And now there is a huge,
can confirm.
Oh, boy.
A huge hole in the garage.
Yeah, a bumper-shaped hole.
A bumper-shaped hole. And, yeah, took a picture of it. And if you would post it.
I will. I'm posting that right now.
It's unbelievable.
I witnessed it in person, and it was very impressive. It was much bigger than
really
I thought
was.
it was going to be. And I'm like, what's on the other side of this wall, dude?
The pantry.
I'm like, you guys probably thought you had a ghost forever. There's like, why are all the cans of tomato paste in the floor every morning? It's like, I don't know.
Mom's home.
Must be a ghost.
No, there is a spot in the garage that is a perfect shape of a 2019 Toyota Highlander bumper.
It's even got the emblem. If you look close enough, you can see the Toyota emblem on in the drywall.
Crazy, man.
But that's up there, I guess, parked. Here I am. All right, listen, we'll take a break. Thank you for your emails, by the way. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We are going to play Do It, Bitch. It is King Scott and Moon versus Rafe and Lern. It is a 5-round competition today, best of 5. Up for grabs. Tickets to go see the Struts with special guest Barnes Courtney, couple weeks at the Factory, July 27th. We've got tickets for Pops is for Lovers, featuring Hawthorne Heights Thursday, Amberlin, Armor for Sleep. That same night, July 27th, over at Pops. And we got tickets to the sold-out Highly Suspect show coming up July 25th over at Del Mar Hall. So there'll be a gambler and a guesser for each team. I will give the gamblers a category. They will go back and forth, betting on how many things their teammate will get in that category, naming that category in 10 seconds. If the gambler thinks the other team has overplayed their hand, they'll say, do it, bitch. We'll then bring the guessers into the room, and we'll see if the guesser can make good on the gamble. We'll play best of 5. Now, these two teams all tied up. This is it, the tiebreaker competition. So, Scott, get me 4 people on the phone.
Okay.
314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. You guys will pick the team you're backing, and we'll play Do It, Bitch next. It is 8:37. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. We have delays and 2 lanes blocked due to a crash 70 eastbound before Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. The center lane is blocked due to a stalled vehicle 64 westbound just after Limburg. And there's a crash 270 northbound between Doherty Ferry and Manchester. Your point forecast, spot showers are possible. High of 87. Right now it's 71 at the Point Studio.
Ever found yourself in the middle of your daily deuce and thought, I wish this was funnier? Today's your lucky day. Welcome to the Number 2 Show. I'm your host, Rafe Williams, stand-up comedian, plus-size male model, and co-host of the Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point. What is the Number 2 Show? Well, it's me on the toilet talking to you on the toilet, just like it sounds. In each episode, we'll plunge into riveting topics that'll have you rolling in the stall with laughter, so much so that it might freak out whoever's sitting next to you. But I say, hey, lean in and make a friend. Sometimes it's just me. Other times I'll have interviews with special guests. Not now, obviously, dumbass. This is a promo. I'll also have musical performances. Ever heard of tiny desk concerts? How about tiny stall concerts? I'd like to see those nerds over at NPR try that. Is this a genius idea? I don't want to toot my own horn, but you're goddamn right it is. Enjoy the Number 2 Show. Don't forget to wipe. Summer's here and it's hot as hell. Do not cool off the outside this year. Call my guys at Universal Windows Direct. They got super spacer tech from NASA that helps keep the edge of the glass cooler, holds the seal longer, and makes the windows last up to 5 times longer than any other window system. So suck on that, other window systems. Your windows from Universal Windows Direct perform better and last longer. Plus, Universal Windows Direct backs it all up with a true lifetime warranty as long as you own the home, plus 20 years. That's a good deal. Call Universal Windows Direct today at 314-334-2522. And for every 2 windows you get 2 free. That's buy 2, get 2. Buy 10, get 10. Buy 20, get 20. We all know the math, dude. Buy extra windows if you want. As long as you're buying them, you get the same amount free. There's no limit. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. You don't pay a dime of interest, and you're saving money in the process. Update your windows with Universal Windows Direct means extra protection from the elements, consistent temp in your home, increased energy efficiency, and reduced cooling costs and heating costs. Plus, it's quiet and more comfortable. What more do you need? Call 314-334-2522 and schedule your free in-home estimate today. And if you tell them I told you to call, you get an additional 250 bones off your next project. Just do it. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to UWD.com. And like me, you will be saying, I love my windows.
This is King Scott, Ways of the Blades. Today I'm going to teach you swords. First, you want to start with the holiday special, the great way to start an attack. They'll never see it coming. Next, you want to use the Festus backswing, especially if they use the Matthew Perry. Now you want to finish with a Canterbury slice. It's a great follow-up if they're using the Crom's Delight or the miniature poke. Thank you for watching. This is King Scott's Ways of the Blades. Now you know swords.
Well, here we are, Music Record Shop, and it's stunning. We've got Giannis, we've got Jimmy, and we've got Alex, our grand prize winner. And quite simply, gentlemen, for the next little while, we're just going to go record shop.
Wicked.
Which sounds fantastic. So we'll check in when we get done. Let everybody kind of get after it. But do you have a plan when you're going into a
No,
record
I'm just
shop?
going to go at it with a frenzy.
All right,
Yeah.
very good. Well, we love that. All right, so here at Music Record Shop, we're getting after it. We'll check in with you in a bit. Did you ever stop collecting vinyl, or have you just always done it?
Yeah, I mean, from when I started buying vinyl, largely because a lot of the shows I went to when I was younger were like punk. They were like punk shows. So the bands that I liked, they would just put out 7-inch.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I wanted the music, so I was like, I bought it, and then I bought a crappy turntable.
I've kind of started going back and buying a lot of punk vinyl,
Cool.
of stuff that I never had before, and bands that I've just now kind of rediscovered that everybody says are great. You know, like Minutemen, we're a band that I've known of but never really knew.
Yeah, on tour, it's a reason to go out for a walk, to go to the record store, and you know what I mean? It's like...
Is National Carpet Cleaning Month. That is a thing. And because of that, and it's the month of the 4th, Zero Res is offering 3 rooms, 0 resified, starting at just $129, and get a 4th room for free. And by the way, every surface in your home just about could be 0 resified, from carpets to tile to rugs to upholstery. So it's time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res. Had some friends who had Zero Res over on Monday. They had in-laws in, and they brought a dog with them, and the dog was incontinent, and the dog went to the bathroom all over the basement rug, so Zero Res took care of that problem. It's also the perfect time to get your air ducts cleaned out. This month, take $75 off an air duct cleaning with Zero Res. They have a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,500 reviews, and of course, you got the Zero Res 30-day gotta love it guarantee. So call Zero Res 314-474-2020 or book online anytime at ZeroResSTL.com and ask for the Riz Show special. Spelled backward or forward, it spells the same. It's Zero Res.
This is King Scott, Ways of the Blades. Today I'm going to teach you swords. First, you want to start with the holiday special, the great way to start an attack. They'll never see it coming. Next, you want to use the Festus backswing, especially if they use the Matthew Perry. Now you want to finish with a Canterbury slice. It's a great follow-up if they're using the Crom's Delight or the miniature poke. Thank you for watching. This is King Scott's Ways of the Blades. Now you know swords.
Yeah, I gotta say once again, thanks to Herb Equipment for bringing some toys up here to Riz Farm. And we gotta do some mulching. So Mike and Chad here brought a tractor with them. And check this out. It says Captain Riz on the side. All right, so we're gonna use this to get the mulch from and it's gonna go into the trailer. So I don't know how to use this thing. So who's gonna show me how to operate this fine piece of machinery?
I got you covered, Riz. This is a 3046R John Deere 46 horsepower tractor. Hop on in, man.
All
I
right.
can give you a little rundown of everything.
Where's the air conditioner?
That's as fast as you go. It's as
Okay.
wind in your hair.
Okay.
Hey, the first thing you got to do is give it a crank over.
So I turn the key.
At that point, that selective control valve, which is that lever right there, that'll operate that front loader. Pull back, that'll raise up. If you pull it towards you, it'll tilt it in. There you go. And it'll do the opposite if you push it away from you. It'll dump. This will allow you to go forward, reverse. Very simple nowadays. But
Even I can figure that out. There's arrows. So the arrow pointing this way means go forward, and the arrow that way means go backwards that way. So where's the stereo?
The stereo, the next thing we're going to put in for you. Yeah, but right here is that's where you get all your RPMs. So when you want to hit it and get it, push things forward.
Oh, boy.
That's where all that horsepower comes.
So I would assume the rabbit is fast and the turtle is slow.
That is correct.
All right, mulch.
8:45 on the dot, and chances are you've been eating like total garbage and probably drinking way too much of things that are not water. And your body is it's your temple, dude. You have to do better by it. All right, it is your vessel. All right. And I want you to live with us to be like 100 years old. Okay, triple dig is where we're trying to get you. And Victory Men's Health, they can get you there. Okay. If you're eating right, you're getting the nourishment in your body. If you're getting the customized vitamins that they will, they take a simple blood test. It's very easy. It's quick. They do that in-body scan. They tell you your BMI. They tell you, once those results from the blood come back, okay, you are very deficient in all of these different vitamins. And then also maybe there's something hormonally happening. They can clear everything up for you and get you back on a track where you were feeling your best, you're thinking clearly, everything from your skin clearing up to your hair possibly growing in thicker to muscle being built to, just looking better if that's the thing that you're concerned about. Victory Men's Health can help you. There's 4 locations, Town and Country. There's Sunset Hills, that's the new one, and then O'Fallon, Missouri, O'Fallon, Illinois. Sign up now, victorymenshealth.com.
It's Donnie Fandango for 105.7 The Point, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by Dan Auerbach, the frontman of the Black Keys. And Dan, we got a lot of stuff to talk about with a single and a new record coming, but I wanted to bring up a couple of things first that you have done in the last year that I just loved. And 2 of the things specifically, the covers record that the Black Keys did, I just adored because it introduced me to a bunch of songs that I didn't know, and I love.
All right, welcome back to the program, and we're going to play Do It, Bitch. All right, Team King Scott and Moon versus Team Lern and Rafe.
Boo.
Okay. A lot of bad blood here, huh?
Yeah, so
Guess
much.
so.
Let's see who our people on the phone are going to back. Crystal, hello.
Hello.
All right, Crystal, is it Team Lern and Rafe you're going with or Team Moon and King Scott?
Definitely Moon and King Scott.
Oh, definitely.
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 Love
Well,
it.
Sorry.
Love it.
Sorry, Crystal.
Don't
You can
apologize to us,
So
Crystal.
smart.
Apologize to yourself later.
You can
Write
send
this
me an
down, Scott.
email while I'm at the Limp Bizkit concert and you're not.
Aaron, Aaron in Highland, who you backing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to go Rafe and Lern.
Rafe and Lern.
Someone doesn't want tickets.
Olivia, who you backing?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to do Rafe and Learn,
Rafe and
please.
Learn.
Wow, another person doesn't want tickets.
And Hurricane Chris in O'Fallon, who you backing?
Chris! Energy up. I'm definitely going Rafe and Learn.
Rafe and Learn.
Wow. 3 people don't want tickets.
Wow.
Playing the
You guys
odds.
got celebrity
he
in
had
your
energy
corner.
up, and he went against you, Moon. That was like double whammy.
That was a smack.
No,
in the
yeah, he gave you
face.
an energy up. All right,
That's
so let's
Hurricane
see.
Chris for you.
All right, Moon
Chris is
and King
unpredictable.
Scott. Who's going to be your gambler and who's going to be guesser?
Well, which one? You said write down a name of somebody that's going to be something, and I don't remember what they were going to be, but I wrote down Scott's name. So what was that supposed to be?
Is he the gambler?
Is he the gambler or the guesser?
Yeah.
What
We're supposed to both give you these independent.
I already have
Yeah, the
theirs
gambler.
written down, so it doesn't matter.
They're what is what I'm
Gambler
asking.
or guesser?
What do you mean they're gambler or guesser? If they wrote down
What did we write down? Did we write down our gambler or our guesser?
I don't know.
wrote
What did
ba-
Lern?
in that little thing right there, it's both of us.
It's both of them.
And I put who the gambler is and who the guesser is.
Okay, then I guess we'll say. I thought you said like give us one name for the gambler
Yeah.
or for the whatever.
Oh, give us your names.
That's fine. We'll say Scott's the gambler.
Okay.
So Scott is the first gambler.
Yeah.
And Lern and Rafe.
So confusing.
Rafe is the first gambler.
Oh.
Okay.
And
All right.
Lern will be the
I like
first
this.
guesser.
Is that what you wrote?
You're the gambler. You're my Kenny Loggins or
Kenny Rogers.
Rogers.
You're my
Let's
Kenny
go.
sticks
Yeah.
up. Okay.
One of the Kennys.
Let's go,
Good
Kenny.
gamblers.
Look, it's gonna be fine.
And I will give the category
I set
when
up
the
to get
guessers
you with the
leave the room.
fine-tooth comb.
Ooh. Wow.
Islands
Got it.
in the stream. That is what we are. That song rips, dude.
It really does. All right, guys.
Oh, I met you. There was peace unknown.
Here is the first category.
Hopefully it's Kenny Rogers stuff because my brain is there right now.
The first category is famous rock guitarists. Famous rock guitarists.
Cool.
And by this, I mean, is it a member just in a famous band that plays guitar, or is it something that's like
Just
A
anybody.
known rock
Okay.
guitarist.
Will we
so
accept
Moon
Chet
can say
Atkins?
himself? Moon can say himself, right?
Sure.
Could
Moon can say himself.
and
It's fine.
will.
Okay.
All right, so in 10 seconds, how many famous rock guitarists can Lern name?
I'm going to say. Ooh. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
And this is both of their wheelhouses. I
rock
feel like.
guitarists.
I think we got to go high, right?
This is wild.
Let's not waste any time. I think. Let me do it in my head.
Now, what if Moon says like a guitarist from a band that nobody heard of?
That's what it's going to be like some European ska
I mean, that's the
band that I've
problem
never.
with
He'll be
this
like, Ergen Bergen from
From Flurgan?
from Skoombum. It's a famous ska band I opened for in Copenhagen.
They're
And he will.
huge overseas. Yeah.
He's always got like one weird, but it's provable. It's not that I'm not bagging on him. He's right. He gets it every time, but it's always some weird obscure thing. Do we have to agree that these are like what's the line of fame? That's what I want to know. Household name?
Household name.
So we're not going to give Hergen Flurgen?
I mean, Scott, you got to agree with that.
I
She's got to be like
agree, but in his mind and her mind, what is a household? You know, like
I
'cause
think
they
Lern-
made they
I
made
Lern's going to hit the big
Lern
ones.
will hit the
familiar.
ones off like the Rolling Stone magazine top
Okay.
100 greatest guitarists of all time.
We're taking bassists.
No, guitarists.
All right, that's why I want to. Bass
Yep,
is a
six
guitar.
or- six
Bass
or more
guitar
strings.
is a
Guitar,
guitar.
no, guitarists.
So lead
Okay.
guitarists.
Yes, guitarists. I mean, not doesn't necessarily have to be lead guitar. It could be a rhythm guitar.
So
but
she says Flea, we're not taking Flea.
no, Flea is not a guitarist. He's a bass player.
Someone's going to say it, though. I just want to
How
know.
many can Lern name in 10 seconds?
I will say my compadre can name. Gosh, I want to go. I'll say 7.
7. Can Moon do 8?
Moon can do 9.
Holy cow.
9.
Can Lern do 10?
Damn. That's a lot of anything in 10 seconds.
That's one guitarist a second. Doing the math in my head.
Do it, bitch.
Okay, 9. Man, it sucks it's Moon. I'll be honest with you.
Why?
Because Lerns are going to be like Hendrix, Clapton, and Moon is going to be Jürgen Flurgen from the band, you know.
We're not
Jürgen.
taking that.
Well,
Household names. All right, Scott.
Because
you
if
gotta-
not,
you
I'll
gotta-
go higher.
You got to agree. Okay, all right. They're coming in.
Holy cow, guys.
Yes. It should be fine.
Y'all took so long that we are now closer. Lern and I just went super
bonded
deep.
with Moon.
We told all sorts of his
remember
stories.
this is best of 5. We're playing. You guys switch spots. Moon, you're up.
Okay.
Ah, dog.
I forgot we're playing a game. You and me were bonding.
We were having a great conversation in the hallway.
All right, Moon.
What?
About death.
The number is 9.
Hold up.
Holy
Hold
crap,
up.
dude.
How does this work?
She got to get.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
Holy
Lern's on the
crud,
timer.
9.
You got it.
The number is
So
9.
easy.
So in 10 seconds, I need you to name at least 9 famous rock guitarists.
Brian May, Wes Borland, Kirk Hammett, James Hetfield. Dude, I'm not going to get 9. Let's see. It's sharp going, but 9? Are you out of your brain?
I thought.
Unless it's like fruits or vegetables. 9? Like, come on, dude. What's wrong with you?
That's
on you.
That was high. That was a
9.
high.
It's absurd. I have to come up with.
You know a million
That's
famous
18
guitarists.
names I have to
Good
spit
job.
out
You
in
threw him
10
off that whole
seconds.
death
Never
conversation
mind,
we planned
Never
out in
mind
the
the
hallway.
thinking.
Me, yourself too. You could have said me and
We talked about that. We would have accepted Moon.
yeah.
I would like to
Listen
say
up.
I was
Appreciate
heavy content on Moon in the hallway earlier, so that probably did screw you up a little
No,
bit.
this is not your fault. This is Scott's fault.
Oh, come on.
Do not put any of this on you.
All right, out.
It's on him.
Guessers out.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sorry.
Guessers out.
Could you have done 8?
Hell yeah.
Right. She shook her head no.
All right, the category is horror movie franchises.
Ooh. So like
Horror movie
Halloween.
franchises.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Halloween, Saw, Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, they're hostile.
Yeah. Jaws.
Blair Witch, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blair Witch. Anything that had a
Horror
sequel.
movie
Annabelle.
franchises.
Conjuring.
Yeah, The Conjuring was one. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I went with Ray first, so I'm going to go Moon first on this one. How many horror movie franchises can King Scott name in 10 seconds?
Man. I have a half number in my mind. I'm going to say, man, I'm going to say 4.
4. Can Rafe do 5?
Yeah, he can do 5.
Think so.
Scott
huh?
do 6.
You know, it's not that I don't think Rafe can do 5. It's that I definitely don't think that Scott can do 6. I'm sorry. I'm crashing all over Scott right now, and I'm not meaning to.
it's fine. It's fine.
But, dude, come on. He ain't going to do
I
6.
know. He hates those movies probably, right?
But I mean, we all know the basic ones.
Right.
No, we don't. You said the basic ones, and there's 3 of them. After that, it's like you got to know your crap. And he knows his weird movies. This is like skewed for Rafe, and Scott, I don't think could get. Honestly, I don't think he could get 4. I just needed to start somewhere.
Rafe is a Halloween queen, so he's going to be able to definitely do 5.
See, you're trying to push me. You are trying to push me.
Can Scott do 6 or do it, bitch?
Scott can't do 6. That's the problem. Do it, bitch.
So do it, bitch.
5.
All right, here we go.
The number's 5. Okay, guys.
Hey!
They can't hear us. All I saw was Rafe making faces. Scott.
It worked.
All right, gentlemen. The number is 5. The number is 5.
Uh-oh.
And Rafe Dean Williams, you are up.
I'm up.
You're up.
You got this.
It's a long discussion. Is there some kind of subcategory that's going to come into play?
Yeah.
Nope.
It was long.
Rafe Dean Williams, in 10 seconds, I need you to name at least 5 horror movie franchises.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Saw, Jeepers Creepers, and Halloween.
Yes.
Say goodnight.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, Jeepers
is right.
Creepers is one.
They
have like
it.
4 or 5.
And Jeepers Creepers 2.
Justin Long.
Nice work.
Could you have done 6?
We were out there.
It would have been close, but yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think so. I'm sorry. So that's on me.
He knew Jeepers Creepers immediately.
Yeah. No, I know all
Secret
that.
life that you're watching Halloween.
No, I
movies?
mean there's a ton of them out there.
Oh.
It's kind of easy.
All right, Lern and Rafe.
A ton of Jeepers
2.
Creepers.
2-0. All right.
There's at least 2, and that's a franchise to me.
But I think
Oh,
there's
yeah, I
up
mean,
to
I kind of
5 or
got caught up
6.
in that where I was like, how many movies equals a franchise? but I had to block it out.
My bad,
Texas
Scott.
Chainsaw
Sorry.
Massacre
All right, dude.
is good.
We got
But
it.
it's
We're
reboots.
switching.
That's a franchise.
We
Okay.
like being down 2, by the way.
Texas
Lot of
Chainsaw would
reboots.
100% be a franchise.
Okay.
Because there are many of them.
I was like, does it have to have like 5 movies to be? I don't know the definition of franchise.
All good.
Did that get talked about in here?
No.
I figured that was the
No,
discussion.
the discussion was Scott could definitely not name 6. I'm just being honest, Scott.
That's awesome.
All right, the category, ladies and gentlemen, is vegetables.
Okay.
Now, I actually had that written down before Moon said, what can it be vegetables instead of rock guitars? Because remember, you shot high with the 9.
Yeah. Because he's the guitarist.
But Moon said, it's, if it was vegetables, 9. So here we go. I have actually had written down vegetables as one of the categories. I start with Rafe. How many vegetables can Lern name in 10 seconds?
Again, we got the right 2 people for this. I feel like we've had this one before.
Maybe we did.
And I
We
think
probably
I
have.
bet on her on this. Or something similar. It might have been a specific color of fruit or something, though.
Vegetables.
Yeah.
Just vegetables.
Just vegetables.
Food vegetables.
She's a little veggie head.
So is Moon. We have 2 very crunchy people out in the hallway.
Green thumb.
We have
Felitas.
two people love vegetables in the hallway. Just waiting. Wondering what we're talking about, actually.
Let me try it real quick in my head. Is tomato a vegetable or is it a fruit?
Tomato's a fruit.
Yeah, it's a fruit.
So we're not counting it.
No, tomato's technically a fruit.
You're technically right. I just want to make sure when I protest or someone else protests that we've ironed that out.
All right, well, let's get the first
All right,
number.
7.
7
Ooh.
in 10 seconds. Can Moon do 8?
Man, I feel like he and I have not synced yet.
You better sync now.
I know. He's going to have to do that, yes.
8?
Yeah, he can do 8.
Can Lern
Past tense of eat.
do 9? 9 vegetables.
I think she can, but I'm going to say do it, bitch.
Okay.
Let's call him back in. Here they come. Moon's going to be pissed.
I just want...
Guys, the number's 8.
Oh.
Settle up.
8. You guys ready?
Yes.
Lauren, you got your stress?
I do.
You don't need it.
Okay.
All
right. Do you need this?
It's over.
You got it. We're finally synced.
I've been up since 2:30. I did not sleep last night. I don't feel good.
I thought you went to bed.
And my confidence is blown from the
Moon,
guns thing.
You got it. You got it.
The number
I'm about to
is
let us down.
8.
Hey, no, you're not. Don't think that way.
Hey.
Oh, I'm
who are
sorry.
you?
I don't know.
You're
Cut the
supposed to
crap
hit me
over
right
there.
So bad.
Rafe and Lern are up 2-0. This is best of 5.
I'll let him charm you in the hallway.
Moon in 10 seconds. I need you to name at least 8 vegetables.
Green peppers, broccoli, carrots. We got artichoke. We have eggplant, tomato, and what I say?
Not enough.
I even made the example of vegetables.
Yeah, and he even said lettuce before we started that.
Yeah, let us see.
Yeah. I mean, that counts, right?
Well, wouldn't have counted tomato.
Yeah, I don't think I got it.
You didn't get
No.
it.
Sorry, dudes.
Well,
that's a sweet player.
What's up, plan?
You broke the rule twice. We had a rule of don't go over 7, and this guy hits me a 9 and an 8.
That's family.
Well, that was, we forgot to talk.
You said vegetables when you walked out.
I know. So the
I was
last
like,
thing
we
on my
have to
mind
let him
was
have it.
vegetables.
I just thought we had to control that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I blew it.
just so you guys know, I did. Cause when you said vegetables, I actually did have vegetables on my sheet.
This is your little secret sheet
No
of
way.
topics?
Of topics, yeah.
What's the other ones? Can we see it? Rupert?
No.
Yeah, I blew it. Would you have accepted green pepper, hot peppers, orange peppers,
No.
yellow pepper?
Yeah, I mean, they're all different.
No, that's the same vegetable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it?
Well, pepper, I guess.
Green pepper.
What about
Jalapeno
red
pepper, chili pepper.
Yeah, that would count.
That would have counted.
I-
But if
I
you said
hiccuped on
green
my mind
pepper
'cause I
and
was
red
like,
pepper, that's the same thing. It's just they're on the vine longer.
Yeah,
It just depends, yeah.
Fine.
Bell, green bell,
All right.
red bell. Yellow.
My bad, dude.
All right, sorry, guys.
Well, congratulations to us.
Congratulations
For not having to
Rafe
work.
and Lern
and Chris
and Hurricane
and Olivia.
Oh, Hurricane Chris. Yes, he backed the right team.
And Aaron.
Really
Warning, amphitheater.
I really do hate
There's a
that game.
storm coming.
All right, you know what? Next time we play, you're hosting.
Thank you. For God's sakes, thank you.
Oh my God. Hey, are we going to spin for you?
Moon it, bitch.
I will.
You gotta say that.
Well, after the break.
Oh, yeah, great wheel, right?
Yeah. Got to bring out the great wheel. But first, a break. 9:04. What is it? Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
You don't know the day either.
No.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WW2 Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. So go to WW2Raceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. We got some more trouble here, guys. Center lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle 64 westbound at Limburg. There's now severe delays, 270 eastbound between 44 and Manchester. Average speed 10 miles an hour or less. And on 70, there's severe delays in 2 lanes blocked now to 70 eastbound before Jennings Station Road. Your point forecast, spot showers possible. High of 87. Right now it's 71 at the Point Studio.
Hey guys, it's Lux and Jacoby from Papa Roach.
What's up?
How are you doing?
Well, I mean, I'd like to say I'm doing good. I'm just much rather be playing a rock show tonight.
I would much rather be watching you play a rock show. This is such a bummer.
I know, very much so. We just got the news like an hour ago, and I was like, I mean, what am I gonna do?
We did all we could.
I'm here to rock. I'm here to do my gig. You know what I'm saying? And it's Mother Nature is just not having it today.
But the good news is, outside of being here for Point Fest, you guys have a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
Papa Roach is killing it. I was on TikTok today. Huge fan of your TikTok.
What'd you see?
Well, I saw you reaching out to
this morning, and one of the first headlines I saw is that the plague is back. And I go, oh my gosh. And it was up in Colorado. And apparently the plague, the Black Death, comes from fleas. And I started thinking about pests, and I was like, oh my gosh. So you guys, we all need to be safe. And this time of the year, all of the creepy, crawly critters are coming into your home, whether it be, ants or spiders, or I know your yard is probably getting tore up by moles because that happens. Rottler Pest Control is here in St. Louis. They've been around since 1956. They're family owned and operated, and they are first in Missouri to earn the Quality Pro Green recognition. So this is great. This is the first company in Missouri to receive this designation from the National Pest Management Association, which is all about environmentally responsible business with getting rid of pests, which is something that's important to me. So if you're dealing with ants, you're dealing with all sorts of things you do not want in your home, protect your family, your pets, and your home by going to Rottler.com and scheduling a free inspection, okay? So they even do termites, wildlife, and again, family-owned and operated. Rottler.com.
How are you, good sir? It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, I'm doing well. We're chugging along on this tour, and it feels pretty good.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, all right, how's the knee going, man? Are you doing okay? And I would assume that Josh has done a lot of apologizing since this all went down. But are you doing all right?
Josh is very sorry, and my knee is still kind of oozing liquid, but we'll be fine.
All right. It's very nice, and I appreciate you being a professional about it and all. But that looked like that hurt, and I know those sorts of things have to happen, and you got to play through the pain. But yikes, it just didn't look pleasant.
Yeah, I mean, as the story goes, I tripped on Josh's drumstick that was on stage, and I mean, just very unlucky circumstance, but also a lesson learned where, hey, we got to make sure that stage stays clear. But yeah, my left knee kind of hit part of the stage, and it kind of sliced it open a little bit, not to be too descriptive. But it's I'm not a huge fan of whenever an artist or performer is either maybe they got like a sickness, or they're not feeling well, or they're almost losing their voice, or they're injured. I don't know if unless obviously there's no way around it, but my default is to hide all that on stage. My default is to present the show as like this is the only show we're playing, all year. And I really do feel like we need to, individualize each show as that important, because there are people who are coming to that show that see it as that, and so to downplay a specific show or to play it easy or to, just kind of phone it in.
And at the internet show Hot Ones, that's where the host interviews A-list celebrities and they eat hot wings as the show goes on. But the hot wings get progressively hotter. So Stella Artois is partnering up with Hot Ones to bring hot wings and hot trivia right to St. Louis. And we got an event tomorrow at the Hot Shots in Wentzville from 6 to 8 o'clock. I will be your host. So sign up to compete in 3 rounds of trivia where the questions get more difficult as the wings get hotter. So go to Cyberg's or any Hot Shots location and sign up your team of 2, to participate. Come hang out tomorrow. You can actually, even if you don't sign up at any one of the locations, come out tomorrow. You could compete. Sign up to win an awesome STL Staycation grand prize, or just come hang out and watch the festivities, enjoy some free Stella sampling, and your chance at attendance prizes. But I'd love to see you out there. So we're taking teams of 2 tomorrow. Hot Shots, Wentzville, first come, first serve, 6 to 8 o'clock. Your chance to win a great STL Staycation. It's from Stella Artois and Hot Shots and Hot Ones.
Mid-America Chevy Dealers present Point Fest.
It's 105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage at Point Fest, and I have the absolute honor of being joined by Sean and Mike from Alice in Chains. Guys, how are you?
Wow, how do you live up to that?
Yeah, we better not suck tonight.
That'll ruin our sound. So.
Wow.
All right, so the first question that I have is one that I've wanted to ask you guys and a band of your ilk for quite some time.
Ilk.
I like his vocabulary. He's good at what he does.
Well, when you are a band that has been around for as long as Alice in Chains has.
Millenniums.
And you were I don't know the best way to say this, so it might come out rough, but you were one of my favorite bands when I was in high school. Like, is that an odd thing for people to say? I've liked you for
Okay, we're old. Just say it. We're old.
I am too, man. I am too. But is that, I mean, because I don't mean it in a negative way whatsoever, but I mean, you guys.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 37.
All right. See, we're not that, we're a little older than you.
Yeah, but I mean, but again, do you mind kind of being, that sort of band? I mean, I think it speaks, volumes for the longevity of it.
It is what it is, right? I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. It's cool though that, it doesn't happen for everybody. Not everybody gets to have that kind of a longer career, and it wasn't on our account of trying to work it and everything. I mean, obviously we didn't talk to anybody for quite a long time, and but the music lived on the radio, because they kept playing the songs, people kept passing it on, and that doesn't happen to everybody, and you can't have a record company or anybody making that happen. So looks like it happened to us, and now we're classic rock.
On a personal
We're becoming
level,
classic rock though, right? Instead of Kansas, Dust in the Wind, we're up there with that, which is fucking.
Play that
I
tonight.
swore.
No, you're all right.
You can swear?
Yes.
Fucking awesomely shit fucking motherfucker.
Dust in the motherfucking wind, goddammit.
I'm going to say all that. We don't do enough of that on stage. We don't, like most, these.
Programs that fit your budget. They even work with your time budget over at R&R Tire Express. And once you experience that R&R service, you will never buy tires the same way again. And adventure is calling. So get out there. Get a set of all-season Lexani or Nexen or Terrium Pro from Amp Tires. And listen, if you want any of those kind of things, of course, R&R Tire Express has you covered. But they also have you covered right now for $20, getting you started on 4 brand new tires of those brands, including installation. And don't even stop at the tires. If you need new wheels, maybe those Moto Metals or the Borghinis to complete your upgrade, there's no commitment, there's no credit checks, no worries. You can even go to the website and check out what those wheels will look like on your ride. rnrtires.com. Check it out. R&R Tire Express, making it so very easy with those flexible payment options based on your budget and that peace of mind coverage. So get your name in their books now. Use the promo code online 20 today, 20 today, to request your personalized quote and lock in that $20 tire deal. 5 area locations: Overland, Florissant, Fairview Heights, Illinois, Alton, Illinois, and now in St. Louis on Kings Highway just south of Tower Grove Park. Check them out, rnrtires.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and I am absolutely honored and incredibly nervous, as a matter of fact, to have the pleasure of speaking to Alice in Chains. Gentlemen, thank you so very much. It's really great to see you here today.
All right, let's get this shooting done. Well, we got to see if I'm going to get shot, too.
Spinning the wheel.
Join the team. Join us, bud.
Spinning the wheel. Spinning the wheel. And your ass is grass.
Stop.
Oh my gosh, so close. Yeah. Nope, you're getting shot. Hey, real quick, I would just like to say
that's good.
Crap.
That on any other given day, any other given hour, I think I could have got 15 vegetables. So I screwed that up so bad that I'm willing to take a King Scott shot.
What? No, you can't do that.
I'm going to take a shot.
No.
Shoot me twice.
We're a team.
That's not the rules.
Shoot me twice.
No.
Well,
shame on you.
Guys, you heard him.
We can shoot me 3 times. Don't shoot me again.
We can shoot you twice just for the fun of it, but you're not taking King Scott shots.
I feel like I need to take King Scott shots. I
You
so
can't do
blew
that.
that. I mean, I even made the vegetable thing. What a foot and mouth thing. Like I feel like a total fool. I was a total fool, and I apologize.
We're a team, and I should have checked to see when you went to sleep last night. I didn't do that.
That's a nice thing to say.
Yeah, that's not what I
You
wanted
can take
to
a shot, but it has to be in the front.
Oh
my God.
Right in the pee-pee.
Have you guys ever done that?
Can you imagine getting taken out of the
Oh,
quad?
no, dude. I would just jump out the window.
All right, let's get this done.
I'm serious. Can I take King Scott's?
No.
please?
Here, Rafe's going to shoot.
Nah, you got it. You're our marksman.
Okay.
Man, I'm so bummed. I'm really sorry.
go.
dude. I'm sorry.
I just go first.
I'm sorry to the person that selected us as well. I feel like it's just
I would
such a-
never take that from you on
such a letdown today.
Oh, my God.
Greg Colvin
I
Day.
can shoot over there. Don't calm down.
Scott, get out of the way. Oh, please. Is your aim
Speed up a
true?
little.
It's fine. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
Just go. Ah!
Oh, got him.
Oh, shoot. Shoot.
That was so fast I forgot to record it.
Man. Oh, yeah.
I'm only getting
shoot.
moved.
And, hey, can you lift your shirt? I don't want to accidentally do something.
Rip a hole in it.
There you go.
Up high. Top shelf. Top shelf, baby.
Is there a hole in my pants right there?
There's a hole in your blouse, dear Liza.
Oh.
Ow!
You just call him a woman?
Ow!
I don't know.
He just said there's a hole in your blouse because you're a chick.
What?
Well, no, look at it.
There is a hole, and he's a man.
He's quoting a song, I
That
think.
was the worst one I've ever had.
For real?
I think it was.
I was going for the seam.
Wow, you didn't get to see him. You went top shelf, top of the meat.
Wow,
I
that's a
think that was
stinger
the worst
today.
one. You definitely didn't hit
That's
the
where
same-
they keep the Crown Royale.
I feel like I pulled a muscle in my neck.
I'm sorry.
Oh!
They were kind of sagging, too, so I didn't want to go low.
I think you hit my zip.
Because it might have been
She got you
sag.
up where they keep the Lefroig.
I'm telling you, I think there's going to be a bigger mark than usual.
Oh.
What?
Like you tried like a butt bone?
Hooey.
Hey,
No, not a
your
bone.
dad would be proud of that marksmanship.
Thank you.
Oh,
Don't feel bad.
oh,
It's all part of the game.
oh.
That one
Riz,
was for the 101st Airborne.
Riz, I gotta show you. You gotta take a look at this.
What?
This is heat like I've never felt heat before.
I will
Dude, it's
turn.
stronger today.
I'm telling
Was she
you.
up closer?
What? Yeah.
me
What
see.
the heck happened there?
Were you up closer?
What happened there?
Oh.
Is it big?
Oh, it's.
It feels
mine is
really
still
bad.
That is.
It's got to be bad.
That's a welt. That is. I don't know what happened.
Scott, look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Can you see that?
Which one, the red or the brown one?
Did you sit on a metal straw?
Got him.
That's extra, right?
No, but that's
Wow.
right in the meat. That's a good shot.
Yeah, that is.
That's a good shot.
Then she didn't waste any time
No,
either,
she didn't.
man.
I like it.
She plugged all three of you
Thank
guys
you.
pretty
I
fast.
deserved it.
All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by.
Just give me a second, man. Energy Stars Heating and Cooling, preferred partner of Ameren, Illinois, to make your home comfortable and affordable.
Hey, Lern mentioned it during her live spot. A case of the plague has been confirmed.
Yes.
In a person in Pueblo County, Colorado. This is from CNN. The case was flagged Friday from preliminary test results, and the potential source of the infection is still under investigation. But the plague, yes, like the Black Death that killed, what, 2/3 of Europe back in the day?
Millions of people.
How many people did it kill in Europe? What was it? Was it a third? Was it 2/3? It was a lot of people. Well, the plague is back.
See.
It's an infectious disease caused by bacterium, transmitted by fleas.
They say 33% of the population of the Middle East died, and up to 60% of the European population.
So almost, wow.
Right?
Pretty crazy, huh?
So it's best known, for the Black Death, outbreak that
Estimated-
killed millions of Europeans during the Middle Ages.
Estimated between 35 and 50 million people.
So the bacteria that is the plague circulates naturally among wild rodents and rarely infects humans today.
Well, it's from fleas, right?
Yes, it's transmitted to humans through bites from infected fleas, contact with infected animals, or inhaling droplets from the cough of an infected person or animal. Anybody who gets it's not, as long as you get treated, you're fine.
Antibiotics is what kills it.
Dude, if you ever go to Europe and you get a chance to check out any of the catacombs, whether it's in Paris or Vienna or any of those, it's some of them catacombs under the big churches and cathedrals. A phenomenal experience to see. I mean, you think about the planet at a point where this is kind of happening. 60% of the world is dying, and in horrible, horrible, painful, awful ways, where things are circulating from even the newly deceased bodies and all that. So they'd wait for a little bit, let them rot, and then literally slide them down a hole, and just piles of hundreds of thousands of people would be thrown in a hole underneath the cathedral. And then after a while, after the rotting hit a certain point where they didn't feel like they could get it, they go down there, clean the bones, and to save room, build walls out of the bones so they could clear the whole spot to dump more bodies through.
I don't want that job, guys. Anyone who develops symptoms of the plague, if you get medical attention immediately, again, you'll be fine. Typical symptoms include sudden fever and chills, severe headache, muscle aches, nausea, vomiting, and commonly swollen lymph nodes.
You know what I immediately thought of, though, when I saw that headline this morning was, a lot of people they're like, oh, here comes another plague before an election. Like, that's what you see in the comments, like people not wanting to take anything seriously. And I understand where that's the knee-jerk reaction, but for real, go get help. Like, don't think that this
if you
is
have the plague,
don't spread it around.
If I have the plague, I'm going to get help.
Well, but don't go anywhere. Like, just get help. And
Yes,
don't
I
give
will
it to
see.
anybody.
I will go to urgent care if I have developed symptoms of the plague.
You know how long that epidemic lasted there?
Nah.
I thought it was like decades. It was 4 years.
Wow.
From 1970 to 2022, there were 67 reported cases of the plague in the U.S. here. So
it's a pretty lucky person.
Yeah. Benjamin Franklin.
I didn't know he died.
Was
from it.
credited for discovering electricity back in 1752 with his famous kite experiment, right? Which who knows if that's true or not. And now, only 272 years later, if your power's out and you want answers, all you have to do is open your Whataburger app. And I'm not sure Ben would have been seeing that coming. Here's the backstory. Hurricane Beryl been pummeling Texas. And a lot of Houston has been without power, a lot of the Houston area. People are unable to get updates because the local outage tracker crashed from high demand. Locals were left with no idea what part of the city had power and what part didn't. Until Whataburger. Since there are so many Whataburger restaurants in southern Texas, people are able to use the app as a power outage tracker. It's just like FEMA uses the Waffle House for the same thing. If Waffle House is open, chances are that area has not been severely destroyed.
Interesting.
But they're doing this with Whataburger now in Texas. The Whataburger social media team even commented on the post saying, well, that's a use for our app we didn't think of. We hope everybody else is okay. So,
wow, that's pretty cool.
I don't know if I'd be down with this or not. Do you guys have arguments in your house as far as who touched the thermostat?
No.
No, not really.
Because I did it. I'm always the one who touched the thermostat.
There's no argument because it's always me.
Yes, this is a common who touched the thermostat. That's an argument in my house. Oregon's biggest power company is rolling out a new smart thermostat. It's a smart thermostat program where they get to change the temperature in your house.
What?
Wow.
The power company gets to change the temperature in your house.
Ooh, a lot of angry women coming over.
Other cities have been adding similar programs over the past couple of years. Basically, you install a smart thermometer, pay a little less each month in exchange for letting them control your thermostat remotely. So during peak hours, they up the temperature by a couple degrees to reduce strain on the grid. It usually happens between 3 and 9 p.m. The new Oregon version limits it to 3 degrees. So if your thermostat is set to 71, it's going to creep up to 74.
Oh man, it's an interesting way of like, if you know that everyone in your neighborhood is dealing with the same thing as like community suffering. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, it's a little hot in here, but I guess it's hot in everybody's house, right? Like a little community suffering kind of makes it a little easier to
Misery
swallow.
loves company.
Some cities set the max even higher, like a program in L.A. that lets them increase it by 4 degrees.
If it's an emergency, I mean, if something's like going wrong and our state is like really screwed because of this or something, I guess I would go along. But other than that,
I guess the thermostat's one of the only things I can actually still control.
that's what I'm saying. Like, stay out of my house.
What about tax incentives? What if you sign up for that program and you get a rebate?
Yeah, great.
It says no. It says reduced bill.
Yeah.
If you sign up for it, fine. But I thought this was like a
Hell nah.
There's a total monopoly with these these companies.
Power companies?
Yeah, I mean they're like.
Or you could have
they're
no
allowed
power bill,
monopolies.
like Lern does with solar panels.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a way to do it.
It is cool. But we're not completely, if the power goes down, our power still goes down. Like, we're not completely isolated.
You got to get batteries.
You have to choose to do that, and we didn't do that yet, but it's like an add-on that we could do.
Wait, what?
So, like, when the power goes out, it's not like because I have solar panels that my power still stays on. We are still controlled by Ameren, but we are sending power from our panels to Ameren, and they are taking money off of our account because we're helping to generate power. We could go completely off the grid if we decided to do that. It was a little bit extra to do
Oh my gosh,
that.
I don't think I ever knew that. So you're telling me when you put the panels up there, you're not actually generating the power for your house. You're just
No, I
selling it
am.
back
Powering
to
the
Ameren?
grid.
I'm helping to power Ameren because my panels are going back to their facility.
No kidding.
That's how those farms with windmills work.
I had-
My friend owns a farm, and Ameren pays them.
So you're not specifically
They
powering
put so
your
much.
house.
No.
That's what I'm saying. You're
I
not.
mean, that power is going to my house, but it's
Not
going back to
directly.
Ameren first and then coming back.
Right.
So it's I'm
knew that.
helping
Did you know
power
that?
in my community.
Yes,
You
I
do
knew
that?
you sold the power to them.
Yeah,
You
but
sold the power you
But I
get
thought
to
at the same time you were actually powering
Yeah,
just
I thought it
directly
powered
your
your
You
house.
can do that.
But that's
That
with
would
the
be
battery.
more involved of like that's going completely off the grid where
Right.
Ameren's not getting a cut of it anymore. Now I'm just
Right.
powering myself directly.
Yeah, so I got a buddy who's got the solar panels and he's got batteries.
So he's on.
So
he's off
he's
the grid.
free.
He's not selling back, or helping. Or
He's
whatever.
powering his batteries. When his batteries are full, he sells, like the extra.
Oh,
Yeah.
fascinating.
That's how my friend's farm worked. He had some of those big ass windmills you see that creep me out when I'm driving through like Iowa. And Ameren just cut them a check every month because they powered their farm, but they generated so much electricity that it's like whatever Ameren spent powering the whole farm.
Yeah.
They put more in the grid than they were taking, so Ameren had to cut them a check for a couple $100 every month.
But they have to pay for the construction of the windmill.
Yeah.
You have to
But
do
the
install.
windmill seeds are pretty cheap right now, so it doesn't take much to grow them out there on the farms.
Interesting, man. I never knew that. Thank you for teaching me.
Yeah, again, the thermostat is one of the only things I still have control of, and
yeah, you're not getting that from me.
Well, if we keep having these record highs and it gets hotter and hotter and hotter, I mean, it's going to be just a matter of time. Like I didn't read it because I was like, I don't want to do the doom scroll into this, but they were saying how air conditioning is not going to be enough for us here in Missouri as temperatures continue to rise over the years. So my idea is I'm going to build. Like if I ever build my own house, I'm going to build it kind of into the ground like a mole person or like into a cave where I can get, the essential Merrimack Caverns experience, like cool 60 degrees all year round. That's where my plans are
yes, you'll
going.
be a cave person.
I
There's
will.
a lot of homes. I just saw a home like that. And there's a lot of homes in Southern Illinois like that that are built into like a mound.
Yeah, there's a couple in Alabama.
We were talking about that the other day.
Yeah, we saw one.
We saw one.
I was like, I was with somebody. It was you.
Yeah,
Like an
we
Earth
saw
ship?
one.
We were driving out to the farm.
Kinda, they just they build it into a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're underground.
So like the front of the house is, and then the hill is kind of like.
Their roof?
You got no back windows.
Yes.
Right.
There's grass on your roof.
But I've seen
So it almost looks like a ranch house on the front, but then the rest of your house is just a hill. The only problem with that is like you only get light in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
the
light
tough
coming through anywhere else. So it's like it could be a little, probably get seasonal depression.
Yeah, all year round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, we got to take a break. We'll come back. We got some sports. All right, 9:28. Wednesday, traffic and weather, one final look, Moon, coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bomarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Right lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle 64 westbound at New Ballas Road and Limburg. We also have delays 270 eastbound between Tesson Ferry and Big Bend. Average speed about 20 miles an hour. Your point forecast: spot showers possible. High of 87. Right now it's 74 at the Point Studio.
All right, Point Fest 2022. It is Liv, and I am so excited. As you know, this is one of my favorite bands ever. The Struts, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
That was
Thank
a
you for being
lovely
here.
introduction.
So
Thank you for having
excited.
us.
So to start, I actually have a prop because I met you guys several years ago. It was backstage at a show, and Luke, you had disappeared for a moment, and I missed an autograph on my favorite piece of merch ever.
Here we go. There's a badge on your bag as well with the Struts on.
So,
flag. The flag.
if you would be so kind,
Of
my
course.
friend.
Do you have a pen?
I do.
Fantastic. Of course I will.
That's been waiting there.
Since
in
20 Men's Health. Let's talk about it. Frank, come on. You're driving around today. You're tired as hell. Sunny out. You don't know why. Because you don't want to accept that maybe your tea has dipped a little bit. Man, you're pushing 50, Frank. Come on. It's okay. It happens to everybody. It's a natural aging thing. Your testosterone goes down, and sometimes it goes down to levels that are unacceptable, and you got to do something about it. So go to Victory Men's Health, and they'll get you on a customized testosterone treatment therapy if that's what you need. They're going to test your blood down to a cellular level, and if that's not what's going on, they'll tell you what is going on. Maybe it's just a vitamin deficiency. Maybe you need a little collagen. Maybe you just need to top yourself off. Get an IV. Maybe you're just a little dehydrated. They got all sorts of treatments that'll get you feeling back to your regular self. And you got to invest in your health, man. This Midwestern stiff upper lip stuff's got to go, man. We got to start taking care of ourselves so we can take care of everybody around us. That's our wives, our families, our husbands, whatever. Whatever you're into, can't take care of them if you don't take care of yourself. So go to Victory Men's Health. There's 4 locations, one in East O'Fallon, one in Town and Country, one in Sunset Hills. That one's brand new. They're all taking appointments. It's easy. Go in, sign up. He can probably get you in this week. So for more information, go right now. Don't wait. VictoryMen'sHealth.com. That is VictoryMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, so welcome back to the farm. In the last video, you saw me on the tractor with the brush hog in the field, trying to get everything all good. Kind of a pain. So I called in reinforcements. My friends from McCoy Construction and Forestry, they're here, and they brought toys. Hi, guys.
Hey, what's going on, Riz?
Chad and Steve and Mike. Okay, so we got some mowers, because I need some help in the field.
Absolutely.
So you guys saw me with the big brush hog, and I can't, with the elderberry plants out there, I can't really get close to the plants with that big brush hog.
Sure.
So this is for more of a precision cut.
Yes, absolutely. That allow you to get a little closer to those elderberries. So at this point, this is a bad boy commercial zero-turn machine.
It literally is a bad boy. It says bad boy on it.
And it'll cut a lot of grass in that pasture up there for you. It's a 60-inch cut. Want to hop on and see if you can get this thing going?
I have no idea what to do.
Well, that's a seat. Let's start off by sitting in the seat.
No, I know
there.
I can sit in the seat. I know this is a seat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to get in the seat.
Yeah.
All right.
Give her a crank.
All right. We've started.
Yeah. Next.
Okay, now.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, what do I do? I put the brake down?
Yep, you got the brake on the left-hand side.
Brake down, okay.
These guys you're going to bring into your center. So for left and right drive tires.
Oh, boy.
And now you're able to drive this thing wherever you want.
Now backwards is which way? This way?
Oh yeah, hey, oh, hey.
Look, Chad, I'm doing it.
You're doing it, man. You're doing it.
I'm doing it. Hey, let's do a practice mode before we get out to the field.
Go for it.
Okay. But it's a lot easier. Look at me using the zero turn. I'm going to do it on the left.
Dude, well done, man. Well done.
Is this maybe?
For years, I've been using Anton's plumbing, heating, cooling, and energy experts because of all that they have done for my home. And my home's a little bit older. I've said this; it's in its 40s now, so it's knees and its back are starting to go as well. And I was looking for total home comfort because I did not have it when we moved in. I called Anton's because I knew they were the energy experts, and they did these energy assessments to find any sort of inefficiencies in your home's comfort model. And they were able to do all that, identify exactly what my issues were, all my problems, and get them fixed up. And now my home is comfortable. My son doesn't complain every single night about his room being too hot, and the daughter isn't complaining about her room being too cold. You can call them today. Get a free estimate on Total Home Comfort Solutions. They'll take care of you. And they have financing options as well, like don't make payments for 2 summers. Listen, we just had a coworker that called Anton's because of what I was saying. And while they were there doing a replacement for him, he said, hey, maybe I need the duct cleaning too, because they're duct cleaning experts as well. And they took a look at his ducts, and they said, oh, no, they're totally clean. We don't need to do that service right now. And he's like, the fact that they were that honest with me and upfront and just amazing, plus they got his house more efficient with that replacement, he said, I am an Anton's customer for life. You will be too. I am for sure. Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy experts. See what they can do for you at antonshvac.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
Who is Trailer Trash Tammy? What happens when you combine random internet trends into a single video? What is a mukbang? And are we so desperate to be distracted from our own reality that we resorted to binging videos of people shoveling anything edible into their face hole? More on that today on The Number 2 Show. Welcome back to The Number 2 Show. Today, forget sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. We've got something that tops them all and is twice as indulgent. Mukbangs. Mukbangs sound like something that would require a lot of explaining if your mom caught you watching one on the family computer. But turns out it's not something you find on Pornhub. It is kind of like food porn, though, where you witness the hard pounding of thousands of calories. So follow me through the glory hole for today's main topic, mukbangs. Mukbangs aren't for the faint of heart. It's culinary hedonism broadcasted in HD. We've got professionals like Nick Avocado eating his view count in calories, or amateurs deep-throating corn dogs like they're auditioning for Bret Michaels' Rock of Love. Gives a whole new meaning to the song Unskinny Bop. And if not these two things, then there's whatever the hell this is.
Hi guys, today we have dragon breath puffs and liquid nitrogen.
There's a lot going on in this video. Is it a cute cat video, ASMR, a mukbang? Are we even allowed to assign conventional labels to our videos anymore? Let's just say this video is genre fluid.
Save money on your car and your home insurance. You know, Allstate has some great rates. Allstate, my agent, Tracy Bibb. So with Allstate and Tracy Bibb, you get personal attention, the personal attention that you would get no other place. Like a lot of these agencies, these insurance agencies, it's just a name on the door or the name on the building. You never meet these people. Do they even exist? Tracy Bibb's a real person. And she's going to work with you to make sure you have the right type of coverage for when something happens. Not if, but when. Because we're all going to have a claim in our lifetime, unfortunately, with either our car or house. And when claims do arise, Tracy is going to make the claims process easy and quick. We have all our policies through Tracy Bibb. We have the house. We have the 2 cars. We have both my wife's and my insurance policy, life insurance policy. We have an umbrella policy. Get all to Tracy Bibb today for a non-committal quote. It's free and it's easy. 314-328-4260. 314-328-4260. It's no fib. You're in good hands with Tracy Bibb.
Dude, this sucks.
Cindy on the instant feedback says Fastlane was trashing you guys on yesterday's show about you cheating, whining, etc.
Yeah.
Care to comment?
Sounds like a bunch of losers.
How do we
looking
cheat,
for
whine,
excuses.
and lose?
Right.
The Home Run Derby's on the 27th.
Yeah, there was a DNF last year, so cute.
Listen, here's how it should be.
Sorry the guy broke his ankle in 5 places.
Yeah, well, sorry
in the
we
middle
cared-
of our home run derby.
Sorry we cared more about the people than we did about beating your ass.
They have 2 professional athletes on their team.
Mhm.
3. So,
And I out-hit 2 of them.
well, Jamie's playing and Carrie's playing this year.
Yeah, I'm a guitar player and a singer, and I
They should win
hit you
by a million.
I out-hit you.
They should win by a million.
Is Carrie lefty or
This is
right?
your sport. We're not going on, Guitar Hero, are we? No, we're coming to you playing baseball,
We're not gonna say anything.
and we outswung you. So
We're high road people.
talk all you need.
I just want to say that Brooke and I are the only ones who don't talk smack on each other, and we just
Listen,
won't.
the Riz Show is always taking the high road.
God,
You didn't hear it in the hallway then.
Well, and I will crap all over Stalter because it's one of my
Hey,
favorite
high
things to
road.
do.
Wow.
High road. We always take the high road. We're known for that.
He runs his mouth all over this station, though. He really does.
Hey, this show is known for good sportsmanship.
Highbrow
grace.
and high road.
That's what we do. We never
High
complain.
brain.
That's what we have up in the office. We slap it like, go play like a champion today. It's above the office door. Highbrow, high road.
Right.
That's right.
You know what? And I'm a little sick of Jamie Rivers walking around this place with his calves out like that's intimidating.
Oh, I took mine out yesterday.
Kind of
Good.
He's got nice calves.
Yeah.
Well, it's
You
a
got
bit
him,
much.
flaunt 'em.
I
They're
stood
very
in
tan.
front of their window while they were on the air in my dad's shorts
If you
yesterday.
got him, flaunt them.
Yeah, I mean, especially at his age, for a 65-year-old.
Oh, hey. High road.
I'm kidding.
High road. All right, we got a couple seconds here.
I got
Sports.
nothing. Sports brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail now available in ready-to-drink cans. Yesterday's series opener between the Cards and the Royals.
Great game.
Yeah, postponed due to inclement weather,
Oh.
but it's going to be played today as part of a split doubleheader. Game one is 12:45.
Whoa,
Little
day baseball. All right, day baseball, guys.
Yes.
Game two expected to start at 6:45 like it was supposed to. Tickets for yesterday's game will be valid for game one of the split doubleheader. Looks like Palante was scheduled to start yesterday. He will start game one today. Construction is slated to start this fall on a new soccer and hockey sports complex in Chesterfield Valley, joining the ranks of about a half a dozen sports facilities around the St. Louis region. If you want the details, I'll put them up on the blog.
It's a car shield, the AAA team.
Car Shield, yeah. $60 million, 325,000 square foot facility, 2 indoor ice rinks, and 4 indoor and 3 outdoor turf soccer fields, among more. Messi scored in the as Argentina beat Canada in the Copa America. They now head to the final on Sunday. Spain beat France yesterday with a record-setting goal by a 16-year-old kid. They will play their final Sunday against the winner of today's match between England and Netherlands. I'm Moon and Extra Sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, thank you.
I'm so excited to be back here at Point Fest 2021. And for the very first time in person after multiple FaceTimes, Josh from Bad Flower, dude, you're really
Hello.
here.
You're a real person.
You are a real
I
person.
thought maybe you were like a computer-generated deepfake.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
I mean, I do feel like an avatar most days of the week, so I think that's the
And
case.
you look like an avatar in person. Like you look like an avatar version
Thank
of somebody's real self, but that's your actual self.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going for. First and most important conversation or question of the conversation: how are you? Just vibe check. How are you feeling today? How are the emotions? It's Point Fest.
Good. I've been so stressed out. We're preparing for our headlining tour. Our album comes out in 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
We just talked about a new ice skating facility getting built here in St. Louis, and here's what's awesome is that First Community has teamed up with the St. Louis Blues, who offer a low-cost learn-to-play program called the Little Blues Program. And this is a great way for kids who have never experienced hockey before. They get their first time of introductory program intended for kids ages 4 through 9 who've never participated in organized youth hockey before. And this is what I love about this is that it's a reasonable cost. So your kid's going to get 6 weeks of on-ice instruction, and wait for it, you get all that equipment included with the registration fee. So that's the skates, the pads, and yes, even the stick, the helmet, all that included. Plus, you're going to be on the Centene Ice Community Center, which is where the Blues practice. So this is the best facility in town to have kids experience hockey for the first time. And so if your kids are interested, this is a way to find out, too, if it's a good investment to keep going down the hockey road, or if not, you didn't put yourselves out thousands of dollars, you saved a ton of money, and that's what First Community will do for you. So go to First Community, ask them about the Little Blues program, and also ask them to help you make your money grow for you, because that's what they do the best. That's First Community, firstcommunity.com.
So here we are, way back Point Fest. Goldfinger, everybody.
Shaka.
Yes. Yes. And so here's the thing, okay? John, first thing first. Seen the band a million times. Phenomenal band. you've changed members here, but now you've got a goddamn all-star team going on with our buddy Mike, and then we've got Phil here and Moon, and it's just
Phil and Moon.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. He's never called me that.
I've never called
once.
you that ever. And I'm sorry, but that was the first thing that popped into my head.
Moon was telling me because I've known Moon a long time, and I've watched him transition into this amazing frontman of Greek Fire. It's just an incredible transformation that we've made from when I first met him with this like afro out to here, and just like this kid straight out of college. Did you go to college?
No, I did not go to college.
This kid straight out of high school. Like, did you go to high school?
I did go to high school. I even finished with a kid.
Okay.
Well, it's really
Me
great
too.
to have you guys. But how does Mike get in the equation? How does Moon get in the equation? Like, how do you decide these guys? Because I know you, obviously, with the work you do as a producer, there's tons of musicians everywhere that you can get to be a part of Goldfinger.
I think the first time Goldfinger played with MXPX was probably 1996 up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Radio
About
show.
that, yeah, radio
and
show.
I remember same thing. I mean, Mike was a teenager when I first saw him play, whenever that was, and I've known him for forever and ever and ever. And I watched MXPX grow from like an opening band into like headlining bigger than Goldfinger. It was like amazing watching. Look at this guy. I mean, he's such a handsome guy, great songwriter, great voice, great bass player, everything. And so when we just started talking one day, when Kelly joined Buck Cherry, it was sort of like I had tours booked, and I'm like, who would be my first choice?
Right.
Mike Carrera would be choice one. And I called him, and it all worked. And here we are.
How about that?
Here we are. Still doing it.
Woo! And
Great new record, by the way.
And it is. The knife is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I told Moon this, like, I don't buy CDs anymore. I'm a download vinyl guy. But I was buying something at the record store, and they had the knife, like, right there at the display. And I was like, well, I got to get this. And it's fantastic. It's everything that I want in a Goldfinger record,
Thank
man.
you. How do you download vinyl, by the way?
I don't download vinyl.
I just want to know, because if
there was
there's
a
some new
backslash.
technology
Download
on the
and
radio that
vinyl.
you know about, I need to learn.
Well, it's good to know that I'm getting crap from you after just meeting you for the first time. That's fantastic. But you know what I mean? Like I don't really buy the records anymore, but I really wanted to hear it. And Put the Knife Away is such a great song. And so talk about the Goldfinger record and how that works these days. I mean, obviously a gigantic chunk of these ideas are yours, but talk about how Mike and Moon weigh in and make it the Goldfinger record altogether.
I had a lot of the ideas kind of mapped out. Travis Barker played on the record, who's my neighbor. So I kind of had the song, the bulk of the songs kind of done. And then these guys came in when we were rehearsing for that 1 week of LA shows when we played with Travis. And I basically said, whatever you want to do, play your own parts, write your own guitar parts and everything. And they just kind of played on top of Travis's beats that already existed. I had most of my vocals done. Mike sang on probably half the record and Moon sang on the other half. And so I felt like it was a conglomeration of all of us.
Yeah.
But it was a lot. I mean, I took 2 years to write this album. So Am I Deaf is probably more like 6 years old. And that was the oldest song. Because, I mean, it's been 10 years since we put out a record.
We played that song live, I think, 3 years ago. So
that's amazing how that comes together. But I mean, I don't want my band to release an album every year. I want them to release them whenever they've got the best 12 or 13 or 14 or whatever that case may be. So if it's got to be another 2 years, that's fine.
Thank you.
Like, you need my approval.
Well,
but,
no, but thank you. But I think that perspective gives you so much. And like, I'm now older than I was 10 years ago. And I know what Goldfinger is more now than I did 20 years ago.
Sure.
We had sort of growing pains. Our first record was a very ska punk album. Second album was like this kind of Beach Boys venture. Hang-Ups was kind of all over the place. I love the album, but now I really understand what works live after touring for 24 years, what kids want to see. And I feel like we put together there's fast punk, there's ska songs, there's reggae songs.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Did you ever think there would be a time in your life that you would be joining this band?
No, man. No, I was just happy the first time that we opened for Goldfinger in like 2003 or 2 or whatever. When I was like, damn, I came home, I was like, I played with Goldfinger once. And then it happened again. And then it happened for a couple tours. And then John did our record. And it was like, just milestone after milestone that I never expected. So it's not even like hitting goals, because those aren't goals that you think are obtainable. I never thought like, man, someday I want to play guitar for that band. That never crossed my mind, so it's a dream come true for me, man.
Do you know I really legitimately now feel bad about calling him Phil 2 times in the interview?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
You're going to get it later. Together Credit Union just launched a brand new high-yield checking account called Empower Checking. Now, I had a few people I was talking to the other day, and They brought up the point that they didn't realize that they could become a member at Together Credit Union. They thought it was like an exclusive kind of thing, and that's not true. You can become a member at Together Credit Union. Anybody can, and it's so very easy. They make it so easy, too, because they have 14 local branches, 14 local St. Louis branches to make it easy for you to just go in and work directly with one of their amazing member advocates. I use probably 4 different branches on a regular basis, and they're amazing. We've used them for everything. Our kids have accounts. We've used them for a HELOC, and you got to check out these high-yield checking accounts, especially the Empower Checking. With Empower Checking, you earn above-market interest on the money that you keep in your day-to-day checking account. Interest is paid to you each month. It's a checking account that rewards you on balances and not activity. Just apply on the website, or like I said, walk in, become a member at any of the 14 area locations and ask them about Empower Checking. Get paid to save with Empower Checking. Visit togethercu.org/empower for full terms and details. Membership eligibility required. Together Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Togethercu.org.
All right, here we are backstage, Wayback Point Fest, with the boys from Lit. Gentlemen, how are you? It's great to see you again.
We're doing great. Great to see you guys.
Okay, first and foremost, I hear that there is illness sweeping through the Lit camp. Can we confirm, deny, what's going on?
I'd rather not use the word sweeping through because it's just one guy.
Okay.
At the moment, and luckily we're at the tail end. We got like less than a week left of the tour.
Man, so you're hanging on.
We've been out for over 10 weeks, or about 10 weeks, and that's not bad. And
logistical question for those of us that have never had to do this. And obviously, the advent of the urgent care probably changes the game a little bit. Yeah. But when you guys are in East Lansing or wherever the hell, and you're nowhere near home, somebody gets sick, it gets to the point where you're like, we got to do something. What do you do?
We have doctors we can call, and they'll phone in a prescription. I'm surprised he didn't do that today.
Yeah.
Making things hard on himself.
That's all right.
It is Labor Day. Yeah. Thanks, Christian.
Well, so new album is out as we speak.
Yeah, album's out.
I find it very interesting to me, and it seems as though the reviewers are the first ones to point out how different a record is, where the fans, and I've seen you guys even talk about this, go, no, man, our fans know that this is, our music is a part of everything. We do a little bit of everything. So it seems like the reviewers are more surprised than the actual fans are, yes?
Yeah, I think usually for me, you're just talking about that. Of course.
I'm glad it wasn't me.
Usually, and he answers the phone.
Right, that's like doing.
All right. I was going to say the naysayers usually are the ones that haven't. It's off now. Let me see that phone. Yeah. There it is. You just totally almost this hard drop. Are we going to edit this? Or are we just going to?
No, we're going to keep it in, man. This is how it goes.
I mean, usually people that have kind of been out of the loop over the course of the last 18 years, 20 years, and then they hear a new song. It doesn't matter if it's like, to me, I use the analogy like looking back at pictures of your friends 20 years ago, or like hanging out with the group you hung out with, and the things you did and the things you wore.
On Saturday night before the Def Leppard show, went to DB's and took the golf cart from DB's to Busch Stadium. Played it right. But I love those golf carts. And if you live in Soulard, you see all those golf carts zipping around. If you live in Eureka, now you have a lot of golf carts there. Or if you live in Newtown, or you have a place up in Innsbruck. Golf carts. Where do you get a good one? Getaway Carts. That's where. Your one-stop shop for custom golf carts, that's Getaway Carts. They specialize in made-to-order carts. You pick your color, you pick your seats, you pick your wheels, you pick your top, the body lift. If you could think of it, they could do it. Sound systems, light bars. When I was down there last time, I sat in a brand new Mad Jax X Series. Sweet golf cart, now offering 0% finance. Lithium battery installs and swaps, and you talk to the owners. That's what sets them apart from everywhere else. Honest, face-to-face interaction. Lift kits, rear flip seats, you name it, they could do it. That's Getaway Carts. GetawayCarts.com, GetawayCarts.com.
It is a very, very big day in the land of Red Hot Chili Pepper fans everywhere, and I am so unbelievably honored to be joined today by Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea, St. Louis is saying hello to you.
I love St. Louis, and I fondly miss the raucous nights, Mississippi nights that we used to have over there. And hello to everybody. Love to one and all.
Man, it's really great to hear your voice, but also, too, it's wonderful to have a new Red Hot Chili Peppers album that is out today, and John Frusciante back in the Chili Peppers. Flea, can you kind of talk to us a little bit about how he got back into the fold with you guys? And I know that you guys had maintained a friendship even when he wasn't in the band. Were you guys still jamming and playing together when he wasn't a Chili Pepper?
We occasionally jammed, and we always were friends, and we get together and talk. And, it was difficult, too, because he left, and we got someone else to replace him who was his friend. And it's sort of like, when you break up with a girlfriend and then you start dating their friend or something, it's like being in a band with someone is a very emotional and, close experience. So it was... our relationship has always been intense. But I remember I think there's a lot of things that led up to him coming back all the way around. But I remember one particular evening, he and his girlfriend were over for dinner with me and my girlfriend, and we're having dinner, and he and I were like off in a room talking. And I remember I just kind of felt like I never really touched on it, even though I would think it. And I said, John, I sometimes I really miss playing with you, man.
Yeah.
And I said it. I couldn't help it. I just burst into tears. It was so emotional for me to say it. And he looked at me, and I saw him do the same thing. Like, we're both looking at each other, and he's like,
Lay the path for a new career. Start your career as a floor layer apprentice with the Carpenters Union today. You can start by calling 314-644-4800. That's 644-4800, or just apply on the website, apply.ficstl.org. That's apply.ficstl.org. Get paid while you learn. Some careers require expensive degrees that pile on debt and take a ton of time, delaying years of valuable earning potential. It's time to explore an alternative path, especially if you're on your way now to a job, or you're listening to this while you're at a job and you realize there's no place for you to go. You're certainly not earning while you're learning. They have an earn while you learn education model that allows hardworking individuals like yourself to make money while learning the skills necessary to embark on a successful career, not a job, a career. That means you're going to receive real-world experience on job sites and get paid in the process. It's amazing. They have great terms, great training, great hours. All of it is incredible. You got to check it out. Lay the path for a new career. Do it now at apply.ficstl.org.
So here we are, our very first Ho-Ho show of 2017, our Christmas show. You will be our first band that we will see, 2/3 of Biffy Clyro. Gentlemen, how are you? It's really great to see you.
Really well, and after that introduction, we're very excited to be opening up the ho-ho party.
The
ho-ho party.
And I feel like, even if, I don't know if you know the Rise Against guys, and I know that musically you guys might not necessarily be in lockstep, but I feel like this is a really great rock and roll show from, rock bands are a little bit different. Do you know those guys?
We don't know them
personally.
We've shared many festival bills in Europe with them. Those guys have been around for such a long time, and we hold them in the highest regard. So I think to play a show with them is a real honour for us, and you maybe not musically akin to each other.
Sure,
but I think there's a little bit of a crossover there. And
we don't fit bang on with anyone really. There's always like a slight discrepancy going on in the music world. So Rise Against are about as close as it gets, to be honest.
But I would think that would kind of work for you as well, because then you can kind of be on a lot of different lineups, on a lot of different bills.
We find ourselves playing in heavy rock festivals and almost more mainstream pop festivals and kind of everything in between. And we either kind of stick out like a sore thumb for the right reason or the wrong, but we quite like that. We're at home whenever we play.
Very good, very good. Well, it's really a pleasure to have you back in town. We were supposed to have you a little bit earlier on this year. Unfortunately, that was not able to happen. But from what I understand from my sources inside of your camp, we've infiltrated it, by the way. You're big Guns N' Roses guys?
Oh, we love Guns N' Roses.
And so you were excited to go to where the riot in '91 happened?
Oh my God! No, that's it. It's We've been kind of reliving some of our youth this year. We played some shows.
Truly craptastic weather. And I just want to say a big shout out to Dan, the calzone man, for bringing us sauce on the side yesterday. They always have a different special. And for the month of July, it was the All-American. And so Dan brought us seasoned ground beef, applewood bacon, American cheese, house-made pickled cucumbers and onions topped with sesame seeds. It's a bacon cheeseburger in a calzone, and then the BBQ aioli, which essentially is like a Thousand Island dressing, but it was so good to dunk in there. And then all of us were feeling kind of hef this week, and so he said, you know what, guys, I'm going to bring you all the salads you want. I had the strawberry fields, and it was delicious. So no matter what type of food you're, shoving into your pie hole, Sauce on the Side is going to have exactly what you want. The calzones are delicious. They even have gluten-free ones. And a day like today, perfect for delivery. So make sure you tip them hard, but you can get free delivery when you enter promo code LEARN. Find a Sauce on the Side near you by going to sauceontheside.com.
All right, so I actually made up a word this morning, and I'm so happy about this. Now, the last year and a half of all of our lives, the word synergy has been like kind of a gigantic joke. Like, there's all this stuff happening all over. You're just trying to make it work for the day.
Yeah.
But it seems like, Amy Lee, frontwoman of Evanescence, that you have a very synergistic year ahead of you. The album is out now. The single doing great. The big tour with Hailstorm later this year. This feels like synergy to me, and I bet you for you, it's finally like, great, we're finally here.
Yeah, it feels really good. Part of last year and this time, something that's felt really good is just to keep going, just to go harder. Don't let it stop us. Don't let anything hold me down. Like just this feeling of, I can't waste a minute. I don't want to waste a day. We don't know if we have tomorrow. So it is time to just do what we were born to do. So kind of taking that attitude after the initial sort of like, frustration and heartbreak and just frustration. I want to say that word a lot because a lot of it was that, but also just anxiety and fear about everything. You know how this time has been. I don't have to describe it. But it's felt really good to sort of take control of the things that we can control, make great music, give something to our fans and have something to look forward to and be excited about.
Now, can you kind of talk about how early on or what part of the process of recording the record were you when the pandemic hit and you guys had to split up?
Yeah, we went into this different regardless of anything. We didn't know about the pandemic or anything yet. We went in the studio January of 2020 just to do a couple of songs with Nick Raskulinix, our producer. Just sort of see how it goes, we knew we had a few songs, but we knew we had a lot more music to write before we're going to be really ready to go in and record a full album. But like, as time goes by, like, I know how daunting and soul consuming in a good way, but also in a way it is to make an album. So we were just kind of being adults and going like, hey, why do we have to do this all at once the way we've always done it and lay all the drums first and know exactly what's going to happen? Why don't we just take a more free approach and be experimental about this and go in and do a few whole songs and then come back after the tour? So we were lucky that we started things off that way because we walked out of that studio with 4 finished mixed songs in March, right before we really couldn't be together for months. And I recorded the last few like vocal bits right here on this mic. And we've sort of mixed remotely. It was like right at the edge. So we had those songs to carry us through. Like we just started releasing them and simultaneously just dove into the creation of the rest of the record.
So do you think that this might be how you do it going forward as far as the recording?
We went in the studio in like November of 2019 to record this cover of The Chain by Fleetwood Mac for a video game commercial. And it was so fun and satisfying and good to go and just focus on one thing. Really, that's what inspired the idea. So we went in going, hey, like we don't have to play by anybody's rules. We can go in whenever we want. Like, let's just do it a piece at a time. I love that. Mm-hmm. I like the idea of we're a band who loves albums. I love transitions and intros and an epic journey and the whole tale. But I also love the freedom of living in a world where it's totally acceptable. Just go record a song for no reason and put it out there. So yeah, I think that we're going to embrace that mentality moving forward. It doesn't always have to be the whole thing.
I was having a conversation with one of our younger staff members a couple of weeks ago, and he mentioned to me that he had just started listening to full lengths.
You know what? Today is a good day to call 866-90-NATION and get started on some new windows. WindowNation.com is the website. Tell them Moon sent you. Why am I saying today? Well, because today was the day that I learned that next week we're going to have like 3 to 5 days. That's 105-degree heat index. 105. Extreme heat is coming. And if you're tired of paying high utility bills every month because your home AC just keeps running and cooling off the neighborhood, it's because your windows aren't energy efficient. You probably got builder grade stuff, or if your windows are over 8 years old, the seals could be broken. Air is likely leaking out, and you're paying that high price for utility bills all year long. Window Nation's high-quality windows are built to last a lifetime. And when I say lifetime, I'm talking about a lifetime warranty. On top of the lifetime warranty, right now you can get 2 windows with every 2 you buy. Every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 windows free. There's no limit on how much you can save. Plus, you can save even more. 0 down, no interest, or payments for 24 months. Window Nation's windows come with that lifetime warranty that I mentioned, and they can be installed in 1 day or less. So take advantage of that and call today. They were even recently ranked highest on Forbes' list of best window installation companies. You can't beat that. You can trust Window Nation for high-quality, affordable windows, so stop paying more than you have to. Schedule that fast in-home estimate right now before the 110-something degrees next week. Call them 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
He is kind. He is self.
All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Moon, name of the podcast.
It's not the prettiest penis.
When? Who said that today?
Well, we were talking about
You
the
did.
dong.
Oh.
We were talking about the dong on House of Dragons.
Oh, House of Dragons. Okay, you're right.
And then
You're right, I
It's the
did say that.
dragon's dong.
Yeah. I'm really missing out.
I know.
You are, dude. It's pretty good.
All right, what
the
else?
Last episode was great. What else? Listen, if you're in the LA or San Diego area, Southern California, Goldfinger's coming for you. We're doing a headline show at the Wiltern on the 19th. That's next Friday. A lot of awesome bands are opening up for us. Good friends. You will love that show. And if you're in the San Diego area, I know we have a lot of weirdos down there. I'll see you at Bayfest with Sublime.
All right, Lern.
Follow me on the socials. I want to say a big shout out to my friend Megs' daughter, Haley Dell. She's an up and coming photographer. And over the weekend, she had me, she's 19 years old. She's going to college for this. And she asked me to sit for her and do some portraits over the weekend. And she posted them today.
Killed it.
And she absolutely
You were here.
killed it.
Muse.
I was.
Muse.
And she really did capture me in such a beautiful way. And
Your
I'm
essence.
so thankful to her. She's going to be a huge photographer one day, so check her out, Haley Dell Photography. And if you want to see the photos, she did a collaboration with me on Instagram, so just go to Lern versus Radio and go follow her. Thanks.
That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Rafe.
Gal did a great job. The photos are great. She's going to be a star.
She is.
Follow me on the socials. I am Rafe Williams on everything.
All right, King Scott.
Yeah, you can follow me at King Scott Rules on all socials, including Venmo.
Okay.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Tomorrow, Hot Shots, Wentzville from 6 to 8 with Hot Ones and Stella Artois. Doing trivia, doing hot wings. You have a chance to win a great STL staycation. So join me, Hot Shots, tomorrow from 6 to 8 in Wentzville. And also download the newest episode of Stupiracy wherever you get your podcasts. All right. That's it. We leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. From Labadie, Missouri, Brittany Young. Brittany with an I. Yes. And she wants to hear this song.
Ooh, good choice.
I want to hear this song, too.
Me too.
Heck yeah.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Energy up.
Hey, this is Paul Stanley, and this is Gene Simmons.